Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Bill.
And Jason.
And we got a special guest.
Hi, my name's Megan.
First time on the show. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out.
Thanks for having me. This will be fun.
And you also listen, which is great. Appreciate the support. So yeah, the reason why we brought you on, we've been talking about this for a while now, and like it's funny texting you back and forth, and you're telling me these stories. I'm like, please stop telling me. I want to hear them fresh when we come in. And
hear
do
the
this.
horrors fresh. And
yeah, you know, I want the genuine reaction to be seen. Yeah, so I've been talking about this for a while now. So we wanted to talk about online dating, which is something we have talked about before, but obviously, from our perspective, it's it's obviously limited because we're dudes, you know. And when I first met you, we were talking about some of the stories and the people that have reached out to you on online dating.
Yeah,
and to me, I was just like, this. I would like to think it's impossible, but after hearing, I'm like, oh no, that's very much a real thing that women have to deal with, which fucking
it's
sucks.
also, I think about it like as I was like going back through all these messages I saved, just to be like, what the fuck did people think that? Would you walk up to somebody in a bar and say this? Because one of the first few messages I got on Tinder was, and I had pink hair at the time. Someone out of the gate says, "Does the carpet match the drapes?" I'm a go now. And
that's
I was like,
funny though. You don't think that's funny? I think that's kind of funny.
So
do you think he was serious about that?
Not as the first fucking
not
thing
the first message.
Yeah, because
like
Tinder, there's like no rules. It's like the Badlands.
I know it's the wild, wild west, but
Yeah.
still, like I would think that dudes would have some sort of
something a
tactfulness.
little wittier, because like I would appreciate that joke like 4 dates in, maybe,
Right?
maybe even
Yeah.
2. Like I say gross shit all the time. Like, oh my god, if
Yeah, I would
anyone
never
looks at
say
like
that,
half.
but
Like half my messages to people are about like taking gnarly shits and whatever and dick jokes. But like out of the gate, you don't know somebody and just like it's original, I'll give it to them. But just like,
I guess.
what's your vagina look like?
before we take the deep
I
dive,
know we've never talked before. But
to address the listener. So I'm using dating apps and dating sites pretty somewhat actively, like on and off, because I get like tired of it. But are you still on there?
No, I'm actually marrying a gentleman I met on
she's
OkCupid.
Okay, maybe I did know that at some
thought you
point.
did.
I'm sorry if I forgot.
I don't care.
I don't know. I can't keep track of it. It's really hard to keep track of stuff that's not
You see
within
me
my
twice a year
inner
at
circle.
best.
Yeah,
like,
so
remember everything about me all the time. God
I
damn
should.
it.
All the
You're not
details.
though, right? Are you back on or no? What's your deal?
I'm on it, but I barely fucking use it.
What are you on?
Was it Bumble and OkCupid?
I hated
Those two?
Bumble.
Really?
Yeah,
Fuck
Bumble
Bumble.
sucks. It's all the same shit, to be honest with you. But Bumble is just like and then that my thing. We'll get into it, but
No, go on. That's why we're here.
I'm on a lot of them. I've tried a lot of
Really?
different ones. Yeah, but like,
I just don't like putting that much energy in.
well, I don't. I try it for like a day, and I'm like, I hate it, and then I leave it on my phone because it's like you never know. But then at the same time,
I mean, it's
don't
a
know.
good time killer. Like when I'm taking a shit, like I'm like,
Oh, it
It's a good time killer on tour too, dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's kind
time
of
killer
fun
on
though to
tour.
do on tour, just to see what's out there and like
Yeah.
get some of these areas.
Oh,
where
I
like,
love
oof.
doing it when we go up to like Minocqua, Wisconsin. They have this great picture
Sure, there's some
of a guy. Like,
choice people.
oh, it's the best. This guy was sitting there with his dog in his like murder garage with like 3 muskrats.
Cool.
dead on
Sounds
the
like a sick
ground.
dude.
That's what
Murder
I'm talking
garage.
about. Like I don't get how people like put that shit out there on a like I could see if
Because
it's like
who
your
else do you
fucking
think lives up
MySpace
there?
page,
Where
but
is
like
this in Wisconsin?
Oh, it's like 6 hours north. So
Yeah, so who
Totally.
like there's not gonna be
I think it was-
motherfuckers like us.
'cause it
that live
I
wasn't-
guess know your demographic.
Yeah.
yeah, but like there is like I have a Google Doc that I'm a part of with like other people who've done online dating, and it's just called Men with Fish. And
Yeah.
it's shirtless men holding a fish.
That's sick. I think that's so awesome though. Like I wish I
Maybe you should
caught
switch
fish
it-
so I
switch
could
it up,
do that
man.
shit, man. I don't like. That's probably one of the most least offensive things I can imagine
Oh,
dudes doing on
100%.
social
It's
media.
just
Yeah.
really
It's just like
funny.
that. Yeah, but I mean, every time it's one of like the online dating stereotypes. Like if I'm on Tinder and I read almost every. Probably 1 in 5 bios. Somebody's like, if you're not wearing a shirt and holding a fish, like don't bother messaging me. And I'm just like, and in my head, because I'm not
Right,
looking at the
that's
dudes on
so
there. I'm
oddly
like,
specific.
wow, there must be a lot of that, you know. But
Also
you
sunglasses.
still probably get that no matter what, even if that disclaimer's there or not. Because I don't really think a lot of dudes,
They don't care.
especially women, also don't read bios very well.
No.
No,
I don't
nobody
think
really
anybody
does.
really
Yeah.
does, but I would imagine dudes definitely do the least.
I would assume that.
Yeah. Well,
So
I
you
don't-
barely use it.
Yeah, I actually
You're
was just
off of
talking.
it.
I was
Yeah.
actually just talking to a chick recently on Bumble, and I just kind of dwindled to nothing. And I'm like, man.
That's
I
average route.
Yeah, like the conversation was fine. That's my biggest gripe with those things is like talking to people on there because there was somebody else that I was talking to where, and I was just telling my buddy last night, like it bums me out when you're talking to somebody. And, you know, the idea of like a conversation, I think if you're first meeting somebody, it should be really like you answer a question and you give a question. That way,
Yeah.
the conversation goes, right?
It's usually how humans work. you
Right.
know?
You would think in some social capacity you should do that. But yeah, it was always like one sentence, like answers, and that was it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do with that? Like, I think I'm a pretty smart guy, but if you don't give me any sort of like subject to go off on, I don't know what to say. Like, give me anything. I don't care what it is. Just give me something.
Yeah. You're not going to, I don't know. A lot of the
But, like, why are you
conversations
even
I
trying
have,
to
I'm
talk to
totally
anybody?
leading it.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think people just don't know how to fucking. I think half the
Right.
people on Tinder are
Oh,
on there because they don't know
A
how
lot
to
of them are socially
socialize.
inept, for
Yeah,
sure. And that's
that's
the
like a
reason why
big-
they're on
yeah.
something like that. But yeah, it's just a bummer. But then, yeah, this
I mean,
last
that's
person.
what I would do. I would read. That's how I put my stuff out there. I was like, here's what I'm about. Here's
Right.
what I
Same,
do.
yeah.
Like paragraphs. And then to get someone to be like, hey, you want to fuck? And I'm like, did you read anything in there? No.
No.
Okay.
But see, my
But
thing
it's like
it's
that's
like
the
a
predisposition of Tinder. You know what I mean?
Oh, that
Well,
was on
especially
every
specifically.
single.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had a great time on Tinder. I had two dudes that I like saw for like 6 months. Like I wasn't like it was not the forever person.
Sure.
But like 6 months of solid like, all right, we're gonna do this. Like
Yeah, that's cool.
and it wasn't terrible. But like that was from Tinder.
Yeah.
Like I had pretty good luck.
I met
But
my ex on Tinder. Wasn't a good time, but
oh
I
man,
did make that connection there.
this
so.
one guy actually like he knew my ex in New York.
Oh, wow.
Like we were at the same party at School of the Art Institute in like 2008 because he had like an iron pour like party. And it was
Iron
his
pour?
party. Yeah, I did a sculpture class in college. I'm artsy, if you couldn't tell. And so we were like at the same party. We had this like crazy, like he lived down the street from me. Like we had all these like near misses.
Okay.
It was kind of boring. I think he had, but like he worked in Wisconsin during the
Yeah.
week. So, and that was when I was in advertising. So I'd be working like through the night all the time. He'd get back on Friday or Thursday night, go out, like have a couple of dates, have a weekend. Sunday night, it was literally, we just order a fuck ton of sushi, Netflix chill, go to bed. Awesome. Like that was my 6 months. Guaranteed.
Decent routine, you know.
good routine,
It's
yeah.
not a bad routine.
It is not.
No.
Especially if you're like, man, I work all the time. I just want some company. I don't need like the most amount of it. I'm not ready
Yeah.
to settle down yet. Like, guy comes
Yeah.
in, has a sick apartment, buys me a shit ton of sushi.
Fuck yeah. I wish some
Yeah.
dude would do that to me. Fuck, man. Like,
Well, you don't even like sushi. What would be your...
I don't like sushi.
What would you
want? Pizza.
Good
Just
call.
all the pizza.
Cereal. Good cereals.
Good cereal?
Ooh.
Yeah.
None of that off-brand shit?
No,
Oh, sorry.
like Raisin Bran Crunch. I like that a lot. I just got a box of that at the store yesterday.
Oh, I
was
thought you were
this is
joking.
great. No, it's sick. Raisin Bran Crunch, not just regular Raisin Bran. The crunch adds the youth flair to it.
the youth flair? What the
Yeah.
fuck does that mean?
You know what it means? It means it's
I'm
for
old,
like,
I
the
don't know.
kids like it.
All
So it
right.
means I'm like a kid eating it.
You feel like a kid.
I don't
yeah.
know. Cool cereals.
Maybe steak. I don't
Cocoa
know.
Puffs, steaks. Yeah,
What
nobody
do you
buys
guys
those
like?
things.
Steak.
Pizza.
See, that's why you got
I
to
would
be
already said
bigger.
that.
I see.
Like-
Nico's specifically.
Danico's every week. Yeah, I'd be down for that. It'd be fun.
Honestly, if a woman
Every
bought me
week you get
anything, I'd probably
Danico's,
be like,
like-
"Oh shit, this is insane!" Like that's how I feel every time like a woman buys something for me. I'm just like, "This is fucking nuts!" Like what? This doesn't happen.
Why is this
It
happening?
rarely happened in any of my relationships, so I'm just like, "What?" Like
Oh, that's a bummer. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's not your fault. It's just like my fault for picking the real
Some
winners.
choice people. Yeah.
I don't hate my exes though. You know what's funny? Which I forgot to mention on the last episode that we did. We stayed with my ex. We stayed with in fucking.
No shit.
Yeah, she lives like an hour away from there, so we stayed at her place. And it
Oh.
was very platonic, but it was cool. Like we got along, and I was like, "Oh
That's good.
shit!" Like this is fine.
Did you
It
guys
can
end that on
happen.
like a bad note? Though?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, but it was kind of like we did it for like a month, so it didn't really
Yeah.
like matter.
Okay. Yeah,
But
you tend to not hold on to resentment after like a month-long relationship.
yeah, no, that one.
Yeah,
It was.
it's
I don't
hard.
even remember what like exactly we broke up. But some stupid argument that didn't mean much. But obviously, neither of us cared enough to be like, ugh, fuck it.
Yeah,
you
like,
know,
don't
like.
fucking stay in my place. That's awesome. That's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
it was very cool because I like reached out and I was like, "Do I know anybody here?" And she was like, "Oh, you guys can stay with me." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." So that was cool. I thought she has a
worried about
cat.
getting,
I thought we lost her cat before we left, and I was freaking the fuck out. And then I finally found the cat. Oh, I was so like Alex left two of the doors open to the
course it was
apartment,
Alex.
and then I'm like in there. I'm like, "Wait, what's the fucking cat?" Like I'm like,
Where's cat?
I'm looking everywhere, and like, I shouldn't say this on the air, but yeah, I'm looking
okay.
everywhere and finding. You could edit this part out.
What? Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, just flag this part because I'm going to say it because it's funny for conversation's sake. So I'm looking like everywhere. I'm looking under her bed and there's like 7 dildos under there. And I'm just like, oh God, like,
I'm gonna do
I don't
something to
see a
keep you
cat.
busy.
And then like, Max was helping me look and I was like, dude, all I see down there is dildos. Like, you want to like shine your flashlight this way so I can look at this angle? And I was like, yeah, just more dildos. Yeah, dude, there's a lot down there. Probably like 4 or 5.
Hey, man.
But
So I have a
everybody's got their collections.
finish your story, but I have an offshoot story that you can also flag out of this, or well,
Okay.
it doesn't fucking matter. But it won't make sense without your dildo story.
yeah.
In college, somebody like kind of like they needed someone to do some graphic design work and like do some photography work, and they're like for my friend's company. I was like, sure, whatever. Like they're like, would you do it? And I was like, yeah, I don't,
Was
what?
it a dildo company?
Yes, it was.
Oh, that's
there you
cool.
go.
They originally made furry dildos.
That's sick.
Furry?
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
as in
no,
the costume?
Yeah,
people?
they were
Okay.
animal dicks. So,
With fur on them?
no, but just for the furry community.
Yeah, okay.
But then they went straight and got regular dildos, and they were all gay dudes, and they were trying to make them like diverse. Because the cool thing, which I didn't know, but it's nice to know, I guess, is that like whole industry isn't regulated. So they were using like medical grade silicone because apparently whatever plastics they use can like be carcinogens or whatever, or have them in there. I don't know. I don't know. But I was like, well, that's cool. They're like high quality, and they're like, we need someone to test these if you want a box of them. So to this day, I have a box, like a FedEx box of
Yeah.
dildos in my parents'
But like animal?
No,
Like,
these are
just
regular. They're
Okay,
all
that'd be
regular.
even
But it's
funnier.
at my parents' house, and every once in a while, my mom's like, "Can I clean the closet?" I'm like, "No!"
Oh, yeah.
Probably get them out of there.
But what do you do with that?
I'll put them in your own closet.
I don't have room for that. I live
Throw
in the
them away?
city.
Go to
I don't-
Donate them,
what is it?
pawn them. Go to a pawn shop.
What do they call
can
it? White
probably pawn
elephant party?
dildos.
Or what is that?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I actually, me and my
What is
friend
that?
had a brilliant idea about what to do with like spare dildos when we were in high school. This is a really good idea.
Why were you thinking
So if
of
you're ever
that?
trying to go to like
You never know.
if you're ever trying to go to
guess
like
so.
any fest
Always
and
get that
sneak in
escape plan.
drugs, just take a bunch of dildos, put your drugs at the bottom of this bag, take a bunch of dildos, put them in the bag, put some chocolate pudding on them, and say they're shitty dildos. They're like covered in poop. They're not going to check that. Oh, I just got a bunch of shitty dildos. There's
You're right.
there's
They
nothing
won't-
against the rules. You can't not bring in a dildo.
I think that might be a health code violation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I was 18 or 17.
It's a
I
great
think
idea.
it's foolproof.
I thought you were gonna say put the drugs in the dildos where where
Yeah.
the batteries go, but these are like solid.
No,
so
that
you
would be a
couldn't
good
just-
idea.
That's-
This
yeah,
is not
let's-
about good ideas.
You take
Anyway,
that forward thinking elsewhere.
It's a great idea. I'm going to try it.
Still
Let me know
time,
how
yeah.
how that works out.
I will. It's been almost 10 years since I thought of that idea.
I always thought it was funny. I had a buddy that he had a friend whose, I think, wife or girlfriend worked at an adult shop. And so she had tons and tons of all like these toys and shit in their apartment. And he went over there and the dude was like, if you want anything, like have at it. And he ended up taking like one of those like pocket vaginas. And it was like always like an ongoing joke
fleshlight
where he was like,
things?
yeah, and he was like, yeah, I wasn't really into it. He's like, I don't know what to do with this thing now because I don't like it. He's like, can I just like sell it like on Craigslist like slightly
Ugh.
used pocket vagina? I was like, oh, please no.
That's gross.
It's even grosser for dudes because like something goes in there.
Yeah, like
Apparently those can get moldy too.
oh, I'm
What?
sure like a pocket
don't clean
vagina.
'em right?
Yeah,
Oh, like a fleshlight?
yeah. If you
Alex
don't
has
clean those
one.
things, of course he does.
I told you that story, how
I
we
think we
brought it on
talked about-
tour.
yeah.
And like,
Do what you gotta do on
Did
playing
you
tour.
it.
talk about that on the podcast?
I probably did.
Yeah, we
we
brought
play
it
the
up.
show in Denver at the Roxy. We're playing there again in October.
Nice.
And it's like very heavily. There's a lot of security there. There's no re-entry. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's brutal. And like they check your bags like for everything. And like got a box cutter and they were like, "This can't be in here." I'm like, "Fuck, okay." But Alex had this like a pocket vagina,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like.
Fuck it.
It was like, it didn't look like, it was like it's from a Japanese company, so it didn't look like a fleshlight. Like, even when you opened it up and looked at the interior, it was not very vagina-esque, but like, it had a little cap at the top, you know, for you clean out the cum.
Yep.
Right.
And the security guard was checking Alex's
Oh,
bag,
no.
and Alex left it in his bag, and like, the dude took it out and he was like looking at it, and you could tell he had no fucking idea what it was
Last
until
thing on his mind.
he flips open the cap and he just looks at it and he's like, and then you could tell he's like, "Oh, you're good." And he's just like, he's like, "Yeah, you're fine, man." Like,
You're not gonna hurt anybody with this. Go
yeah.
ahead.
So it was very, very funny.
Oh my god.
But anyway, all right. So not to
Wow,
dildo
yeah, we-
derail, which we really did here, but okay. So you use Bumble and OkCupid,
and
but
Tinder,
not actively.
But, yeah, just
Okay.
10 minutes every week or something. If
Sure.
even that, like
That's fair. I use I have Bumbles on my phone. I don't even know if my account is still there though. Because I use it so
do they ever
infrequently.
like go away or like do you have to?
you have
You have to
Yeah,
like
you have
log
to,
out of
okay.
it, yeah.
Not only log out of it, but you have to like delete your
it,
account.
right?
'Cause if you
Okay.
log out of it, your account still exists.
Okay.
Yeah, as opposed to actually like hard deleting it. So there's that. I'm definitely on Tinder. That's probably one of the ones I use the most. Because as far as like, they're all rip-off now. You have to pay for like everything now in every single app. Like
Well, people gotta make money.
OkCupid, I remember when there was a time where OkCupid you could do anything on it for free, and now it's just like Tinder. Like you swipe to match with people,
Yeah, pretty much.
and it's just like, fuck, this is stupid, and I hate it. Like, so I'm barely on there. I'm on there a little bit just because I feel like that's the most humane one, or one of the most humane ones. Because Tinder, it's just like everything goes. Like, which I like that. I invest my time into that one the most because it's like the funniest and it's the most wild card shit. But it's not, I don't know. It's all this, like when it boils down to it, most of it is all the same stuff. Like, guys want to fuck no matter what app you're on, you know, as you've basically said. I feel like the demographic with women, though, it does like vary a little bit on the app because, like, on Tinder, more often than not, I find women that just like want to hook up or something like that. You know what I mean? They're not like vulgar about it. They're not like always shitty about it, but that's usually the gist of what I find.
Well, isn't that how Tinder started? Was it supposed to be just for like hookups mainly?
It was supposed to be like a quick, just because I like know like some of the UX behind it. Like it was meant to be like a quicker, like you match and you meet. Cause then like a lot of people like complain like, well, I talked to this person for like 3 months and we haven't met. Like Tinder was supposed to like fix that. So to
But
be
how
like,
can it?
oh, because you would be more like apt to, it's like, it encourages you to meet someone faster.
Yeah.
Versus some of the other apps that weren't at the time, especially like meant to get you from like point A to point B and like to really put it crudely. But like Tinder was like, okay, you're near me. Essentially, like I could say like, okay, I'm going on a date with you tomorrow or now or later tonight. Like it has that like location base, so you can get there faster. But then it also means you can bone faster.
And then I think it's the matching thing is in play there too, because then it's like, all right, two people know they like each other based on something. You know what I mean? There's something there as to why they matched. So as opposed to like you just fishing in the dark for like, you know, ugly dudes reaching out to like tens or like amazing women reaching out to, I don't know, to ugly dudes, vice versa. I don't know. I don't know how that, I don't like understand the full dichotomy of it all, but like
people are pretty varied, so you never know.
Yeah.
there's an app called Hinge that I'm on now, which is like
That was like the one I never, like I literally have used probably most of them, including J-Date for like 2
J-Date?
minutes.
What is
What
that,
is
Jewish
J-Date?
date?
Yeah, I'm not Jewish.
But you were on there?
But Jewish men treat their women right.
Yeah.
They might have like a mom problem or something, but like past that, you're good.
Right.
No, I just like
Fuck, I gotta
beards.
get on
I
J-Date,
like
man.
beards and tattoos, which
Jewish?
they don't usually have. But like,
I'm half, yeah.
I found
But I'm
out
not, like,
I
legit
have Jewish.
You
in
are?
me. Yeah, Russian
you
Jewish.
Jewish?
you use
Yeah.
23 and
You
me.
fucking Jew.
No, so recently unfortunately, yeah, these episodes are all over the place. I recently had family in town, and I think I mentioned to you, my dad's adopted.
Oh, yeah.
And so his older sister, who he like didn't know at all growing up, she pops in every once in a while, and she's been doing a lot of research about the family. And
She's
so,
like, Bill, you're a fucking Jew.
not so crudely, but yeah, no. So she did one of those like DNA tests or whatever, and found out like all the crazy shit that's behind the family, and then like for everybody, it was pretty crazy. And we found out, Russian Jewish is in there, but it is mostly Polish. Is like a good portion of us, which that I already knew, just judged by the way my dad acts and I act.
I mean, I'm also adopted, so I did 23andMe for the health one because it was like a Prime Day thing. Like, get the health one that's normally like $300 for like $99, and I was like, great, sign me up. And surprise, I'm white, real white.
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert! Real fucking white. Like it's like
no idea.
English, French, and like
like the
Scandinavian.
hardcore-
It's like all white. It's like the real white people.
The stay out of the sun at all times.
I mean,
people.
look, I've been to the beach at least 3 times this year.
You're glowing.
Thank you. That's the highlighter. I've been testing wedding makeup just because, like, I was like, and I'll be on a camera. I can see if I can see it.
Oh, there you I should have upped the resolution for you. Then.
I don't care. Please don't.
Fair enough.
But actually, I have a half sister because my birth mom had a bunch of kids after me. Not a bunch. She had 3. But like one of them signed up for 23andMe.
No shit.
And I was like, Mom, do you know this name? And she was like, yeah, that's your half sister. And she's like, how did you find out? I was like, oh, she just signed up. She's like, did it tell you that like your half sister signed up? I was like, no, it just said you have new DNA relatives. There's like 1 million people that are related to you genetically. So click on it. And I was like, oh shit, finally happened.
So wait, does it break it down? Like,
yeah, it's
what
like
the relation
you're like
is?
percentage wise, like each person. And it's a whole ton of like 4 to 3 percenters. And then like 1 million, like 0.04.
Yeah.
Right,
and-
yeah.
But then I saw my half sister signed up, and my mom was like, "Oh, your birth mom probably didn't tell anybody about you." And I was like,
Oh, great.
because I know about them."
Right.
But like then
do they
mom
get
was-
notified then? Like if you
I mean, it doesn't like tell you like you have a new like high genetic match. It just tells you like here's like a whole bunch of people that you're related to, and then like you see. Like, it's like, this person is probably your half sister. And I just know because of, like, my mom has told me. And then I was like, ooh, they're going to have an awkward family conversation potentially. Like, yep, you gotta.
there's another one out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's intense. Fuck.
Oh, I didn't. I feel bad because, like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to reach out.
I can see why people would, though. Like, boring people would be like, I gotta see.
I mean,
It's like, what? Is your life not fine as it is?
just gonna
Like, come on.
Oh, my life's
make fun of my
dope,
aunt like that.
So,
All right, cool.
yeah.
Make fun of your aunt like that.
That's what she did. She reached out and
I
tried
don't
to
know what
find
your
out.
aunt did, man.
I already
know
told you
nothing.
before.
Oh, you meant.
Yeah, she's the one that found.
yeah.
She wanted to find out.
Yeah, but you've got like crazy
It is-
family secrets. and
Yeah,
there's
it's not even
crazy,
family secrets. It's just like all this crazy shit that like
Yeah,
unfolded.
lineage. So there's a little
Yeah.
more motivation there as opposed to someone who's just like, I have to find this person, and it's
Yeah.
like, how do you know that they're
Well, she,
even gonna like?
She's also writing a book about it too, just because like
Oh.
the
shit.
stories
That's
are so
cool.
crazy
Yeah.
and like essentially, man, I'm telling it all over again. Whatever. They found out like, well, they knew already that my grandmother, their mom, ended up in like an insane asylum, and
Oh,
then they
shit.
like went to fucking town on her with electroshock therapy and like fried her brain basically, and then
Jesus.
their father wasn't a good dude, and she grew up like super fucking poor, and it's crazy like the stories I was hearing, and
Yeah.
then on top of that, it's all very small world shit. So like, I live in Forest Park. I grew up in Forest Park. My fucking grandmother lived in Forest Park,
Oh, wow.
not far from where I live. It's the craziest thing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking bizarre. And the other thing I found out was my grandmother also has the same birthday as me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really weird.
Shit. I mean, at least that's like an awesome thing to find out.
Yeah, it's all been really interesting to find out.
It's
Like,
a
I don't
cool thing
really.
to find out. Yeah.
Get off your
What are you doing?
Checking
Checking Tinder?
we had some weird ass email. Some dude, you could cut this off the podcast.
God
but,
damn it. Make
Some
me
dude
work for
like
it.
emailed us asking if he could buy a high quality download of our album music video.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm like thinking like, should we do that or should we not do that? Like,
Can't he just rip it off of fucking YouTube?
I guess he can because there's some explanation in the email.
Why does he want to use it?
I don't think he wants to use it.
Wait,
He
why
just
can't we
wants
talk
to-
about this? That's fine.
Wants to have it. I don't know, because I don't know what we're going to do with it.
That's fine. You're not saying anything definitive.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I guess it is
I'm not
fine.
editing
I don't know.
I don't know, because I am always like iffy on stuff like that. I'm like,
Yeah, if it's too hard,
what do
don't
they
worry
want
about
it
it.
for? Like, why? Why can't you just watch it on YouTube? And there's
Yeah,
like,
for real.
there's like YouTube downloaders too. You can just Google it. It's
Yeah,
like a
that's what I'm
20-second thing. Just because like intellectual property. I don't know. I
I
get
don't know.
weird
Maybe
about
they
that
want
stuff.
like the high quality version and you can't download it. That I don't know. I have no idea.
Does he use like decent English when talking to you? Because I get
yeah,
weird.
it was like an American dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten like weird, because like I have a website, but I've never kept it up for my design stuff. And like I'll get like emails every once in a while saying like, you do free design work for us. We pay you like once all things done. And then it's like,
Free design work, but you're paid.
yeah,
What?
That's
we
that
pay you.
broken
It's like we
English.
pay you after all work is done, and we
Yeah,
launch
great idea.
company. Like it's all very good opportunity. I hope you will consider working with it. And I'm like, no. And it's like
Jeez.
all cap. And I'm like, no,
Yeah, it's probably fake
obviously
shit.
not.
It's okay. Try being in a band called Roman Ring when everybody thinks you're Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you know how
That
many
is
people on
horrendous.
tour were like, "Oh, you're in that Roman Reigns band." And I was just like, "Yeah,
fucking A, really?
yeah." A lot of people.
Fuck. Were they all Indian?
No,
Okay.
they're like all like white people.
Okay.
Some
So
Canadians.
They want to sell us any sporting goods?
I don't know, man, but they're like, "Oh yeah, your other band, Roman Reigns." Yep. All right, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
close enough.
Yeah, don't want to
Ugh.
like go down that hole, but
Fair enough.
anyway.
But anyway, hold on.
Online
damn it,
dating.
let's go back to that. Just because, like I said, you have showed me screen caps of some
Oh
of the most.
yeah.
I wouldn't even call it conversation. It's just people saying shit to you. Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very one-sided with these things.
Well, and it's so weird. So like, obviously, people who are like watching this, like, I have a look to me. Like, I'm edgy looking. And like it always asks for like your fucking body type on those. They're like, what's your body
yeah.
type? And I'm like, I guess it's curvy because nothing else really fits. I'm not athletic. Like that thing. Like someone
I'm a
actually just like
person.
wrote in like one of the screen captures I have. He just goes, "You're curvy. I agree."
Okay.
Sweet, man.
And like,
thanks.
I'm sure your bio says so many other things. It's like that's
so many
that's
other
what they
things,
gravitate
and
to.
also,
like,
but
ugh.
like.
Yeah, because what do you think dudes are looking at on there? Of course they're
I mean,
looking at
that's
the
like
pictures.
that's my initial reaction. Is if I match with somebody, I look at their profile, I read through the thing, so see if I can find something that I
you're
can
a real
remotely.
person? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
believe it or not, which yeah, but and go through it and be like, all right, what can I relate to? What can I have
Yeah.
some grasp of an idea? Or if I don't, like, what can I ask about it? And go from there to start a fucking conversation. So
Yeah, but
like,
see,
I don't
even
get.
now that's a 50-50 bet because there's so many people on Tinder that like have 2 words in their bio. You know
Oh
what
no!
I mean?
When
just
it's
like,
that, I move along.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
really-
never
You
swipe
won't
on
even
stuff
do it?
like that.
Yeah.
Like,
no
unless
shit. Not
something
even
had,
if you
like,
think they're like the hottest person you've ever
Don't give a
seen in your
shit.
entire
I
life.
don't give a
No.
shit. If
Really?
you're not going to write anything,
I do it.
don't care.
So actually, one of the best screen captures I ever had, like, I did that. I swiped on someone who's just like really hot, and because I was like, I'm bored. I don't know.
Yeah, they're fucking hot.
And like
Hell
9
yeah,
times out of-
do it.
And he was like, I have a type. It's beard, tattoos. And he was like ripped as shit, which is normally not something I'm into, but like had a whiskey bottle covering his dick, and I'm like, that's a bad idea. But I swiped right, and
See
we
where this
matched, and
goes.
I was like, that's nice. He probably won't reach out to me, but whatever. And he
did.
goes, yeah. He goes, hey Meg, what's good? And I was like, not a whole lot. How about you? And he's like, not a whole lot. And it's like, I'm like, yeah. He's like, got any plans or whatever? And I'm like, yeah. Like, I have a sick weekend planned. Like, I cannot wait working for that weekend. You? And he goes, cool. Anal?
Wow.
At 8:03 in the morning. And now, like, Kevin, my fiance, and I will joke about it or something. Like, every once in a while, he'll just be like, 8:03 a.m. It's like, it's 8:03 a.m. You want some anal? Like,
That's
no,
funny,
I'm
though.
not awake.
At
But it
least he tried to have a conversation, I guess.
I guess.
And then was like, got impatient. Like,
I don't know. I think that's funny.
the
There's
fuck?
something about like
is-
8:03 a.m. that's
it's like-
just insane.
Dudes wake up with boners.
What the
That's a
fuck?
fact.
Look, I get it, but
8:03, like that dude is like starting the day. I was like, I might as well message her this.
you know
yeah.
what? Just
Fuck.
anal. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Well, and like the other thing, because like, and whatever, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say,
okay.
like, I've got big boobs, and I like kind of
Okay.
try and hide it, just because like I got harassed at work for 3 years. Like, a guy asked me for every month or so for 3 years how much it would cost to see my tits.
Hey,
And
your
it was-
job?
Oh yeah.
And you couldn't like report it?
that.
He wasn't above me, and like it and again, if anyone looked into anything that I've said in my emails, if they were like, well, this guy has to see your tits a bunch, but like, what kind of emails were you writing? Like what, like when they look into you, there's 100% a fisting joke in one of my emails. So I'm like,
yeah, but that doesn't justify him asking that.
True,
no, but it also
risque.
just does not give me any ground to stand
okay,
on if you want to like fuck someone else over. And I just didn't want to deal with it. But
That's
like,
fair.
so I'm like hiding my tits. Like I want people to like at least go like look at the profile before looking at my boobs,
like,
please.
Get to know
Yeah.
you.
But so I like kind of tried to hide it, but like I still had to do like full body pics because like, you know, people like, even Kevin said, he's like, there's some girls that are great at angles. Like,
Oh yeah,
which is
oh,
true.
yeah.
oh yeah. So then I was like, okay,
As
like,
there are dudes.
oh yeah,
Everybody's
everybody.
people. Yeah.
So at some point I just was like, okay, I don't want him to like see what I look like. Like, I don't want it to get too like saucy too quick. So I like, but then they would like still
Saucy.
see
Great
me.
word.
Saucy.
Yeah. Great word choice.
Saucy. But so like I like kept my pictures like kind of, but like I have a look.
Yeah.
And people would immediately, and like, so I even said in my profile, which I was trying to find, but it's gone. I was like, I'm a corporate metalhead. I have a really good job. I love my career. I'm lucky I get to like express myself in whatever way I feel fit. I'm a little bit more conservative than I look. Not like politically, but like, I'm not like some party girl that people like.
Yeah, you're not doing coke and eggs.
Right.
No,
yeah.
I'm not. No.
Not out every fucking night, 4 a.m.
But
No.
you're saying there might be people that would
Destroyed.
look like you that are doing
Right.
that at exit, which
So-
is true.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I've definitely
when
met people like that.
some of that's
for
fair,
sure.
but like I
yeah.
like said like out of the gate, like not about that, like, you know, hooking
Yeah,
up
see,
straight.
so you put that out there in
Yeah.
writing that
And then
hopefully
people would
some
be
dude
like-
reads.
Yeah.
Girls don't like metal, and I was like, go fuck yourself.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, like, or they'd be like, you're so funny, and I'm like, I am hilarious. Tell me why. And they're like, I bet you're really wild. And I'm like, what? What? Like, also, I think my biggest problem with it is like, sure, I can be, and like, I can be into whatever, but it doesn't matter because I don't know you. Like
Yeah.
I would totally do what I've done a lot of things sexually, I guess, but it's because like I knew the person, we
Right.
were in a relationship, or even if we weren't, like it was my comfort zone, and there was nothing in my profile that said like, this is what I'm down to do, because all of that is 100% fine.
Yeah.
100%. But then just like come out of the gate and also to be like, girls don't like metal. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's rough too. That's pretty shitty.
okay, well,
It's a bad approach.
It's like, what? Now you're going to make her defend
yeah, why would you
herself
match
over
with
this
somebody
shit?
and then
Like,
say that? It's
ugh.
like, well, what a shit way to like. It puts a damper on this conversation that hasn't started yet.
Right.
Like,
There's no way you're into
Jesus
this
Christ.
thing. Do you think
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
cool? And it's like, oh, fuck
I don't know.
off.
Whenever I would match with somebody that liked metal, my immediate reaction is just like, fuck, okay. Like, because I know we're going to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what bands do you like? And I'm like, I don't want to do this. Like, I do.
mean, I don't
Sometimes
mind
I
that
do.
conversation, yeah.
I do, but when they're like, oh, do you like Disturbed? And I'm just like, no.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks. But now it's at the point where I don't even care. I'm like, you know what? If you
Right.
like Disturbed, fuck it. That doesn't mean you're like a shithead
Right, yeah,
at all.
for sure.
It just might mean you like music that I don't like, which is fine.
I
Like,
don't mind the conversation if like the chick is somewhat into some version of metal. That's fine. And like you said,
Yeah.
you come across, oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you're really into Slipknot and like Disturbed. It's like, no, it's like I branch out to other stuff and that's fine. But it's the hardcore civilians, if you will, that are like have no grasp of what metal is. Like,
Yeah.
like probably most of our family members when they ask us about metal, you know,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like what do you listen to that's heavy? Is it like Metallica? Or and it's like, no, man, like
No.
way heavier than that. Like,
My family's
sorry.
like forced to know the difference now, but like,
Oh, I never even.
yeah,
tried.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But your grandparents have not come to a show,
My
or maybe
grandmother came to a
they
show.
did
Yeah.
one once
My
a long
one
time ago.
grandparent.
that's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
cute.
It was awesome. She had a great time. She loved
Yeah.
it. I mean, it was
Yeah,
my
yeah.
alternative like rock band, but
Sure,
she like
Still,
it was
it's a
funny.
show.
I was like, it was great because when I was passing out earplugs, I was like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like who needs them? My grandma was like, I'm just taking out my my hearing
yeah.
aids. I was
There
like,
you
there
go.
we go.
All right,
I was
Grandma.
like, you're set for
There you
this
go.
then.
Yeah, you know, like I don't know. I used to, like, good example was I matched with somebody recently on Tinder on tour, and they were like, "Oh, you're like." Now all my dating profiles, I make sure that it's like very well noted that it's like I live in Chicago and I'm on tour, or
I did
like
the same
I might
thing
be on
too.
tour. Like
I put it on there. I was like,
Yeah.
if I'm not in or around Chicago, I'm probably on tour.
yeah, that's exactly. I
that's
was
what I
like, if
said.
you see the because Tinder does like the mileage thing, like it shows
Yeah.
you how
Yeah,
many
it doesn't
miles you
matter.
are in Canada, kilometers.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fancy
But
motherfuckers up there.
yeah, either way, I'm just like, okay, I live in Chicago. Like, read that part, but nobody
Right.
does. But yeah, I matched with someone who was like, oh, like, yeah, I like metal, like Slipknot. And she's like, what's your favorite Slipknot record? And I was just like,
Oh no.
well, I was just like, I liked Volume 3 when it came out. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? I was a kid when that came out. So like,
I was
a
man.
kid when
Yeah.
Iowa came out, but like I was
Yeah.
still in like middle school. I think it was in 7th grade when
I was already done with college.
6th or 7th grade. But anyway, like Volume 3, that was the one I listened to. So I was like, yeah, that one. She's like, are you going to go see him? And I'm like, nah. Like, because she was going to go to the show. I forget where she lived. She lives in like Indianapolis or something like that.
Okay.
And she was just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, Behemoth and Gojira. I like those bands kind of. Like, go see those bands. Like,
Did she
that's
know
cool.
who they were?
No, she didn't know any of the other bands on the show.
I mean, Behemoth is a great show. I mean, if anything, just like
they do.
it's fun.
Well, what's funny was she said she really liked Gojira, but she didn't like Behemoth. And I'm like, okay,
Fuck.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Behemoth rules.
Yeah, they're sick. I don't know. Like, but at that, like, there would have been a time where I was like, oh, that sucks. But now it's just like, I can't tell you the last time I listened to Behemoth. I haven't heard that new record front to back. I
I
listen to more
haven't.
like hip hop than I do Behemoth now. So it's just like, I don't know. You know what I just like don't, it's not like,
I just listen to the old stuff. Like I don't listen
I
to the last
feel-
couple.
Yeah.
I feel like people in general, especially in the dating site generation, and I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions on it. No matter the gender or, you know,
stinks,
the
but go
connection
on.
of it, it's just like, I don't think any two people are going to feel the same way about like music as they wish that they would on some romantic level. Like, I think people hold music, at least a lot of people hold music in such a high regard. They're like, my partner will totally get this, or like they will totally understand it this way. But I really think that it's so fucking far-fetched.
Well, and I dated somebody who I met at a show, and this is gonna sound weird. Didn't have the same kind of like show vibe that I have. Like, I like to get there. I like to hear the opening bands.
Sure.
I like to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to
yeah.
people at a show, like even if I don't know them. Like,
Oh,
I'm a
yeah, and I hate
chatter.
doing all that shit. But
Yeah, but
go on.
Well, that's because we're entrenched in it. You
Yeah.
know, but-
Well, right, and I'm not, and I'm just kind of, and also I like when I'm out at a show, it's like my night out. So I'm like, it's gonna be my night out.
Right,
He would want
take it all in,
to
yeah.
go to a bar down the street, get shit faced, go to the show, stand in the back, and I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to stand in the back. I want to stand up front.
Right.
And he's like,
Which is
well,
fine.
what? Which is fine. But then he would be like, well, we're here together, and I'm like, well, but like,
So?
I can't even talk to you.
Yeah.
It's like we're listening to screaming, and I'm not going to scream at you while they're
What are you gonna do?
screaming.
Hang out?
Yeah.
Like,
That's
no.
not a good date idea.
No, and so we like had like a weird vibe with it, and so I was like, I don't. He'd also get like super fucking high, and I don't smoke or anything, so he would be like on a totally different plane.
Yeah.
And if I said anything that like wasn't where he was at, he'd get like really pissy and bitchy and like be like, whoa, like it was just a horrible time.
Sure.
But like I would go to shows by myself and have the best time.
That's the whole
Like,
thing.
I
And if
love
you're
going
able to do that,
shows.
I think you're in the right mindset for that approach is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Because like, I don't think two people should have that expectation to be
No.
like, you have to listen to music the way I listen to it and you have to make this
Yeah,
connection
yeah,
like
yeah.
I do. I just don't think it exists that way. It's never been that way for me. And there was definitely a period of time where I was like, that's important to me. Now I like don't give a shit at all. I'm just like, do whatever
Yeah, I mean-
whatever is your interpretation of listening to music and that
Well, yeah,
makes you
'cause-
feel like the way that you want to feel, like awesome, go
Yeah.
for it. It might not, but like, don't expect that from me. You know what I mean?
That-
Like,
yeah,
don't
that's
expect
fair.
me to be like, because I'm kind of like that. I don't like to get shit faced before shows, but like, there's a lot of shows I go to where I strategically plan out, like, I'm going to show up at this time because I don't want to see this in this band.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and that's totally fine.
Especially
but like,
if I'm going to a show by myself, I'm like, I'm not talking to anybody tonight. And like, I'm just going to get a little
It depends
high
on the
and
show.
fucking.
Like if I know there's gonna be a lot of
Yeah.
friends there, then I don't mind showing up early or on time or whatever. And
Sure.
I know I'm gonna talk to people. But if it's one where I'm like, ooh, I'm not gonna see a lot of people I know here, then I do the
Yeah.
we're gonna show up at this time and then we're gonna get the fuck out this time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, but if it's,
You know.
if it's like a friend's show and it's like, yeah, I'll go for the whole
Yeah,
fucking-
more often than
yeah.
not, I know
and like
everybody.
all of those are totally fine for
Yeah.
like showing. But then like when you're dating someone and like you're going to the same shows and you don't vibe, then you fight about it. And I was like, this
Yeah, that just
sucks.
kinda
And we
ruins it
like
for
the
you.
same music.
Exactly.
So like, but you hold it to this whole thing. You're like, well, you like the same music, so we should be having the same experience, but you're not.
You're not gonna have
but that's
it. It's
also
just like-
life in general. And I feel like people
Yeah.
hold like
Yeah.
stuff like music or movies, like pick a thing or like artwork to like
Mm-hmm.
this like crazy, and like they want their partner, their romantic partner, to fill all these gaps.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like, but like,
Fuck yeah. This
I-
is awesome. You're
because
nailing
I was
it.
like, well, because I'm drinking a beer right now.
Yeah.
My fiance is in recovery, doesn't drink nothing, and like it's the best. But like also there's times where I'm like going out with my dudes. I'm playing trivia tonight and I'm going to come back shit faced. And he's like, awesome. You're going to have the best time. I get time alone. You get to go do your own thing.
Awesome shit.
So then I just come home and like, I'm going to make tacos. And he's like, great, go make tacos, babe.
Yeah.
Or I'll like come home and like rant about something. He's like, yes, babe, love you. Just go fuck to bed.
Yeah.
Glad you had fun.
Yeah.
All right.
But like, I don't expect him to like fit like all of these different relationships that I've had previously.
Yeah.
Like, he's showing up late to my life party, technically. Because, like, I have friends, and we've done the same things for a while. And, like, also, there's some things I'm like, ooh, no, this is my night out. I don't want you here.
Yeah, have that
This is
separation.
my space.
There's
Like,
that world.
But I don't want him to, like, I don't want to show up to his guy's night.
Yeah, that's the whole thing for me too about being a musician is there's two directions to go in this conversation. But a lot of shows around here, that's what I consider. I'm like, this is my element. Like, this is my shit. This is where I thrive. This is that environment for me because I know like, oh, I'm going to go here, see everybody I literally like in one room, you know, minus maybe 2 or 3, 4 people. You know, and have a good time. I know, like, if there's like a Baron Air show and everybody's like, yeah, we're going. I'm like, oh, this is going to be an awesome time. Of course I'm going to go. You know what I mean? Or like,
see everybody.
Yeah, if any friend's show, or even if it's a show that I want to go see and I know like that aborted show that rolled through. Were you at that show? Did you go to that one?
No, I didn't.
I was there. It's sold out. So I wasn't sure who went and who didn't. But I feel like there's a lot of people there. I went by myself. Well, me and Craig went because he was only going to make the first band. And then I was just like, I'm going to like just chill and do my own thing for the rest of the show. And that's exactly what I did. Nate was there. Like, we hung out in tidbits and shit. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's like, that's like my like, oh, okay, this is like my relaxing thing to do. That's just my thing. But it's like, on the other side of the coin, I feel like being a musician on a dating app, a lot of other people expect you to have more of a connectivity to how they view music because you're like, oh, you're a musician, you would get this, right? And it's just like, well, like,
it's different.
I'm going to a boarded show, but I'm listening to like R&B on the way there. You know what I mean? Or whatever it happens to be. And it's just like...
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference between like a musician and like I say, a civilian. It's just, we're so into it, you know, that we don't want to be into it all the time.
Yeah, no,
you know,
there's got to
like,
be some separation there.
It's like like anybody in any of their profession. It's like, yeah, you do it when you do it, but then you don't want to have to like do it like on your off time, you know?
Well,
like,
that's why I never wanted to date because people are like, you might meet someone at work. I'm like, I don't want to meet someone at my work.
That. No way. That's such a bad idea.
Well, like, and some people do it and it works. So like, however you meet somebody, awesome.
Yeah,
but like advertising is so incestuous. Like, even though I'm like kind of out of it now, like, but like you get hired by the same people, like everyone moves around. And I was like, I don't want, and also like everyone has shitty hours. And I'm like, I don't want to date somebody else with the same shitty hours I do.
Exactly. And then it's just.
Also, I don't want to go home and be like, advertising, am I right? Like, no, like I come home and Kevin's like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about. He's like, you have been screaming about someone on a digital team not understanding what you... I don't know. He's like, someone wasn't doing something right? Great. But like, that's awesome. He has no idea what I'm talking about. Like, and I love it. And I'm like, great. I don't have to deal with it.
Oh yeah, because you get to shut that part off of your life where it's just that stays there.
So it's not like this like
the home
flow.
life.
And like, even the people that I stayed friends with in advertising, like, will be like, work. Yep. Anyways, like, here's all the like 10 times more interesting things about me. Right. So like, I feel like it would be like the same thing with like musicians. Like, you don't want to like constantly be doing just that.
Yeah.
That's like your friendships, it's like what you're doing outside, inside, and
there's different like levels of it. Like now I like meeting dudes that tour and we'll be like, oh yeah, tour, and like we'll talk about all little aspects because it's like, oh shit, like
you got to get some of that shit talk out.
And it's nice. Like it's nice.
The touring stuff is fun because those stories are insane.
Yeah, I mean that's a whole other word to it, but it's like. And then it's very rare, like on this tour with like, I mean, we toured with 2 other bands. So that's like, I don't know, like 10 other people almost, 9 or 8 other people.
Yeah, that's a big group.
And it's like, I don't think there was barely any conversations where everybody sat down and they were like, do you love this record? I love this record. And do you love this band? I love this band. There's like barely any of that. It's just us hanging out like, like we'll have those conversations sometimes, but it's not like dominant. Like half the dudes, we're talking about like video games more than like music. You know what I mean? Or like TV shows or like, anything. I don't know. It's just like especially in our band Warforged, we like never talk about music with each other. It's very rare. Like me and Alex talk about music a lot together because we both listen to like hip hop and shit, and like not really. I mean, Adrian will listen to some, and like, but that's pretty much it. And so it's very rare we really have those conversations, and it's nice because it's like I don't really need to have those conversations with these guys. Like, I with a lot of people, and it's like I feel like. I don't know, at least in my last relationship, whenever I would bring up, like, when my ex would dig into me and she'd be like, why do you like this? What is this about? And then I'd be like, well, this is what I really think about it. She would get almost this weird, like, and not that anybody else is like this, but she would get this weird, like, jealousy feeling of it's like, I have not had a connection to music like that. And I'm envious that you were able to do. Yeah, that would happen a lot.
I've had that actually, not with music, but like, they were like, I don't have this thing. Cause like my passion is my job. And so, like, they'd be like, I don't have a connection to anything like that. And I was like, what? Do you need to?
No, you don't. You don't need to.
I don't think you necessarily
like,
need
you don't
to,
need to have, like, this insane, in-depth connection with music to like music. You don't have to have, like, a reason to, like... It's like people who are like, it's back to like my guilty pleasure points where people are like, what's your guilty pleasure? Like, I don't feel fucking guilty for liking a song.
Right, yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
I rediscovered Miss New Booty by Bubba Sparks.
It's a great song.
Great song.
You don't even have to have a reason to like it. You could just be like, this song is
it's
sick.
awesome.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's so fucking cool. Then that's the whole thing. It's just like, and you'll like music so much more if you have that approach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like if you're not
absolutely.
digging like, because there is music that has that place where it's like, you do need to dig into it to really understand it. And like
for sure.
understanding the meaning might help you enjoy it more. But then there's a lot of music where it's just like, you put it on and it's just sick.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
And I also, like, with online dating, when people are like, girls can't like metal, I was like,
What are you fucking talking about?
well,
Like,
but
how-
also, like, but then, like, they would be like, do you remember this one guy from this one band? I'm like, I barely know
No,
the
and who
people around
cares?
me.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
So specific.
I don't know.
That's the whole shitty part about metal, period. It's just like, it's this huge pissing contest between everybody.
I'm like, I don't know anybody's names unless I, like, know the band. And
Yeah.
even then, I'm like, fuck, what's that person's name?
It's hard to keep track of.
I can't remember. There's people I blank out that I work with. I'm like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
John. It's John. It's the fucking name everyone has.
Yeah, so how are you supposed to remember the lineup on
Right,
like
and I'm like-
Entombed's third
Right.
album? You know what
Also,
I mean?
like,
It's just
Spotify one year when it does that like breakdown, like here's your top genres.
Oh, I can't wait for mine this year.
Oh, mine. The first year it was like doom metal, stoner metal, post doom metal, and I was like, what's the fucking difference? And I was like, if I don't know
For
if
real.
Spotify doesn't know the difference between what I like, how am I supposed to like tell it to someone who's just trying to like ask me on online dating like
Right,
about
get a
bullshit? And
conversation.
also it's like I don't even know how to answer that because I'm like, I don't know. I've listened to hard music my entire life, and then like because I'm actually like a newer metal person. Like I got into it like less than 5 years ago ish.
Okay.
Actually, this is a pretty fun story. Like people have like tried to get me into metal like over the years. They were like, "You'll really like Lamb of God," and I'm like, I don't like this all that much. Like it's fine. Like I get where they
Yeah.
like stand, but then I was having my tough times leaving New York because I'm like from here and I lived there for a couple years. Had a horrible breakup and was like, all right, I just did a bunch of bullshit that wasn't my finest moments. But like,
Okay.
I was at a barcade and this guy, the guy actually who came to your show,
Oh, cool.
he had a beard. He had like H.R. Giger tattoos, and I ordered a beer, and he's like, "That's a pretty sick beer." And I'm like, "I like beer; it's pretty great."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you want to come see our rare kegs downstairs?" And I'm like, "Absolutely." And then we talked video games, like nerd shit, and then just like bar closed. He's like, "You want to just keep hanging out?" I'm like, "All right, fuck yeah!" Like I'm having a great time. I'm pretty drunk. We've had all the great beers that are had here. We played some video games. You like anime and bullshit? Yeah, let's keep you like cats. I have a cat. Like
That's cool. Yeah.
and so, but then like he was like, I know it's like the day before you're leaving back to Chicago, but there's Opeth is playing with this band called Red Fang. Do you want to go?
I
And I was
remember we
like,
talked about
shit,
this.
yeah, I literally want to avoid the apartment I'm in at all costs. And my ex doesn't want me there. I don't want to be there. So I'll fucking go to a show. And it was like down the street from my apartment too. So
Where
I
was
was
it
like,
at, if you don't mind me asking?
Terminal 5.
Okay. I
Fuck
know.
yeah.
And I
of the
literally
place.
lived like up the street from there. So
That's where
I
I
was,
saw Dillinger.
oh really?
Oh, yeah,
For New Year's,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a great venue.
It's fucking massive. Like,
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
if
huge.
Opeth is playing there.
Yeah. It's a cool venue. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
So I like heard Red Fang and I was like, and I saw like a couple of their music videos. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I fucking love this. And then I was like,
That's like their game too. Those music
Yeah.
videos, like they have got it on lock.
oh, they're
like,
so funny.
yeah.
They're so good. And their new one's awesome. Like it's like it's a app game. You have to
Yeah.
headbang to like fight all these things. And I'm so into that. But I actually fell asleep during Opeth because I had just been partying and going.
That's
and it was like the
understandable,
night
though.
before. And we just like sat down and I like leaned and then I was like,
Got too comfortable.
I'm just gonna lean here for a
How long was
Gonna
it? You
rest
said
my
5 years
eyes.
ago?
Yeah, this was like really late 2014 because
Yeah,
I moved
so Opeth
back.
ditched the metal shit or like
Yeah.
the super metal. I mean, they're still doing it live, but like,
the more prog.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It was
love that band.
Oh, it was so long. I
Never got
couldn't get
into
into it.
Yeah, if you're at a point where it's like, I think if you're not, especially now, if you're going to see Opeth and you aren't like a lifer with that band, you're probably not going to get that much enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, and
That's
I'd
fine.
heard of them over the years, but then I was like, I love this.
They have some
And-
great records for sure.
Yeah,
but-
and then like a buddy of mine here, like we went to the same college and stuff, both graphic designers. Like I was moving back. He actually lives like a mile away from me. And I was
cool.
like, yeah, I saw this band Red Fang. And he's like, oh, they're pretty cool. Do you like metal? And I'm like, I might. And then
So
they're pretty good entry level metal band.
yeah,
right?
it
They're not
was.
too,
And
like-
then because like the guy in New York actually like was like, oh, I want to come out to Chicago. Can I just stay with you? And I was like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. I'm riding this weird wave. And so we would just like pretty much revel and we'd just go
Yeah.
around and do beer and metal shit
nice.
and just get fucked up and eat a lot of food and drink a lot of beer. But we went out to like Kuma's, and so I started following them on Facebook. And then Vukari was releasing a record, and I
Oh,
like
shit.
started to listen. I'm like, I love this.
yeah.
This.
Which band? Which album? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
I honestly don't, and I wish I did. But they did
I
like a
love those
record.
guys.
I love that band.
Yeah. They're an awesome band and they're good people, but I do like the
Yeah,
band a lot
I've met
too.
them all like a couple of times. And they're always like, well, because like Kevin and I like he has like this big crazy beard too, so everyone's like, oh yeah, you guys show up to all the stuff. But like, and I sent it to my buddy, and I was like, I really like this record. He's like, oh, then you're gonna like a bunch of these bands. He just sent me like Pelican, Russian Circles,
Sure, yeah.
ISIS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then like for him, I was like, hey, I'm at this thing called Old Man Gloom. Are you coming? He's like, how the fuck did you get tickets? It's been sold out. I was like,
Yeah.
I just showed up because I decided to come and it looked fun.
Danny was at that show. Was that the show with Mare, where Mare opened? Do you remember?
Holy
I
shit,
literally
that show.
showed
Is that
up.
their,
I
like
think it was that
comeback?
show.
Not
Yeah.
comeback.
I
but it was like
literally
a-
just showed up. I was
was
like,
it at the Bottle?
Yes.
Yep. Then that was
that show. Yeah,
yeah.
Tom. That was like one of the last shows that Tom went to
Yeah,
when
yeah.
he lived here.
Yeah, that show was that was a hot
It was a
commodity
great
in
show.
Chicago. Yeah.
There was probably a shitload of people that you know now.
oh,
Afterwards, that
probably.
were at that. That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
I just showed up because I was like, oh, someone that was an ISIS is in this band. I'll go. And
Yeah,
like
is that
someone,
one of Aaron Turner's bands?
Yeah.
That's one of them. I like Sumac a lot.
yeah, I do
Lot of
too.
people
I
never
saw
really
them
listen to-
recently.
Yeah, they're cool. I never really listened to Old Man Gloom that much. Honestly, ISIS was always hit or miss for me, but I think their good shit is like, oh,
Yeah.
fuck, this is good. But yeah, you got to be in a mood for that shit. Now my like brain is wired to basically never listen to shit like that again. But like,
Fair enough.
maybe I'll get back there one day.
I still haven't been wired for that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I really appreciate like just easy ass songs to listen to that aren't 10 minutes long, that are like pop songs that are. I just think they're catchy.
See, now you
or,
know how I
whatever.
feel.
Yeah, it's cool.
See, you get it
It's
now.
getting
You
older,
finally
man.
got
That's definitely
older,
what
yeah.
it is.
You know why I don't.
I was
subscribe
listening to
a lot
some
of
band
that.
that I thought you would like the other day. It was like a new metal band, and I heard them in this bar, and
I'm picky about my new
shit.
metal, but
it was a
Yeah,
one-word
it's a-
band. It was like they're like Soil era, like
well, sorry guys, I'm not a huge Soil fan.
that's fine. Yeah, I know.
I know I worked for them. I love
their
those
logo
guys.
is like
but
a
I'm not, like, huge
spider.
fan.
It's like a spider.
Cold?
On the, yes, yeah. You like that
That-
band?
Not particularly. There was
Okay.
like two singles that I enjoyed like back.
There's a
way
song.
back
There's
when.
some
They're
song playing in the
back.
bar, and I was like, oh, this song is like Bill would probably like this, but I
It
think
wasn't
it's sick.
their big single was the one "Stupid Girl" or something like that, which fucking
gonna look
that
it up.
sucked.
Oh, I do remember
Do you remember
that
that song?
song.
It's
yeah.
not
that song was not good.
Did they play that on
Um,
Q101 all the time?
Probably, yeah. The
Yeah,
one
this song was totally on Q101 all the
The
time.
one song I did like of theirs, I think it was called "End of the World" or something like that.
I just remember Stupid Girl.
Yeah, that was like the huge like breakout song for them. But No, they imploded because
Suffocate was the song that I heard in the bar.
Oh yes, I do know. What
Yeah,
you're
it sounds
talking
sick,
about.
dude. It's like not good, but I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like totally like some weird.
They're back.
Saliva
They're
stage
touring
shit.
again.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know if they're probably not coming to Chicago. There's no way.
Well, let's not
But,
go.
yeah, it's fun. Yeah, the reason why that band imploded is because the singer was a raging alcoholic and like.
Yeah, that usually kills it.
Yeah, and it was funny because Adam from Soil was like a huge fan, or still is like a huge fan of that band.
Of Cold.
Yeah, and so there was one night they're
weird.
on tour and Cold was playing, and I think the singer's name's like Skeeter or something like that.
That's a
Scooter.
sick name.
It's something
What
weird.
up, Skeeter?
It's something weird if you want to look it up. But
Sick metal name, dude.
so Adam was like, "Sweet, I can hang out with this guy." He's like, "I was a huge fan. It'll be great."
That's a weird.
But this was like the pinnacle of this guy's drinking, and so he like realized, like, man, everybody cleared the fuck out. Like, what's going on here? And as the night progressed, the dude just was like annihilated, and I was like, "What the fuck do I do? Like, I can't just leave the guy. Like, what? Like, how? What? I don't know. Like, I don't know him. I
That's
don't know
like
where
the
any of these people
worst.
are." And like, it kind of tarnished it a little bit for him because he's just like,
Yeah.
"Fuck, that's what this guy's like." That's
I feel like I've been in that situation in like college or something where like, because I also, back to online dating, I feel like we talked way more about metal than online dating.
That's okay. We gotta get back there.
Yeah.
But we'll get
But
there.
I also just have this like aura of please tell me shit.
Yeah.
So I've had people like come up to me and I'm like, I don't know you. And they just start to be like, my mom died yesterday. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then like you said, like they'll get just like super drunk or like someone tells me
Yeah.
something crazy and
Starts
they get
opening up,
super
yeah.
drunk. Like everyone starts to leave and you're like,
Oh, that's why.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
I equate those
Cool.
people to if you've ever seen Wayne's World, the first one, when
Yep.
what's his name, Ed O'Neill, is that the guy from Married with Children? He's like the owner of like
Yeah. I think
Nikitas
so.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And when they're talking to him, and he just says that line that I say every time when I get into those situations where it's somebody, it's like they kind of just get stuck to you because you're literally the only person there. And I just think of the line where he's like, "Why did they come to me to die? Why did they come to me to die?" And you're like, "Whoa, what are we doing? Get the camera out of here!" You know. And that's what it always reminds me of. Like, I don't know what that is. I get in those situations a lot where I end up.
It's so
I
weird.
think, like, because it's just you're super friendly, you know, like.
yeah, I got that face
And you don't say,
apparently.
like-
just like,
I mean,
Please,
you're kind of
talk
like me,
to
where it's
me.
like you don't really say no. Like you're just kind of
Right.
like, "Hey, what's up?" Like I'm not gonna shut you down because I don't know you. It's like, go ahead,
Right.
and then you're like, "Shit." It's like, when do I back out of this? And it's like
Yeah.
I'm so deep into it now that it's like, oh fuck, and you
It's-
just, yeah, it's a
it's-
weird situation.
it always is. Well, now that, because like, I mean, I got lucky. Kevin and I do like all the same music and experience it in similar ways. So we go to a lot of the same shows, or there's like a more of a me band and more of a him band. But like, we still have fun. So
Yeah.
like, when I'm with a guy, no one fucking talks to me. If I'm alone, it is like, I always joke, like, if I have like a certain outfit on, I'm like, it's a good outfit if he just has to go to the bathroom and someone's like, "Hey, how are you?" I love, because
Yeah.
I love this t-shirt, but it's Suspiria, and they just had the remake. Like, did you hear they made a remake? Did you hear about it? Do you like the movie? Do you like Dario Argento? Do you like Goblin? And I'm like, what?
like
What?
Goblin.
I do like Goblin.
They're pretty cool. I like that Goblin Rebirth record they did. I thought that was.
Oh,
really
I
good.
didn't listen to that one yet, but
Yeah, it
I
came
love
out a few
the
years ago. But
I love the Suspiria soundtrack. The whole thing is
Yeah, it's good too.
awesome. But like, people like immediately start talking to me. But like, yeah, it's just like one of those like weird moments. But also like at metal shows, guys wouldn't talk to me because especially when I was single, I'm like, everyone here is someone I could date, just look wise, whatever. And they would like, no one would talk to me.
yeah,
And part of it was like one of,
interesting.
well, I ran into one of our, like I've actually run into two different work people like at shows that are like vendors or like their agency. And they're like, "Hey,"
Oh.
and like one of them was like, "Yeah, it was so cool running into you at Mastodon. Like I felt great knowing the only girl there." And I was like,
Oh, but
yeah, I was like, that's awesome. But also there is some of that, like, because I was like, sometimes only one of like three girls. And I was definitely the only one that was not
Yeah.
attached to a dude. And people are like, "Where's your boyfriend? What's he doing?"
That's
I'm like,
the
"I'm
usual
just
assumption.
that is a huge assumption. That's
Yeah.
We
seriously,
assume that if
yeah.
there's any attractive girl at a metal show, she's probably there with somebody.
Or like
you know?
dating with someone in the band. I'm like, "No, I'm just here." And they're like, "Oh," but like no one would speak to me because I think, and everyone's like, "Well, you were kind of scary looking," and I'm like, "I'm not that scary looking."
Yeah, compared to everybody else that's there, like it's kind of a similar vibe. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
But I was like,
don't know.
"Oh, okay, that's weird."
I also on purpose don't approach anybody at shows, like especially women, Because like I said earlier, like that's my like I don't want to think about that shit while I'm there. You know what I mean? And it's like being in a band that after Decapitated, anything is super fucking risky. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I get so paranoid about that shit all the time, especially on tour.
Gotta play those 21 Over shows all the time.
Yeah, but not even that. It's just like you don't do stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like, and guys are very metal dudes, especially are very prone to doing stupid shit.
I don't think it's just metal guys. I think it's anybody.
No, I think that's
situations.
But it happens a lot in the metal scene. I see it a lot in the metal scene.
Well, you're more into the metal scene. Like, I'm sure if you looked into the other genres, like, they all have
absolutely. Yeah, that is
I mean,
true.
it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I can see. It doesn't happen to me, but I can see, like, how tempting it is. Like, you know, in a situation like that and a girl starts chatting you up.
And it's just gross. I don't know. Like, whenever I go to a metal show and there's a single girl there and I see 8 metal dudes trying so hard, I'm just like, this is
the last thing. Yeah, I'm the same way. The last thing I want to do is talk to like the chick at a metal show. I'm like, I have nothing of importance to say to her.
I mean, I would try and talk to people, but I'm pretty good at like, I'm like, all right, 3 beers in, and I can be like, hey, I like your insert any compliment ever, because that was my
beard,
like thing, like
shirt, shoes, hair.
You have sick
skin
hair.
complexion.
Right. No, I would get a lot on online dating. People be like, I love your hair. And I when I had a Twitter to try and be funny, I just said like anytime someone in online dating like says they like my hair, and it was just that gif of Han Solo just going, I know. Because I'm like, you don't shave half your fucking head because you think it's like okay.
Yeah, because you know it looks good.
I'm being an asshole. With my
beard. It's the whole beard thing. Like that. I get it.
I was so guilty of that. I think that's because I was like, well, I also wanted to see like, what was the message I sent to Kevin that like hooked him? Because I'm like, because I messaged him first because he was like,
that's a player
this
move.
Girl,
that's a good ass move right
he's like,
there.
this girl doesn't want to talk to me, and I'm like, hey, and I like couldn't. I was like, did I say something stupid like I like your beard? And he's like, no, it was actually thought out because you like it was obvious you read my profile, picked something from it, and started a conversation and asked questions like a person.
Right.
Yeah.
And you didn't just say something stupid. I mean, even if I did say something stupid, he was like, it would have been fine, but like it's obviously thought out. So I was like, oh, okay. But there were some people I'm like, I like that beard.
Yeah.
I have a type.
I get it all the time now. I used to never get it. People used to not be about the beards, or at least they wouldn't say it.
It's
but
now.
Now, it's only gotten like bigger now, and that's like everybody's like your beard, and I'm like, yeah, okay, like
It's like,
fuck, finally. I mean, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but there's more to me than just this, you know.
No, there isn't,
Right.
but sure. That's what you gotta tell yourself.
I'm meeting some fun fact, good for this theme later tonight. I'm supposed to be meeting somebody that I met on OkCupid that I mentioned on OkCupid. Yeah, so
What's she into? What does she do?
she is a cosmetologist.
Nice.
Ooh,
And
you got a type,
I don't really know what she's into. I don't know, like
Didn't you date a cosmetologist before, right?
yeah, more than once.
More than one. Yeah, what
But,
the fuck is that? You got a
don't know,
profession
man.
type, I guess.
I guess. Yeah. Well, she does that, and she also works at a record store and
Oh,
cool.
sweet.
some shit
All
like
right.
that.
Some high
yeah, it
fidelity
could be
shit
cool.
right there.
Yeah, but I don't know if I like that or not yet. So I'm just kind of like, do we have to talk about music? Does that mean that's what we got to talk about? Like,
She probably wouldn't want to. She works at like a record
I don't know.
store.
Tell
We'll
her
see.
her highlighter looks awesome. That
Okay.
works.
There you go.
I 100% actually did make out with a guy in a bar once because he's like, your contouring looks amazing. And I'm like, get over here.
that's cool. I don't know if I'm trying to make
awesome.
out tonight. We'll see. It's just
I mean, it
very
doesn't
like,
matter. But that was where I was when that happened. I was
Right.
like, all right.
Yeah, but how often does that get said? You know, by a dude
Literally
like
only
that? Yeah,
time.
see? So that's
You want to get
understandable.
points.
my head's
Write
literally
this stuff down,
still
Jason.
in tour mode. So like, me trying to date is kind of like, why am I even trying to do this? Like, part of me tonight is like, is this just going to be a waste of my time? But then a part of me is like, you should be doing this, so go do it. Like,
Life's an adventure, man.
yeah.
I mean,
Gotta
it
do
does. It is
She's
like ebbs
cool.
and flows. Because like when I met Kevin, I was like, I'm kind of done. I don't want to fucking do this right now.
Yeah.
I had a few like really bad dates, like one
Yeah,
after
right. You never know
another.
what can happen, and then shit like that happens. So that's
Yeah.
where I'm like, "Whoa, that could happen to me. That's a possibility."
You never
like,
know.
You never
Yeah.
exactly. So
Because I met him actually because like it was like a really shitty time. I was like working 2 jobs like at my job.
when did you meet him? If you don't mind me asking, not to interrupt you, just for context.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was no, I know. It was right after because Scorched Tundra is Labor Day weekend every year. That's at Metal Fest at the Bottle, which everyone should go to. But it was like,
Are they doing that this year?
yes, they are, and everyone
sure
should
they
go. But it was like right like October.
Uh huh.
October. because I was going to like 2 weddings back to back. I was going to classes for my job, working 2 jobs at my job, but no extra money. 3 of her coworkers died in a freak car accident. And like, I was trying to be like a maid of honor at one of these weddings, like half like the country away. So I was like overloaded. Like the schoolwork was like a ton, but it was also just like a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah.
And I was just, and then there was a point somewhere in there that I was like, I need to go back to therapy. I fucking need to go back to therapy. Like this is like, I feel shitty all the time. Like my job is like awful. Like fuck all of this. And then I like had this like one weekend where I was just like, this is my last bender weekend. This is it. Like I find my therapist Monday. That's where this goes. Because actually that guy from New York was in that weekend. And I was like, all right. Like the whole weekend with him like made me realize I'm like, all right. Some of the stuff from my past relationships has fucked me up. I'm leaning on a person that I really like because I know he can't hurt me and that it's not going to go anywhere. And that's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah, it is a problem, a little bit. I guess it depends on how you look at it, though. You know
I mean, it was like, for a long time I liked guys because I was like, you can't hurt me. Like, I can go all into this because like, this isn't going to go anywhere. You're in another state. Like, or I'm leaving soon. Like, I don't have to deal with this. So, and then I was like, oh, I've let some of my past garbage leak into my relationships and that's not cool. Yeah. So I was like, all right, like we had like a goodbye weekend and then we were like, all right, I'm gonna step off now. And, but yeah. And then like a month and a half later, I met him and I even said, I was like, I'm like a scared deer. You gotta like give me a minute.
Right.
Because I didn't go off online dating right away, mostly because I needed something to do while pooping.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's great poop entertainment.
It's a great
poop.
It is, yeah. Because then like people like messaged me shitty shit. And I was like, man, I might miss this, but maybe not.
Yeah.
But not totally. Like, where will my entertainment come from? And so then I was like, all right, I'm all in. Like sometime in November. And then we've just kind of like been together ever since. But like,
nice.
I was like in a
this past November?
No, like 2016.
Okay, so
there
a few years.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
I was like, oh, when was it? Because I was even like getting stuff together for this, and I'm like, when was this? 2015. Because also like 2015, I did not sleep because I was working new business and advertising. So there were like all-nighters, like weekenders, like didn't sleep, drank too much. And I was like, but when you're just like so tired, you're like, fuck, what day is it? What happened?
Everything bleeds together.
Yeah. But there was actually somebody on online dating that, because sometimes it was about fascination. Because there was this guy that, because I tried also eHarmony, which don't recommend for anyone under the age of like 75.
Yeah.
Don't do it. One, it's super fucking expensive. And it's very obvious
How
that
much
it was.
Is it?
I paid like $160 for like a couple of months, but my mom was like, I'll pay for it so you can try and find somebody. I was like,
damn, wish my mom would do that.
Yeah.
It's like nice, but also insulting.
It is a little, I can see how it could be a little insulting.
Because you're like, do you think I need help that bad? And she's like, well, whatever you're doing is, and she'd also be like, you're really intimidating. So like, maybe like dial it back. And
you
like,
think so?
Oh, fuck that.
I don't know. Now I don't. But like, she was like, you're so fucking tall. You wear tall shoes.
How tall are you?
I don't know, 5'7".
Okay.
But
I'm 5'7".
But I'm wearing like really tall shoes.
Say if you wear heels.
True, yeah, I'm not wearing
because I can just look like a fucking gazelle all the time, and I will.
I don't think that's so intimidating. I guess it depends on the dude.
Yeah,
person.
It does. But she was saying all that shit. So I went on eHarmony, but it's like you don't talk to the person until you get through like the screening questions.
Yeah,
and one of them,
on.
and it was like.
Wait, what are the screening questions?
So one
like
of them,
ones they set up. Like
you set your own screening questions up.
That's
so you get through like
weird.
round one, and it's like I can't remember what round one was, but then the second round is deal breakers.
If you have a colonoscopy bag,
has that happened?
I'm assuming because old people
no,
on
no, like it was like really deep, weird shit. It was like, what are your deal breakers? Is like someone who cheats. Somebody who
okay.
What the fuck?
It was
Who
like,
would put that there?
Right.
What a
Is that
waste.
a deal breaker for you?
Oh yeah, cheating.
Bummer.
What the fuck?
Fuck, you're telling me I
no
can't
shit.
cheat on you? Oh,
well, but
man.
then it was like other stuff, and it like because mine were like has a clingy family, like doesn't set boundaries or whatever. Like I can't remember.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I
that.
dated a guy who had like insane clingy family issues, where his mom wanted to sleep in the same bed as her adult son, and
is
my ex did
insane.
not find anything wrong with that. So I was like, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's weird.
I gotta go. So I was like, can't have a clingy family, whatever. And this guy, like, he lived on a commune in Indiana for like 6 months.
Dude,
because he
how
liked
do you find
farms. I don't know, but like
This is what blows my mind about you
so
is
he
that
was
you come
also
across
like
this
kind of
shit.
hot, but he had like like he was like an engineer. So I was
Okay.
like, okay, like he's
Well-to-do,
but I
yeah,
also
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and he's like from the burbs, like he's from around here
He lives on a
actually.
commune.
Well, so I didn't know this on the because it like on eHarmony it doesn't like you
they're
don't have
on a
like a
section
profile.
for commune.
No, there isn't a section for commune.
Okay.
And so like we started talking and he was like, I lived on a commune for like 6 months, moved back in with my parents because like my brother like just had a baby and I wanted to be close to them. And I'm like, okay, that's okay.
Little-
Like save money,
Little odd,
whatever.
but all right.
Cool. And he's like, yeah, I can't work over 40 hours a week because I've just found out that like that's not for me. And I'm like, my life is going to be fucking terrifying for you because I've worked 40 hours in like 3 days.
Right.
Like not at all. But then he was like, hey, do you have any tattoos? And I was like, yeah, I do. I'm like, but you know, I know they're not for everybody. Like I work in an industry where it's cool to have tattoos and I'm lucky for that. But like, do you have any tattoos? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, that's cool. He goes, have you ever heard the phrase, you don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari? And I was like,
Ugh.
yep. And he was like, that's why I don't have one. And I was like, hey man, that's actually like kind of offensive because like
yeah, what?
Very
I'm like-
insulting.
that's super insulting because that infers that my body is not a Ferrari. And also I put a lot of time and money and effort and like
Yeah, that's also a
personal
weird outlook to
collections.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, so, you know, that's why, but like there's something like so weird. And then he was like so offended that I was offended by his, he's like, I thought it was funny. And I was like,
No, it's not.
No,
kinda
it's not,
shitty.
you
it's not
fucking
funny
idiot.
though. Like, and like, what? And Kevin and I actually wanted to catfish him because we were like, what the fuck is up with this guy? I'm like, you need to read some of these emails that he sent me. Cause like, I was like, hey man, I don't think we're going to work out. And he's like, you seem kind of like high and mighty about your stances in life. And I'm like, well, I work a lot. And the fact that like you don't, and oh, he also had a flip phone.
Cool.
And he's like, I need
I
a
think
That's kind of cool.
off the grid shit. Yeah.
He had
he
a
have
flip
Snake
phone.
on it, though?
No, because
Oh, that's
here's
cool.
the deal.
Oh no.
He said he has a flip phone because it keeps him grounded. And I was like, so is that
Oh,
like a fucking problem
like
for
one
you?
of those dudes.
What do you mean
Yeah.
grounded? What?
Like he's not Mr. Smartphone and like connected.
It
and,
keeps
like,
him
right?
grounded. And I was like, oh, okay, that's funny. But then like at some point, like he got like mad at me for not wanting to meet. And I was like, dude, it's just not going to work out. Like, because I'm like, it was really
Wait.
offended by the tattoo thing.
How
And like,
far into these conversations was he like?
well, he
we
asked
should
me for
still
my
meet. That's
email address.
crazy.
Well, because he was like, well,
That's
why did
also
you keep this
weird.
going for so long? Because we talked for a while. But he would like come into the city and be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Like,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay. He's like, I'm at a dinner with all of my, it was like a college reunion. Do you want to come to this college reunion?
Fucking no.
And I was like, and he's like, it's at like 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like,
Sure.
dude, I've been like off work for hours now. Like,
yeah.
also, I don't want to come to your college reunion. I don't want to go to my college reunion.
yeah, let alone somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've
Jesus.
never met them?
No, and he was like, then he'd be like, do you want to get coffee at 10 a.m. on a Saturday? And I'm like, dude,
Yes.
I work so much. No, I need to fucking
I think that's
sleep.
a sick date idea. If somebody was like,
Well,
let's
it
get
depends on
coffee
the
Saturday morning,
person,
I'd be like,
though.
yeah.
So yeah, but like at the time, now I would be like, fuck yeah. But like at the time, I work, like I cannot understate like how shitty these hours were. So like Saturday sometimes was like my only day to just catch up.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, nobody. And then he'd be like, well, why did you keep stringing me on like along so long? I was like, I wasn't, but like you were never available.
Yeah.
Like I have to take a train out there, like, which is fine. I'll do that. But like, also you insulted my body and my tattoos. So that's kind of not awesome. He's like, yeah, I was really like surprised at your reaction. I'm like,
What?
why? I'm like, I think that's like where I'm like, that's the crux of this, dude. That
like ineptitude
and
or
he,
like,
like,
that kind of stuff.
he was texting me and it was like all caps. And I wanted to be like, that must have been a fucking journey for you on your fucking flip phone, asshole.
Yeah, right. It's a long time.
Gotta hit the one
Unless there's
button
a-
and
right,
click
to shift and, like-
through,
Yeah.
and you live
Unless
with your
they have
parents.
like a capitals button now.
I can't remember. It's been so long since I've
Yeah,
had a
I have
phone
not
like that.
touched one, and I was like, oh Jesus! Like, and why are you mad at me? Like, I had tons of guys get mad at me because they're like, you don't want to date, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
no.
That,
I don't know.
see, that's the other thing.
That's like
of,
incel shit, though.
Absolutely. But that's another thing I don't get about like that type of dude where let's say he's talking to a chick and she's like, I'm not into this. And all of a sudden they turn it into this, fuck you, blah, 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 and they attack you. And it's like, now what's the end result of that? You think she's going to be like, you know what? You're right. I think I do like you. You seem very grounded and adjusted. Let's go out to a very secluded fucking place. I would love
Take
to do
you
that.
to your
Like,
murder bar.
yeah, like fuck.
I think it's
you.
just people are on there for a
That shit.
vendetta. I mean, there's not just dudes that do that either.
No,
There are
I'm
totally.
sure. I'm sure it goes both ways.
I've definitely
yeah.
had it. Like,
I've never. Thankfully, I don't talk to
Yeah.
enough people.
I've had a
but
lot
like,
of weird
Now I
situations,
feel like I
dude.
need to really just.
You need to
do
get
it
back in there,
more
talk to everybody.
just to get these stories. Like I don't,
Well, you
even
know
want to
what?
fucking
I mean, it's
date.
not
I
that
just want
sick
the.
to live it though. Like,
No, I
I'm not
feel
gonna
like-
take it serious. Like I would.
Yeah.
I
you
could
will
care
have to
less.
dig deep though to get those
To get to
stories,
those?
man. Yeah,
Ah,
fuck
there's
yeah.
a
It
lot
doesn't
of
happen on the surface. Like,
Do you want to just like take my account and just do it, and then just
no,
show me?
Ooh,
Like,
because I have to
will.
invest
you want
in
to?
my
I'll just give you
own.
my login.
Like, hi, and I'll be like,
Go ahead, have
Bill,
at
you're
it.
going on a
Find me the
date on
craziest-
Tuesday. I hope you got
No, I don't want to
nothing.
do that, but just find crazy people.
Oh, you should. That'd be awesome, dude. You should just go in blind.
It's
I want to do that, but it's hard.
Do they still do like blind date things? Like
they do speed dating.
speed dating. That's what I was thinking of.
I wouldn't do that. I don't like
Why
that.
not?
Because it's not. I need time.
I think it'd be interesting. We should do it.
Okay.
We should do it for an episode.
That would
Go
actually be
speed
super
dating?
fun.
I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Where
a
would
speed
we
date.
go?
There's got to be somewhere.
Okay.
Right?
If it's free,
I
I'm
don't
down.
know. I'm sure there's a Groupon for something.
Yeah. We'll find a deal.
Ooh,
Ugh.
or we can just make a speed dating because I'm always like, I've got an idea for a thing. Let's do it. Let's
I don't
make
know.
a speed
Part of me
dating
is just like,
event.
I think
I
this
wish
is
the
a bad
show was
idea.
like bigger and we can pull something like that off. That'd be great.
Yeah.
All you need is a little bit of charisma and just like a spark of an idea and a bunch of friends.
Yep, not
Yeah.
gonna happen then. We have none of that.
Yeah, I think I should watch it, though. Nah, like,
I have charisma.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right,
I'm trying to
you're
think
gonna
of-
have to facilitate this for us.
I would 100. I actually love wingmanning. It's like one of my
It
favorite
is
things
sick.
to do.
Wingmanning is cool. It's a lot of fun.
As long as people are good at it, it's fine.
Yeah.
But man, I've
I
got some
actually
friends
did
who-
it
Alex
for.
is a great wingman.
Oh, really?
Is
No.
he?
Yeah, I think he's good.
He's not.
I think he's good.
He's
I
one
do
of those
think he's
dudes that
good.
self-proclaims it. Where I'm like, I don't believe it.
Oh, he's sick at it. It depends on the person.
It also kind of depends
Sometimes
on
it
the night
backfires,
and like the crowd. Because like I've tried to like wingman for people and like you're like, okay, this isn't fun. No one's biting. Let's just like hang out and have a good time now.
Yeah.
But like I like went out, like one of our friends in New York actually, she was like, none of our friends will go to the gay bars with me. And I'm like, I'll go to the gay bars with you. I thought I was gonna get hit on, and she's like, no, they know you're straight. And I'm like, damn it.
Oh, they
Tell
know
from
right
a
away.
mile away.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. But like we went out to like a bi bar or something. Like it was in New York, so there was like a bar for everything. And I literally did the Barney Stinson, like, have you met my friend Morgan? And it worked. They dated for like at least hooked up for like 6 months. And I was
All
like,
right, there you go.
well,
Nice.
and it was funny because I was like, did you get her number? And she's like, fuck, I didn't. She went down to the subway and I was like, hold on. And I like swiped my card. I'm like drunk and sprinting.
Sprinted out after.
And I'm like,
That's a good
my
friend.
friend's an
Holy shit.
asshole. She didn't get your number. Can I grab it for her? And she's like, yeah. Like, I think just like the scene of me just like gangly ass, just
I'm
Yeah, Alex
doing
would
this
never
for
do
you. Like that's awesome.
Alex would never do that.
Run? No.
Yeah, no. Or like go that far. He would never do
He wouldn't
that.
go 10 feet for you,
He's got
probably.
some tactics, though.
I'm sure he
that
does.
like, oh,
He's a
I
very
get it.
outgoing dude, though, so I get
Yeah.
that. Like,
I mean, I'm outgoing. Like when we're out and about, like we end up talking to people, and like sometimes Kevin's in the mood for that, and sometimes he isn't. And sometimes I'm like, I can talk to everybody here, and he's like, okay, that's where I drop you off, and I'm gonna head out. You chat with everyone under the
your
sun,
night, see you
and
later.
yeah.
Ugh.
that's fair.
But like, yeah, that comes in handy with because then you like at least have like some sort of like conversation, and then like
Yeah.
I'm not single, so then like it can't turn into like a thing. So then you've got like there you go.
Yeah.
Like you can just facilitate and then slowly fade away.
People are fucking weird. They're so
They
weird.
sure are.
Especially on dating sites. And it's not just dudes. Like, I've definitely told this story on the podcast before. This chick actually hit me up the other day again, which was really weird. and then like stopped saying everything again, which was really weird. So probably back when January, when we were having those polar vortexes, I still had to go to work those days, but we got out early. I matched with somebody that was in Chicago for the weekend and like lived in Indiana, like not that far.
Okay, I think I remember that.
I've definitely talked about this on the show.
Yeah, I was
before.
like, I actually kind of remember this because I listened to that.
Yeah, and she was like, very weird person, like very pushy in a weird, subtle way. But they were like, I don't know. I remember I'm trying to recall it correctly, but we had some argument at some point and like about, because she lived on her own in Indiana because she could afford a house because it's like $2 a month for rent there.
Right.
And I lives with my parents because we're touring and this and that. And I was just like, yep, like I live at home. And she asked me and she's like, well, how do you hook up with people? And I'm like, it's none of your fucking business. Like,
Yeah.
and then another
Just
part of
trying
me
to
was
plan
just
out the
like,
weekend,
yeah.
you
And
know?
I was just like, and I was like, I don't know, my parents' house. Like, I do it anyway. Like, I don't care. Like, you know what I mean?
Put the hat on the door.
Yeah, and I was
You're
just
good
like,
to go,
I don't
man.
know. I was like, that's how I do it if you're really that concerned about it. And I was like really pissed off about it. I was like, this is stupid. Like,
I mean, I can understand why she asked that.
I mean, it's something that people think about, but like just being
you don't
like,
ask that shit to
No.
a person. No, that's way overstepping. You don't
Was
think
that
that's
like
overstepping?
early in the conversation?
Yes.
Okay, that's a little
yeah,
much.
see,
Yeah,
that's
it was
Later
like-
on down the road, if you have a rapport, yeah.
I mean, it was
you know.
like I hadn't met this person in person yet.
Yeah,
so
see,
that's
that's
definitely,
weird.
I never met
Yeah.
this person in person because a lot of things that happened. But she was like making fun of me about it. I was like, do you think that's like funny?
Oh,
Like,
fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like,
go fuck
and I was just
yourself.
like, what? And then later, like 2 days later, she revealed to me that she had never had actual like physical intercourse with the person. So I'm like, what the fuck? You're making fun of me about that and you've never fucked anybody? Like, and so part of me immediately.
no, wait, hold on. Now I have a question. So
Yeah.
did she like just not have sex, or was it just like no, like didn't hook? Because I've dated someone who was like that. Like they had never had sex before me.
Yeah.
But they had like done everything else. So I was like, that's fine.
She said no physical intercourse was what I was described as.
How
Which what
old is
I was
she?
told. A couple of years younger than me, like maybe 24, 25.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but immediately, part of me in my head is like, this part of my head goes off where I'm like, fuck, that's like, I could tell this person probably is hyper self-conscious about this. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
they never fucked anybody, or at least like, because she kept talking about like phone sex and shit. And I think that's like the worst in the world. I'm never going to do it again. I think it's ridiculous. And
Again.
Like, yeah, I've
Okay.
done it before.
All right.
Yeah. And like, I'm just
know
like,
that.
this is stupid. It's pointless to me. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't get anything out of it. I think it's stupid. It's not for me.
Yeah.
You know? But a lot of people enjoy that shit for real. Like, and that's fine. People do whatever the fuck they want to do. But
Do
like,
what you gotta do. Yeah.
I just think it's like point. And she was like, well, why do you think it's stupid? I'm like, I don't know. Cause having actual sex is like way cooler. Like, you know, and
Right.
I'm just like, I don't know. There's no appeal to it to me. It's just like, I don't.
And also, that's like fucking fine. Like, there's,
Yeah.
like, if it doesn't appeal to you, you've tried it. Like, also, you know, I also hate it when people are like, well, you've never tried it, so how do you know? And I'm
Yeah.
like, because it just doesn't sound like something
Yeah,
I
'cause-
want to
Right.
do.
Yeah. You know, and so it was this whole weird thing. And I was just like, I get that you haven't fucked before, and that's fine. But like, I'm not into the phone sex. And it was just like, I had to put like this weird.
Was
I'm
she
like,
pushing that?
yeah, like a lot. And
Okay.
we like, I don't know. She was a really weird person. And like, I'm trying to remember where things went, but I mean, it just weirder layers of like this self-conscious shit kept coming about like in our conversations. And I was just like, these are like a lot of red flags. You know what I mean? It's just like things where I'm like, like, no,
Yeah, I
no,
don't think you're the
no.
dude
And it's just
for,
like,
Yeah.
help her with that.
yeah. And I mean, part
And
of me,
that's fine. That's understandable.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
like if somebody was like, I've never had sex before. It's not going to be me like, oh no, we can't date. Like that's not it at all.
Right,
you know,
right.
and like,
It's the
but the way
approach.
that the way that things were going about in these conversations, where I was just like, man, I don't know if I like. And she was always this person that was like seeking out some type of validation from me, like compliments or something. And I'm like, this is weird. Like, you don't even know me like that, you know? Like, what am I going to say?
I'm guessing she must be pretty secluded wherever she is.
I don't know, but
Yeah,
It
it
just
kind of
doesn't get
sounds like
any
that. 'Cause
sort of,
like,
It just, shit was just super weird all the time. And like, I remember one of those days of the polar vortex, like I took an edible because like I got home from work early and I like watched Roadhouse. It was an awesome time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Like,
That sounds like a great time.
my tolerance is really low. And like after you take an edible, I always feel like slightly, not hungover, but you feel like cloudy the next day. Like my
Yeah.
brain's like, ugh, like fuck, like I don't want to talk to, and I had to go to work. So I was just like, I'm just going to phone in my job, be on autopilot mode all day, and then I'll shake this by tomorrow, which is normally how it works. And like, I was at work and we were texting a little bit, but she was not really in the texting mood. And she kept saying shit like, I just don't think we should talk anymore. And I was like, where are you getting that? What? Okay. Like, weird shit like that. And it's just like, all right. And like, I told her, I was like, listen, like I took an edible. Like the night before, I told her before I took the edible, I was like, listen, I put my phone down when I do this shit because like I will say some whack ass shit that I think is super funny and you won't understand. Like, whatever it happens to be.
That's actually a good policy.
Yeah, that's just like, I don't want to say
sometimes
some
I have to like look at my phone
shit.
after I've been drinking. I'm like,
what have I done?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's top 10, it's fine. But but you don't want to risk it.
Yeah. And I was very communicative about that. I was like, listen, I'm about to take a fucking edible and I have a really low tolerance. And like, I always say shit that I think is not anything offensive, but like, I just don't want to sound weird as hell.
Very inside.
Yeah,
type,
and I was just like, I don't want to be talking to you about that shit at all.
Also, it's your fucking prerogative to like take an edible, not text anybody, and fucking watch Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Like,
right. That's your. That's
I
your
hate
saying,
it when people expect you to be texting all the time. Like,
but people do.
I can text all the time because I have iChat on my computer, so I can just be like, tickety tickety. Tickety tickety. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't matter. And like, but sometimes I can. And then but people are like, is everything okay? And you're like, yeah, I just can't text you right now.
That's the whole thing. A lot of people live in that world now because this is 2019 and people do text constantly. That's just part of it.
But don't we all have fucking jobs?
We do have jobs. We do have things. And there should be a
Yeah.
mutual understanding of that. But sometimes I understand that people get issues where it's just like, I'm used to talking to this person a lot. And then I'm not hearing from them. That's automatically like, all right, something's up.
Wrong.
So I try to give people like that the benefit of the doubt by being like, because sometimes I'm that way. If I'm talking to somebody a lot and then it's just like you don't hear anything for a while, it's like, oh shit, something was probably said that might have set this off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happens
I can
sometimes.
see that
It does
too.
happen.
It
sometimes.
does. No, totally.
So like
But you teed it up. You're like, I'm gonna get
that's
high
the
and
whole
watch
thing.
Roadhouse.
And I don't have to say that shit. Nobody has to nobody
you
has
don't
to say
have
that
to.
stuff. Like
It's
I
nice,
just
though.
I do it all the
exactly.
time.
So then
just-
part of me was just like, I'm just gonna say it
Yeah.
to get it out there. Like, yo, I'm high as fuck.
Well, shit, I did that
gotta
to you the
go.
other day. I was like,
Yeah.
hey man, like I gotta cut the conversation off. Like I gotta do a podcast.
And I was like, every time someone says that, I'm like, no, pay attention to me all the time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's
It's
just
I
like,
don't know. It just feels like a courtesy more than anything.
Exactly,
Like,
and that's what I was
'cause
trying
I feel
to
bad
do.
that like, and then like I end up not talking to that person after a while
Yeah.
because I just fucking forget. Like I get back into my routine of work or
Well, and
whatever.
I think that's fine. Like,
And then
I
I'll
was never
eventually be
weird
like, hey.
about that. Like,
yeah.
like if it was like, because sometimes you can tell when there's like something gets cut off, and you're like,
yeah, something's going on.
something
for
happened,
sure.
or like sometimes there's like a mutual fade out, but just to like be like,
Yeah.
I'm getting high and watching Roadhouse. I'm not going to be texting.
To be
and-
fair, I didn't know I
I'll-
was going to be watching Roadhouse. That was kind of a natural progression
well,
of the night.
I think that's most people that do edibles.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's
My parents were watching it, and then I was just like, what is going on? in
Yeah,
this
do it.
Let's
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, it
They
was
just
very,
start. All right,
very
who's
weird.
got popcorn?
But like, yeah,
So
I
then
was.
what did she say like after that? Like,
Well, the next day was kind of weird. It was like I had felt like my head was really cloudy. I wasn't really in the mood to talk to anybody. So we like touched base a little bit in the morning, but we were barely talking. Like to me though, I was like, I'm fine with this. I'm not really going to instigate that much more conversation because my job is to like call people. That's what I
Yeah.
do. I'm on the
Right,
phone. So it's
yeah.
like, I didn't even want to do that day. So part of me was like, oh, this is great. I don't have to talk that much via text. I'll just do this shit on my job, phone it in, blah, blah, blah. I'll be out of here, go home and get some good sleep and then be fine the next day. And like, I'm not really on my phone that much at work, period. Like I could be. We have the chance to be, because it's slow sometimes, or it's like an easy thing to multitask at my job. But I wasn't that day.
be nice.
And like,
yeah.
I got another text where I was just like, I was in the middle of some heated ass phone call. I got a text from her, another one that was just like, hey, I just don't think like this is making any sense. Like we shouldn't be talking. And I was like, I just like was so like over with my day as it is. I just responded. I was like, listen, like, I think you're right. There's been some weird fucking red flags here. I don't really understand where any of this is coming from, but I don't need any of that right now. So yeah, I'm in like
Pull the
agreement.
Band-Aid off.
Yeah. And then she was just like, fine. And like, blocks me from everything. And I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? I was just like, I don't fucking care. And then literally like 2 days ago, I thought I was having a fucking fever dream, dude, because I got like baked. It was the day after we got home from tour. So I got high as shit because Canadian weed is like not sick. So I'm like,
sick.
I'm baked.
You hear that,
like,
Canada?
I was baked as fuck. So then the next morning I woke up and I was like, ugh, like fuck, like I'm feeling it a little bit. And I got a text from some number I didn't know. And I was just like, she was just like, hey, the message was like, hey, Jason, just wanted to like, just thought about you the other day, wanted to see how you were doing. And I'm like, what? And like, I have a bad habit of never saving anybody's number unless I'm like, this is for sure going to be something. Otherwise, I never do it, which is not a good habit to do.
I do that with like acquaintances. Like,
yeah.
It's not even people I'm trying to date, but yeah.
Yeah, so like, I didn't have this number saved. The texts were deleted because this person had, maybe she unblocked me or whatever. I don't know. I actually don't know if she blocked me other than we just stopped talking because I had nothing else to say at that point. But like, I was just like, and I was like, who is this? And she was like, oh, I don't know if you'll remember me, but this is blah, blah, blah. And I didn't at first, and I was like, no, you got to do something more. I was like, I told her, I was like, you're gonna have to send me a picture because I don't fucking remember.
Holy shit!
Like, I don't, because
that's a sick move though. I like that. Even though you like, holy shit!
What move?
I don't know who the fuck you are. Like that's holy shit.
I mean,
that's
I was
awesome.
just being honest. I was like,
no, it's great. But I mean, like, that's a good power move.
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, then she sent me a picture. I was like, oh gosh, shit. And then I was just like, it was weird. We talked, and she was like, yeah, like I was seeing it, and I was just like, yeah, I've been good. Like I just got home from like touring for 3.5 weeks, and I'm still kind of high, but like I'm good. And like she was like, yeah, I was seeing somebody in the city, and like it didn't work out because their schedules didn't really line up. So immediately I'm thinking, I'm like, well, if I'm on tour, how are our schedules going to be? Like, what? There's no way that I didn't say anything though. I was like, I could easily like turn this into like, I could be like, well, like I hate to break it to you.
Right.
Yeah, but it was literally, it was so funny because I literally just said like, yeah, I just got home last night from being on the road for 3.5 weeks.
Right.
You know, and then like, so I laid that out there. It's all out in the open.
Yeah.
And then she was like, yeah, I kind of stopped seeing this guy because our schedules didn't line up. So part of me is like, I mean, either A, you're lying, that's not true. B, I would be like, if you are lying, that's kind of weird because I don't really need to know any of this information, but you're just kind of telling me. I would really
never say that to anybody.
It was very fucking
weird. My other thing didn't work out. You want to try this shit again?
Yeah, that seems so.
It was weird.
Shitty,
and then so she was just like, hey, like, well, she told me it was a while ago, like months ago, that she stopped seeing this person.
Okay, then why do you need to know now?
I don't know.
How long ago did you talk
dude.
before that, then?
For like a couple weeks, probably a few weeks.
Okay, and then she got into this relationship.
I don't know. I mean, it must have been after. Yeah, must have been in between then. So that's January to now. That's a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of months in there. So I was like, okay, yeah. And like, she was like, what happened? What's been going on? I was like, I don't know. We put out a record. I've been on the road, like a lot of good things. Like, I was like, I don't know that shit. And she was like, oh, hey, you want to hang out next Sunday? And I was just like, I don't know, maybe. Like, I'm not opposed to the idea of hanging out.
Is this
and
the next Sunday?
Got time?
Well, no, it was next.
It's her today.
It's right. No, oh my God,
completely different person.
The next episode.
But it was just like, and then we were just talking, and she was like, yeah. I was like, what would you want to do? And she was like, we should go see a movie. I'm like, no. And she's like, why? I'm like, I've never met you before. I don't want to fucking see a movie and not talk to you.
No.
Like, I'm going to talk to you.
That's a weird.
Yeah, but she was like, she went on this weird tangent of she's like, yeah, but it's a good way to like have intimacy. Like I could hold your hand or something. I'm like, what?
Oh, no.
I was just
Don't
like,
touch me.
it was very fucking weird.
Don't fucking touch
well, she gave me
me.
she gave me the story about how she was like, yeah, I went on a date with one guy and he was able to hold my hand and it wasn't weird. I'm like, that is weird. I was like, that's so fucking weird. And I was like, why are we talking about it? Was, and I was just like, I just said like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like,
yeah, I don't fucking blame you.
I was like, why don't we just go out for a drink? I'm like, that's way easier and I could talk to you. She's like, I just don't. She's like, I get a little shy. I'm like, that's fine. I'm not enough shy for the both of us.
Right.
Like,
You could.
This is gonna be
talk
fine.
Enough.
Yeah, but it was just really. And then like, she just like completely stopped herself. She was just like, yeah, I'm not really a social person. I'm like, oh, I am. And then that was it. And then I never heard from her. Like after,
really?
yeah. And I'm like, part of me now is literally thinking about it. I was like, I should just be like. Part of me was, I probably shouldn't even just say anything and just leave it as is.
Yeah,
but part of me was going to be like,
so
why were you going to, I was just going to text her and be like, so you were going to like talk to me for 2 hours the other day and then now your plan is never to talk to me again? Like what? What is going on? Why did you even hit me up?
Her approach is brutally terrible.
Also, just I'm really hung up on that holding hand shit. Like,
That's
there's nothing wrong with it, but like, just like I'm like no one touched me.
I think she kind of implied it in the way she's like, well, this is a way for awkward dudes to show like a nice innocent way of like intimacy, and I'm like, what? I'm like, A, I'm not that dude. Like, I'm not shy. Also, and like, B, I'm also not trying to hold anybody. So I'm not trying to be intimate when I'm first meeting you. Like, what?
No.
Like,
Also, like, there's
very weird shit.
Like,
what's creepy
I'll go
about
for a high
that.
five. That's about it. You know.
yeah, or a
man.
hug maybe, or like a handshake.
No,
I don't even know if I want to do a hug.
Yeah, that is weird sometimes.
Like, no, because like because like if guys want to try and touch you when you don't want to be touched, a high five is always like if a guy gives me
That's
like
a good post
two,
up. Yep.
yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
yep. Oh, we're doing another one. Cool. All right, please stop. I have not
It's
given
weird.
this. It's weird, but then also like for me, I have like weird trust issues. So many things.
Everybody.
Everybody has trust issues. It doesn't matter. And then, but like to have someone be like, let's be intimate. I've never met you in person.
Yeah, no.
Hold my hand. And I'm like, ugh. Like there's something about that is so creepy to
Can
me.
we
And I
do
can't.
Very weird.
anything
It's
else,
very
like
weird and like
anything else,
calculated.
like,
Right, and also
Yeah.
like I could see where someone would say like, oh, I think movies are great because like where I almost thought you were going is like, oh, it'll give us a base thing to talk about. Because like Kevin and I will see a movie and like we'll be like, what did you think of that? Like I thought it was about this, so I thought this was about. Oh my god, we picked up different things. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then, but like for someone you've like never met, you've never talked to, like really like talked to, and is like, oh, and then to be like, oh, you can hold my hand, like, ew.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't say it like that. She was just like, "Oh, this guy held my hand." And it was
Ew,
just
but
like,
also-
well, good for that fucking weird,
Also, I'm
awkward
sorry.
fuck, dude.
I also don't. There's something about that, like I saw someone and it didn't work out. What do you want? What are you up to? Like you
That is
already,
weird, too.
you
Like-
also know, like there's times where you're like you fell off and then someone comes
Yeah,
back
you're
and
just
you're
gonna be
like,
someone's rebound. You know
oh,
what I mean?
okay.
It's like,
but
ugh.
also like there's ups and downs, or maybe you were like, because with online dating there are so many choices, and you're like, okay,
Yes.
well this is going well, but like this one seems interesting too. I don't.
Yeah.
And then like there were times that I would be like, I emotionally can't handle this, and I feel bad because I ghosted you, and I'm sorry.
That's
a little
all right.
bit.
Yeah, but we're still friends now.
Right. And I was
yeah.
like, oh,
Fun
man.
fact.
Yeah, that's how we met.
So we met through online dating.
Yeah, I knew that.
No, I mean,
knew
but
that.
some
the
of our
listeners
listeners
don't,
know. Yeah.
And I feel bad because that was like when that shitty weekend happened, kind of like where everybody died.
really?
Like I was like, I need to go back to therapy, and like I was just like in a shit place, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm shitty. But like I recognize usually when I'm being shitty. But like, and then that's also fair for people to like drop off to be like, man, I had some shit and I just like fell off. Like I
Right.
understand
And
shit like
you
that.
gotta do what you gotta
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And like people said that to me too. That they're like, sorry, like one guy was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Like my grandma passed away, and there's like all this weird shit with the
Yeah.
family. Like it brought out some weird stuff, and I just wasn't emotionally like capable. And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. And like all things are fair. Like you don't owe anybody anything, but then to just like flat out tell somebody like, just like walk up to someone and be like, didn't work out. Want a bone? Want you
Right.
try this again? Like. That's so
It's
rude.
such a weird setup.
Also, like
It is rude, but I mean, at
nobody
least they're
wants
honest.
to know like what you did with somebody.
Yeah.
Like this guy
yeah.
held. Like if I went up to someone and was like, "Well, this guy held my hand," like,
Okay.
okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Like no one wants to hear like.
Yeah, I
Unless
don't
you're, like,
fucking know. Like,
Unless you're like telling like weird stories and you're like, this weird
Yeah.
sex thing happened to me, and everyone's telling this weird sex thing happened to me stories.
yeah,
and
you're
then
on that
like,
subject. I'm like,
cool.
oh, okay, maybe this is a safe space to do this, but
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
fun
So
story
I will
to
say,
tell, but,
guys get
ugh.
so weird about that. Like,
get weird about what?
Like
Oh.
I was dating this one guy, and like I was like, oh yeah, I did that once, and he was like, I'm sorry, what? And I was
Really
like,
got weirded
well,
out.
so a little saucy again. Like we were going to like we were having sex, and he like tried to stick it in my butt, and I was like,
Okay.
hey buddy, that
No.
requires some pre stuff that like I didn't do, and so no.
Yeah.
Fair
And he's
enough.
like, well, so you've done this so many times that you know what to. I'm like, dude,
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
First of all,
That's a weird
no.
take.
Anyone who gets into it, like, wants to do that, you know there's some prep work.
Yeah.
If you want this to be great for either one of us.
right.
like-
yeah. If you want this to work out, there's some preparation that goes
yeah.
into
And I'm like,
things.
and I knew about the prep work before I ever tried it. So, like, don't.
Yeah, most
what
people,
the
like, I
fuck?
feel like most people would research that.
Yeah,
You know?
or just look up Nikki Glazer. She goes into it in fucking depth, and it's hysterical.
Oh my God, I bet it's hilarious.
She's so fucking funny about that. But
But
anyway.
just have like someone like turn and guys they're like, oh, so you've like had sex like that many times? I'm like, you were talking about doing blow
Yeah.
with a girl and having sex in a bathroom, and I did something in our relationship that was consensual and planned. I'm sorry.
I think that's just a level of like insecurity.
Well,
though.
and a lot of
I
dudes
think that's
are.
like rejection issues.
Wow,
with
a lot of
dudes.
people are, yeah.
Dudes got a lot of rejection issues. It's just you got to know when it's like, okay.
Gotta know when to
Somebody
fold
said
them.
no. Everybody
But it's
has
also
that.
super. But also, it's like
I
it
fold
wasn't
really
like
quickly,
a straight
too.
no.
Okay.
It was
Like-
just like not right now. Not
Yeah.
the
It's
like
thing
not
to
the
do.
time for it. Yeah.
Right now. Like,
And that's fine. You're already fucking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
no,
Give me
not
a
to like
heads up.
make any light of any of the situation, but it's like, dude's already fucking. It's like, dude, just take it. Like,
Right, just
that's sick. Like,
finish
that's
out
what
the
I'd be
first
thinking in my
part.
head.
But
I'm
you're
like,
probably
oh,
having
this is
fun.
cool. Like, yeah, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, guys are just weird. I think it's like,
Yeah, people just want more. And
yeah,
more
it's a
and more,
projection
no matter
issue
what.
though too. Like it's people that don't know when to fold, and it's like they just
Yeah.
put on this weird defense mechanism, and it's like, oh, that's just digging your grave deeper, man. Because it is sometimes, I guess, like if I was in that position, I'd feel embarrassed to be like, wow, why did I just try that? You know what I mean? Like, and then be like, no. But I mean, you can honestly come out of that when if the person's like, yeah, no, I'm not into that. It's like, okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. You know what I mean?
Move along.
Yeah, no harm. Hopefully, no harm, no foul in that situation.
right.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I was just like, oh my God.
Yeah,
like,
that's a little
It's
weird.
so weird that he had that reaction.
Especially be like, hey, dude, what? Like,
really? Like that's
What do
where
you
his
mean you have to
fucking
prepare
head
for
went?
this?
Yeah,
Like,
it's kinda funny.
Jesus.
Well, and it wasn't like the first time I had mentioned it, but this was the guy that like he would get really fucked up at shows.
Yeah.
And so like he would get super fucked up, and sometimes I wouldn't even know it. So like when he
Mm-hmm.
had these reactions, he was just like so fucked up.
oh yeah, if
that
it's
he
drunk
was
shit
just
too,
like,
that's just scarier.
yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening? Like all I said was like, no, like we gotta prep for this. Maybe
Yeah.
later.
right.
Let's just finish this. And I was like, but guys would get like that. They'd get like, you're like, hey, you know, or they'd be telling a funny story about a girl that they saw. I'm like, I've got this crazy dating story. And they're like, how many guys have you dated?
Oh
I'm like,
God.
Oh,
I don't know. Also, no one's a notch on my belt. I see everyone as mostly people.
also, it's like none of your business.
right.
What the fuck?
And people would get like uppity about it. Or like, if I was like, oh, I ran into an ex the other day. Like most people, like,
But- right.
case
it
in
happens.
point, like, but also sometimes you're just like, yeah, you know, we ended amicably. Like, guy
Yeah.
in New York, like, he also, it's like, I'm like, yeah, he'll hit me up every once in a while and be like, oh, are you going to the show, like, on the Chicago tour? I'm like, yeah. Or he's like, hey, I might be in town. Like, would you and Kevin want to go grab a drink? Sure. If you're in town, we'll go for a drink. Like, we're adults at this point. Like, it
Right.
didn't work out.
yeah, if you can make it work that
whatever.
way, that's great. I
mean,
don't
but
have.
it's not like we're like best fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
being this, but it's
you can
like,
be
you can-
amicable. and
yeah.
nice
Yeah,
and
it's like
civil,
Ash.
yeah.
She's like, yeah, you guys could stay. Like, oh,
That's awesome.
Sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I
It was
just
remember,
remember things
like-
to be friends, but like some guys would be like I would date guys and like, oh yeah, like I'm friends with some people that like I've dated or whatever, and they're like, why?
Yeah.
I don't know. We had things in common.
Yeah.
I like them. They're
Uh-huh.
And hopefully they weren't like
Even if you could just have a
psychotic that
cool
they can't-
conversation with a person, like
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, like I remember I was telling a friend of mine, like I was like, pretty much anybody I've ever like dated, I was like, I'm still friends with. And she was
Yeah.
like, of course you are. You're like the nicest guy I know. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I have no reason, like all the people I've ever been with, like I have zero reason to really be mad
resentful
at them.
about
Yeah,
anything. Yeah,
like
because there was not
shit
anything
just didn't
that's
work out.
happened.
It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that's fine.
And
you
that's
know?
fine.
And like I'm not so in my head that I can't have the conversations with these people and be like, hey, how's it going? Like,
but guys would be so mad at that. Like
I believe it. Yeah.
people previously, like Kevin's like, go have fun, bye.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go do my own thing. You go do your thing. Have fun. Because also the different story I was telling him was like, I got to clear something up for those two guys. He was like, go get him, honey. Like, you go be gross for...
You be you. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, it's like there's nothing. I don't know. If you're secure in your relationship, that shit should be fine.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel
You
like
know what I
that was
mean?
also the thing with online dating that is hard. Because I was like, here's where I'm at. Here's what I'm about. And then people would be like, well, I don't know where I'm at. And I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like, you know, as long as you're like cool and chill and like you keep communicating, because
Yeah.
like where I could be here right now and like for the next couple of months, something happens and I'm not there anymore.
Yeah.
That's fine. Just talk about it. And people are just like, oh, look, okay. And then I'm like, what? Why are you insecure about this? Like,
Yeah.
I know who I am. Like, what's fucking wrong with that?
Yeah.
And like, just be upfront. Like, they're like, I really want to see you all the time. And I'm like, ugh. I've also had that where people are like,
Really?
I really want to spend a lot of time with you. And I'm like,
Just for meeting them once?
once or twice. Actually, there was a guy at a bar. I try to not to like talk to people at like my favorite bar, Intertown Pub, because I was like, this is my place.
Oh, I like that place.
Yeah.
You go to
Love
that spot?
Intertown, yeah.
I love that
It's
spot.
definitely the don't shit where you eat thing.
Yeah, it's a
for
don't
sure.
shit what you eat thing. And like, but like this is one guy, I was like, we were just talking to have a nice time. And I was like, oh, I gotta go. He's like, can I like walk you part of the way? And I was like, all right,
Wait,
whatever.
is this that story? Fuck, go on.
He like walks me to my, like, we start making out, whatever. And we stop making out for a bit. And he's like, now I know where you live. And I was like,
That is insane.
what?
That
Yeah,
is
like-
terrifying.
that is
like-
weird.
That
I
is-
know where you live now. And I was
Oh.
like, oh God. And he like texted me later, like, he's like, what are your plans this weekend? I'm like,
Oh, no.
I'm going to like, it was like Father's Day weekend or something. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're doing something with my dad.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh, I'm doing something with my dad. He's like, I want to meet him someday because he made you. And I was like,
Oh.
That's kind of funny in a gross way, but it's like funny.
it wasn't a joke though.
That's like, oh, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Wow. I like that he knows you. Yeah, that, wow.
Because he made
That
you,
was
dude.
also, like-
Yeah.
That's why I thought I was like, I'm adopted. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Just
like-
like the barrel roll out of there.
Yeah, that's a great excuse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like a
Holy
perfect cop
shit.
out. Well, I'm adopted, so he didn't make me.
Sorry. So you're not going to be that
shit.
into him, I guess.
That's
See,
so
like,
funny.
I was going the idea. I was like, people probably want to see me as little as possible. So I don't understand
Yeah.
how somebody can get into that mentality of
Well,
like,
and also-
I need to see this person every fucking day. It's like, oh,
And I was like
really?
telling Kevin some of these stories. He's like, well, he's like, when I met you, like I knew I wanted to spend a lot of time with you and get to know you. He's like, first of all, you don't fucking tell someone that. Second of all, you don't say like, now I know where you live.
Yeah.
Because
That's
that's just
crazy.
fucking
Yeah, because
That's
it's
like,
clearly.
fuck.
I mean, unless he said it in an
like,
ironic way to be
When's
like,
my
"Ugh."
lease up? I need to
It
get the
was-
fuck
yeah.
out of here. Holy shit.
There are a few.
Ugh.
There's like 3 different incidences where I'm like, should I ask my landlord to change the locks or something? Like,
Fucking A.
should I do this? Because again, the guy that like freaked out on me, like my cat got sick, and like it was just like a whole bad situation. I didn't realize how bad it was going to be, and it was like right before Christmas, and I was like, fuck, yeah, because I was like, well, let's just like go do the thing that we're going to do and see if he's okay when he gets back. And he was like, I think this is like a serious thing we have to do now. And I like tried to pick. He's like, well, I'm like, let me see. So I like pick up my cat, and I was like gonna put him in the bathroom, and he's like yowling in pain, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Gotta take him to the vet. So like I'm like getting him and like calling around to see like, cause I'm like, I'm gonna be home in 3 days. Like, can this wait? And they were like, no, it can't. Like, it sounds like it's crystals. Like, you gotta bring him in now. And I was like, okay. So I'm like getting all my shit together. Like, and I know it's expensive because like people shit's expensive. Cat
Right.
shit is like even worse. So I was like, oh fuck. So I'm like getting stuff together, like trying to get in a car, like, because I didn't have a car at the time. And I was like calling Ubers, and he's like, well, do you want me to come with you? And I was like, get in the car or don't, man. We just need to go.
Right.
Like, if you
I
don't
have
want
to do this.
And he was like, he like got so fucking mad at me. He's like, you made this whole night about you. Like, he's like, you were so pissed at me the whole time. Like, you were being an asshole. Like, I was like, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I just hit panic mode. My cat is sick. My beautiful baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and you're on like a time crunch, which is
well, and
already
he was
stressful.
like, well, I already knew that, like, what it was. And I'm like, okay, but like, and he's like, you like glared at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have a bitchy face
Sorry,
right now.
like in full on panic mode. Like,
Right,
what
he
what
was
does he
like-
expect you to do?
Yeah.
Like,
he was he like had an abusive father, so he just like never dealt with it. So he would just get continuously fucked up and get mad at people for telling him he would get really fucked up.
Oh.
And then so we were like sitting at this thing, and he was like, we get home, and I'm like, because like we were at the vet for a while, and then I like called my parents, and I'm like, okay, we dropped him off. I gotta leave him there. My mom's like, oh, cool. Like, I'm glad he's gonna be okay. And I was like, yeah. And I said like X amount of money later. And my mom was like, you should have just let him go for that. And I was like, hung up the phone. And I'm like in this Uber with this guy who's like pissed at me for like not paying attention to him. And he was like, well, because like I was like asking him questions to just like keep my mind off of what's happening. And he's
Right.
like, you kept asking me about bullshit, like your cat's dying, and you're just sitting here like talking about nothing like an insane person. And I was like,
no, just try not to focus on something horrible for
Right,
like
and
5
I'm like-
fucking seconds.
and like
Jesus.
the bill, he was like, we're supposed to be in this together. And I'm like, when the bill came, we weren't into it together. Like it wasn't,
Yeah.
I wasn't going to ask you
Oh,
for that.
man.
Yeah.
But also I just like, we're not there.
Right. Yeah.
I get in this car, and he's like, I hang up on my mom, and he's like, what you like, is everything okay? And I was like, no. I'm like sitting here like crying in this Uber, and we have like so far to go because it was like an emergency vet. And I'm just like, and we get back, and I'm like, here's $20. Can you just go down the street and get tacos? And he was like, no. And then he like lost his shit on me, and I was like, what is happening?
Jeez.
What the fuck is happening? And he's like, if I leave here, we're broken up. I'm like, because I had given him keys to the place, and I was like, leave your keys here and fucking get out. Like, and then I was like, oh shit. I should change my locks.
Yeah. Fuck
Every
that.
once in a while, I'm like, fuck, I should change it. Like,
Do you think
people
that would
know-
come back though?
No, he's like
Yeah.
texted me a few times weirdly. Like on my birthday one day, he texted like one year. He was like, happy birthday. You deserve to be happy. We all do. And I was like, okay.
All right, some weird cryptic shit, but that's
It's the
better than
last
him.
thing
Like,
you hear before you die.
Yeah.
Jesus.
don't
I'm
know.
surprised I haven't been in the back of somebody's car yet, or like in a trunk, like wake up in an undisclosed location in someone's basement.
I mean, that's got to be fucking nerve wracking.
There are some moments where you're like, shit. Like, fortunately, I've only been in a few of those. Like, even if that guy like standing outside my apartment, I'm like, he doesn't know which unit it is. Like, I didn't point it out. There's several in here. Like, take him a few minutes to find me. Like,
That's true. You get a buffer there, I guess.
yeah.
but there are moments where you're like, oh fuck.
Well, like my approach to it is like so for the girl, I'm like, you set it up. Like that's how it was when I met you.
Yeah.
I was like, you set it up. You picked up because you don't know me. I don't know you, but like I feel like in the situation, the guy is more likely to be the fucking psycho potential killer, which was something we joked about. I was like, oh, we're gonna kill each other, right? And it was like, and it's like you pick it. Like it's like I'd rather it be on you.
Yeah, we did. That was funny.
And it worked out. We didn't kill each other, so yeah.
We did not.
But yeah, I mean, that's I don't know what is that like for a girl like you setting up that first date, you know, and like have you been in a situation where the guy was like, this is what we're gonna do, and you're like, all right, you do it, or like do you set something up?
Because they were also
Do
outside
you
of a
usually set up dates? Is that when you would meet people? Was it usually you'd be like, yo, let's get a drink here or something like that?
Now I'm trying to think because like it'd be kind of 50-50. A lot of times like because it was still my advertising days. So like my schedule was super fucked up. So like there would be times where I'd be like, okay, like let's just go grab a drink.
Yeah.
I had like a few bars where I'm like this one, or this one. Like I like one of them was like the Wormhole in Wicker Park because it's coffee. So if people didn't really drink, I'd do that. If like it was early, like go to Emporium, you know, there's arcade games, there's beer, you can, you know, just there's
Have at it.
yeah, there's like stuff to do. So I'd like try and pick things that would be like we went and I was like, I'm sorry, there's my jewelry designer's gonna have a pop up and then we can grab
that
drinks
was
after.
awesome. I like that a lot. That was like a lot of fun going to that.
So sometimes like there would be like just stuff that was like naturally like happening. I'm like, hey, you want to go do this? But then there were very few times that someone actually took me on like a fun date, which is like a terrible thing to say. Like
Define a fun date though.
So like, because we were at the Art Institute the other day, and I was like, "Fuck!" Someone took me to the Art Institute, like right when I moved. No, like right when I like graduated college. One of the two, like
first meeting you.
yeah, like we went to the Art
whoa.
Institute, and that was like fun because we like did the modern wing and whatever. And I never saw that person again. But I barely remembered. I was like, wait a second, I've been here before. I remember this. And it was like fun. But then I like don't remember like there's like one person took me to see Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
Like it's a dumb date.
That's
but
kind of cool.
That
it
is
was
yeah.
kind of
See,
cool.
I
But
can't
no
do
one
it.
wants to put like investment into it anymore.
I can't do it on a first date like that. I could never do that. It's just too weird.
Blue
Like
Man
I
Group
feel
wasn't a first date. It was like one of the first
Okay.
like 3.
that's fair.
like I would think as far as like first dates go, I feel like you can't do something like a movie or a show like that because it's you.
Distracting,
You know?
and it's like you don't really even like. I can't even take somebody to a museum for the first date because I'm like, even then I know I'm like I'm gonna want to pay way more attention to that than like talk to you.
It was actually kind of
in a
fun
way.
because
It's fun
we
because you could talk
yeah.
about it.
I don't know.
Like,
I want to like know
I might have
the
to use that one. I
person
like that
before
one.
I'm able to do something like that.
Steal
I
it.
should use
It's
it.
I might have to
great.
use that like
Or
that.
like an art gallery or something because
Yeah,
then like I remember because it clicked on me. I was like, oh, we talked about this Francis Bacon like painting and it's like 2 like big slabs of meat and it's this guy laughing. It's all creepy and of course I liked it. And and I think that was even said as much. He was like, oh yeah, that's kind of creepy. And I'm like, welcome to me. And but
Yeah.
then we like walked around and he's like, like Jackson Pollock. I'm like, Jackson Pollock is trash. And like, it was like fun because there was like stuff to talk about or like,
sure.
Or like
subject matter.
A fun game is like, oh, if you didn't have money as an object, like what would you decorate your house with? Then I'd be like, this one. And it's like fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think as long as you can have a conversation in a place, like
don't
go to a concert, don't go to a fucking movie. Like anytime where like you can't actually talk to each other, it seems like a pretty
See, I think I'd be better
idea.
at doing that if I knew somebody a little bit and then did that. Like if that was like going to like a museum, if that was like a second date or a third date, I think I would kill it. But like right off the bat, I need like more material. I need to draw more for a person. Like feel that comfortable around them to be like, oh, let's just like do this. Not that it's
I think you would be good in a setting like that for a first date.
Yeah, well, I think so too. Yeah. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah,
but I think I'm really good at killing it in most social situations.
Yeah, you're pretty.
I have a good like handle on that, but I don't know. There's just some better. I mean, my ideal first date is just grabbing a drink somewhere, coffee,
it's so
a
easy
drink.
though, and it like lets you like.
Yeah.
I do have to say though, because it is so non-committal, and there is something about like online dating that like, and like, because like when I was like sort of like at the end of it, like I would meet people in person, I would meet people online, I would meet people like everywhere, and like nothing was clicking, and like like I wouldn't get calls back from people. Like I like went out with this like one guy, and we had an awesome first date. We went for food, we went for drinks, like we played like a horror video game back at his house, and I'm like, this is awesome.
It is awesome.
We ended up like having sex, and then like 3 days later I was like, dude, there's this like movie at the Music Box called Roar, and it's just where a bunch of lions are like on set, and they like mauled half the cast and crew. Like, do you want to go? And he was like, I'm sorry, did I do anything that gave you the idea that I wanted to date? And I was like,
whoa.
First of all, didn't say, come marry me, let's go steady or whatever for the 1950s. Let's
go to the chapel real quick.
Yeah, but you did a lot of sick shit that's like not really like what you put in a lot of work into something that seemed more than just,
Right. And I was like, well, we like hung out all night. We had great conversations. We liked a lot of the same stuff. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, why not see each other again?
Not give the impression.
Right. And I'm like, and I didn't say like, again, like I didn't say like, let's hop into this relationship boat. I said, do you want to go see a movie where people get mauled by lions?
Yeah, like you want to hang again. Like,
yeah, that doesn't even really imply a date exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, kind of.
And I didn't even like, I waited 3 days, like that whatever bullshit you're supposed to do.
Oh, I hate that. I hate all that shit. Like
I don't
predispositions.
play that.
Yeah, I don't play it either. Like, if I like somebody and I'm like, yo, let's do this. And then they'll most likely it's usually I'm like on the money with that shit. But I can relate to what you just said because I feel like the past few months, like I have not been clicking with anybody either. And even when I did feel like it just went away like bam, where I was just like, oh, I guess I wasn't.
Weird.
Yeah, I've had some interesting experiences the past couple months, but
feel somebody out, and eventually, I mean, either it's like, oh, this is cool, we can keep going, or it's like, this isn't what I'm looking for.
The last person I semi-clicked with was this person that like I thought was cool, and I thought I was clicking, but it was just like we never had the time for each other, and it was like. It was that chick. I talked about her many times on this podcast where it was like she was the first person I'd met that was not adamant about texting all the time. So I was like, oh, sick. Yeah. But like in turn with that, we like never talked to each other. And then it got to weird points where she'd be like, well, yeah, you never really hit me up. And I wanted to be like, well, you never text either. So I thought that was the dichotomy.
I thought we were on the same page.
Yeah, I thought that.
Nobody wanted to turn.
Because she would just hit me up when she wanted to hang out. And I would be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, this is so easy. Like, I don't have to overthink anything. Like, it's literally just laid out for me. But like, yeah, I don't know. I was before that June tour, we had made plans and I got really sick before it. And I was like, I can't do anything because I'm like scared as fuck. I'm going to leave for this tour feeling like shit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we just never really met after that. Like I told her when I was back, I was like, yo, I'm back home if you want to chill.
Oh, you think she kind of like took offense to it or something?
No, I don't think so at all. We were talking like a little bit on tour and like even now, every once in a while, we'll still message each other sometimes.
Okay.
She's cool. I have no beef with this person and nothing against it. But another thing I wanted to bring up, when we were talking about eHarmony commune, dude, like, I feel like a really big stigma that I've been noticing more, a thing that a lot of people have put more weight into recently is like if a person is friends with their ex or not. I feel like I get asked that question all the time.
Really?
And I feel like people
I'm not good for that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I mean, And it's weird because I'm not really friends with any of my ex. I'm okay with some of them, but like some of them don't live here anymore. One of them's married. You know what I mean? So it's like, and most of them, we don't really have that much in common where it would make sense to be. Like, I'm cordial with some of them. I could talk to some of them.
Yeah.
Like, even Ash, that experience was awesome because I was damn, like, I just slept in your bed platonically. Did nothing. Maybe cut that out. I'm not sure yet. But, you know what I mean? I was just like, it was fine. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't hook up or anything. And I was like, yeah, this is cool. I just like think you're fun to talk to. And that's it. You know what I mean? It felt like
that's a good baseline to have.
And it was just
anybody.
like, I had that realization in my head that moment where I was like, oh shit, this is like, that's that. That's you maintaining some type of small friendship with somebody you used to date. And you know, like my most recent ex, I would never fucking want to be friends with that. I hate that person. I pretty much like really resent that person.
Yeah. And like that's why
I don't understand
with like online dating and trying to find people on there. I try to weed that out. Like I can at 34, I can kind of
what out
that I know that like ultimately if this goes somewhere, it's not going to end well. Like you can tell. Like you're probably picking it up more now. You're getting older, but like and you get less like
like
for
with
lack
that
of a
other
better
girl
term,
who messaged me the other day. Like, oh yeah, I hadn't seen this person. We stopped dating because our schedules didn't line up. Like immediately, the first thought I'm thinking, I was like, well, this isn't going to work.
Right.
Like,
it's good. Yeah. I mean, you might not have done that. You know?
No, but
like,
part of me is still like, I kind of want to meet this person just because like there's a lot of psychotic shit going on.
Well,
I'm just kind of like,
I want to study
the adventure of it.
I just kind of want to like ride the wave on that.
You can tell.
Yeah.
But no, like I said, like it's for lack of a better term, like you're maybe a little bit more desperate, but like not necessarily desperate, but I mean you're more into like, I'll give it a shot, you know?
Yeah.
I've never quite been like that, and so it's helped me with that, where it's like I've never, which is why I'm friends with like all these exes and stuff like that. It's just like I try to pick people I know that aren't going to be fucking insane, and you can pick up on that on like profiles.
Also,
you know?
at this point too, like making friends is fucking hard as it is as an adult. So if there's like someone I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking love talking to you. Like, see you at a show. Like we can hang out. Like, oh, you like some of the same bullshit I do? Great. That's awesome. Yeah. Like making friends sucks.
It does suck.
And so
it's
then
hard.
when you're like, oh, there's this person that I can like talk to. Like, that's great. And so like, that's awesome. But then also like, like with that like ending well and like people like being like, oh, are you friends with them? Like, I also feel like there's trends. And I feel like online dating has like these weird like up and down trends.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Also, because like someone was like, oh, have you come across some like a profile where someone just has like a bunch of money sitting out? And I was like, what? Next
weird.
Day, there was like, I was like swiping and it was just like a guy just had a picture of a bunch of 20s.
That's it.
And I was like, what?
Dude's balling.
Showing his wealth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't. Cause like also like, cause I like the schedule thing, like that was a big thing with me when I was dating. Cause like my schedule sucked. But like at the same time, it's like, I'm not going to tell anybody like, oh, our schedules aren't going to match. I did actually use that once. I shouldn't fucking tell.
It's a good out though. You know?
Is a great
I try
really
never to limit that. I try never to use that as an out because I think it's bullshit. Because I think if I want to see somebody, I'll find the time. Because I know I'm like that.
I'm not.
I know you're not, but I am.
Well,
I
also
like
this
my
guy,
things.
like he like lost his job and like he like we hooked up and he was like at my place and he wouldn't leave. Like I was like, oh, I have like errands I have to run. He goes, great.
Yeah,
and I was like,
dude.
Okay.
That's very presumptuous.
And he's like, you want to go get something to eat? And I'm like, great. He's like, let's go back to your place and hang out a little bit more. And I'm like,
dude, no.
I
want to be alone. Like I
actually had another date kind of like later that day. And I was like, no, buddy, I got
I got shit to do.
Like, I gotta
and
go.
it does not involve you. Like, holy shit.
But he like would not leave and like would not. And he was like, yeah, they fired me because I thought I was drunk at work and like he worked at a brewery. Different guy than the other guy. But like, I was like, buddy, like, why are you telling, like, one, that doesn't bode well for you, for me. Like, I understand you probably weren't, but then like,
it's also a weird thing to.
Yeah. And he's like, well, they just wanted me out. And I was like, but why? Like, no one's ever wanted me out of a job.
Yeah.
But like,
It's a weird thing. It's a weird flex on like somebody that you barely know.
I mean, I
and then he was like,
and
that was a guy who was like, I plan on spending a lot of time with you. And I was like,
no, you don't.
Please no.
Yeah.
Please don't. Just
well, I mean,
please.
he had extra time on his hands, not having a
didn't
job,
have
I
a
guess.
job.
So,
and I was like, but then like, so I was like, dude, like, also, like, finally I was just like, dude, I'm just not in a good place for dating right now. Like, just this. He's like, but I planned on spending all this time with you. And I'm like, cool, buddy.
That's awesome,
Sorry, man.
but it's not
Thanks
mutual.
for making your plans about me.
Sorry.
But
Yeah, I'm
man, people
sorry
are so
that I have a...
fucking weird.
Because, like, it's like, they act like I, like, don't have agency over it. Like,
Yeah.
over the situation. And, like, I've had guys be like, oh, man, like, if only Kevin wasn't around. And I'm like, if Kevin wasn't around, I still wouldn't date you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's a
sorry.
weird thing to
Ugh,
say,
that is
man.
a weird thing to say.
Yeah, you know what? Hearing these stories, and it's anytime I'm like, man, like, because sometimes I'm like, man, am I saying like weird ass
See,
shit?
that
You're
was another
not.
reason why I wanted to bring you on, is to kind of like...
Do you want me to
like, feel-
do you want me to read that long one that I sent you?
please.
That
I gotta
was
pee
just
real
like
quick.
I
All right.
also
Hold on.
actually have
Yeah,
to
go
pee
ahead.
when you're done.
But yeah, like the other thing is like I it's always in the back of my head when messaging somebody. I'm like, am I saying something fucked up? Like, am I saying something that's gonna irk these people a certain way? I know Jason, probably feels it the same way too. And it's like you get nervous about that. And I like to think that whatever I say is pretty normal. It's just, like I said, I go through the profile, find something. Okay, what about this thing? And it's to me that seems like that should be a pretty over the base, like simple, like not creepy, not mean or anything like that. But then you show me shit like that you've seen, and I'm like, holy fuck. I was like, I guess I'm not that bad. I'm like, all right. And I feel like there's a lot of dudes out there that probably feel the same way like I do and Jason feels, like where it's like, oh, am I like a shitty person?
No,
like
you're not.
No matter what I say. It's like, no, there's degrees to it.
Yeah, because this is a different one, I think, than the one I sent you. But this guy says, after a careful thought process, I realized that liking your photo instead of sending a message would be the equivalent of us opposite ends of the bar.
You did send this to me.
Yeah. I think in my head, wow, that girl's gorgeous. So I give her a thumbs up. Which the fuck? Someone at the end of the bar just did this. I'd be like, okay.
Could you imagine that? Like being at a bar and you see somebody attractive and you're like, what?
A thumbs up is just the worst fucking thing.
That is the least flirtatious thing I think you could ever do in that situation.
Well, and even like
I'd be like, what is he thumbs upping about? Like what? Like what's
is
good?
it my shirt? Do I have something going on?
Is the hair looking good today? Like what?
Why are you
What is it?
thumbs upping me
He saw
across
the beard and was like that beard. Like what the fuck is it?
Yeah, that's cool.
That's amazing.
He's like, so I give her a thumbs up. I actually am a pretty big fan of the thumbs up in real life. Oh no, buddy. You know how people give the wave when they're driving? Well, at least they're supposed to, but usually don't. I give the thumbs up. Anyways, she sees the thumbs up, but maybe she has a beer in one hand, and in this day and age, obviously has a cell phone in the other hand. So no reciprocated thumbs up, but maybe her hands were full. Maybe she didn't notice because she's too busy being pestered by numerous guys trying to get her attention. Wouldn't it make sense to just walk over and say hello? Maybe tell a weird, kooky, and funny story where the word thumb is mentioned more times than she's ever heard in her life.
Whoa.
So, hi, you seem pretty great. And you are really beautiful. And well, 2 thumbs up. Ha ha ha, Jim.
You don't think that dude was fucking with you though?
That is
No.
insanity. Like,
Yeah, but I could see like some dude being like, "This is
that,
like."
and like something like that. Like, do you think that's a copy and paste, or you think that is like a legit? Like that was just for you. Like, what do you
It's a
think?
copy and paste.
I think it's probably a copy and paste.
Yeah.
But so this other one is, don't have a pickup line. I'm just me. Online dating. This is new to me, but I should simply just call you Google because you have everything I'm looking for.
Hell yeah,
Well-
that's awesome.
Okay,
That's a
Maybe
killer
that was
pickup
that's a good line. I do kind of like that line.
It's not when I read it in my voice, I'm like, this is great. When I hear it in the voice that I hear by this guy in my head, I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
That's
fair. So funny.
I do like that line though.
that's
a killer
line.
I would never fucking say that.
I would.
Holy
If I was like
shit.
drunk
Really?
and confident, fuck yeah. Especially if I was high enough, I'd be like, yo.
Oh yeah. Well, then that would be funny. Like
it would
that
be
would be
funny.
great.
Yeah, you have to. If you're
But I
doing
mean,
the
like,
right
that's
delivery.
so out of
But
context.
also, do you see this
like,
wall? This is War and Peace.
Whoa, can I take a peek at this picture of this dude?
Yeah, let me finish reading just real fast.
Wait, is this the same thumb guy?
No, different guy who just wrote like a wall of fucking.
Gotcha.
Well, maybe that was a pickup line, but hopefully it got your attention. LOL. Must admit you are gorgeous, and I'm a sucker for a beautiful smile. After reading your profile, I do feel we share a couple of things in common, and I could be the man to put that beautiful smile on your face. I got that a lot, which is weird.
That like particular line.
Just something
That's
about
gross.
like, you have a really pretty smile, and I want to be the guy that makes you smile. And I'm like, oh.
That's gross.
That's
I don't
cringe
think
as
smiles are very
fuck.
pretty either.
No, I mean I can see why a smile's pretty, but I would never want to say that. Ugh.
There's so many things. My first impression is that you seem like you're a caring person with goals and aspirations, but also know how to have a good time. I can appreciate a strong, confident woman like yourself. I would love the opportunity to get to know you more because I feel that we would click. I would say more about your profile, but it's highly possible you already stopped reading this, LOL. More than just a simple hello. FYI, rejection can lead to emotional stress for both parties involved, and emotional stress can lead to physical complications such as headaches, ulcers, cancerous tumors, and even death. So, for my health and yours, I hope I will be hearing from you.
Now, see what's funny about that is like he
Guys are so
mentioned
fucking
reading
weird,
your
man.
profile, but his like what he said to you was
Oh
so
yeah,
very
he looks like
generic.
a cool guy. Honestly,
Cool dude.
That's cool, dude.
yeah, I want to be
cool,
friends with
dude.
that guy.
But like, yeah, see, he mentions like reading your profile, but that was such a fucking generic thing.
But he
and
didn't
mostly,
say anything about it.
Exactly.
Like, it
The
wasn't
only thing
like,
he
That's hard
mentioned
shit to
was
do
your
sometimes,
looks,
though,
though.
man. Like sometimes people put so much vague shit on their profile, and they're
I
like,
wasn't vague.
No, like no,
I'm
that's
sure it
bullshit.
wasn't.
You can definitely pinpoint if there's something on there, you can definitely pinpoint something out of it and mention it. He didn't fucking do that. All he mentioned was
No.
your looks, and then like a very generic thing about you could say to any woman. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't anything specific to your profile. So fuck
Yeah.
him. He didn't read it.
Right. Well, and also, like, because I was very specific. That might have been Match. I think that was Match. Because, like, I would, like, copy and paste, like, some of the, like, my OkCupid profile to
Oh,
my
yeah,
Match
I do
profile,
that.
whatever.
Fair.
So it's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
way
consistent.
easier. Yeah.
But, like, I listed off, like, 20 bands that I liked, all from, like, the National to, like, whatever metal band. And then, like, books, TV shows, anything. Like,
See, that's great material to work with.
right, and I did that so we could be like, here's some bands I like, here's some TV I like, here's some movies I like, here's some whatever. Like, I talk about my job. Like, I had like a wall of like, here's what's up.
Uh-huh.
That anybody could have been like, oh shit, like I love that show.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, I don't know. There was just so many things that you could have picked from, and to just be like, I want to make you smile.
Right.
Like, oh,
You're beautiful and very confident.
Yeah, I don't know,
What?
man. Like, I don't. The first message approaches are so fucking. They are hard. Some of that shit is hard.
Yeah, for
Even if
sure.
a person does have a descriptive profile, you could be reading that shit and literally, like, I've done it so many times. I usually don't even say anything at this point though, or don't even like swipe. Where I'm like, I think this person is beautiful, but then everything on their profile, I'm like, I hate all this shit.
Oh, yeah.
I hate this shit, and I'm like, if
I
I could
immediately
see
swipe
myself,
off
yeah,
of
I'm
it.
just
Yeah,
like,
if
fuck,
I'm not
man.
into the
I'm
profile.
like, and when I'm like, I really want to start a conversation, but I'm immediately thinking like, I really got to dig deep to get something good out of this profile to like bring up into a conversation, because like I either like have no interest in this at all, or
Right.
like I just have nothing clever to say about this, or just like I got nothing. So usually in those circumstances though, I'm just like, I guess like no, so I just don't even
Yeah.
bother.
Right.
But like, I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, that guy did a really bad job for sure. Like,
I mean,
you don't want
it's
to
an
get thumbs
approach.
up across a bar.
and it's also just a weird
I
because
do now. Like,
so many-
I totally want that.
I feel like
Ladies, if you're listening and you see me at the bar, give me a thumbs up.
It's
it's just like,
Thumbs
and
up.
you shouldn't
Shit.
have to be like guys think that because women are like, guys don't even look at our profiles. Guys aren't, anybody. It doesn't even have to be women. A dude could be saying,
but
like,
it's the
oh,
same
nobody's
on
even
both
looking at my
sides, yeah.
profile. The last thing you want to say is like, hey, I read your profile. It's like, that should be implied. You know what I mean? That should be implied.
yeah,
so you
absolutely.
shouldn't have to
Yeah.
use that as like positive ammo for yourself,
Right.
I think that's like an ultimate no. Just be
I
like,
think
just bring up something. Just
if
be
you
like,
bring
oh
up
yeah,
something from
Seinfeld
the
is sick. I
profile,
love that show.
then obviously
Like
you love it,
everybody
yeah.
else does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then part of me is just like, everybody likes Seinfeld. What am I going to say? Oh yeah, Seinfeld
I've
is
never
sick,
seen
dude.
an episode of Seinfeld or Friends.
You haven't?
No, not a
Okay. Well,
single
good
one.
for you. Whatever
No,
show.
it's fine.
Insert blank.
Right,
Doesn't have to be
yeah.
Seinfeld. I do love Seinfeld. I don't like Friends. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never watched Friends.
I've tried, but anyway, that's not the point.
late
My
for
point
me.
is just that it
Right.
can be
No, this is
difficult
the
to try and
Friends
do
section
it,
of the
but
show.
Well,
We
like
should talk
I
about
remember,
it.
and I think I did this with you too, but like, because like it's so hard to like remember. It's just like all
That was a
weird
while ago
blur.
now,
yeah.
But like,
Oh, I know what it was.
good.
It was IT Crowd.
Yes, so because that's a
Yeah.
weird one.
That's why I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right.
like I love that show.
Dude, it's so good. I watched it again recently, actually.
I've been rewatching it too. It's so awesome.
It's so fucking. I've been
I've
telling
never
someone,
seen it.
Dude, check it out. It's so fucking
good.
funny. Yeah.
Because if there's something weird like that, like, oh
That's a
shit,
good, like-
you like the IG crowd, I
Yeah.
fucking love it. Probably like quoted something like with Kevin. I was like, oh, you managed a sober house? Like that's fucking awesome. Like what the fuck was that like?
Right. Like that's
And it was
that's a
like-
great one to find out about.
Yeah, and then but like, oh, you did this? Like that's great. Oh, I remember the big one when I was on online dating. Does everyone still take a picture at Machu Picchu? Like everybody, fucking everybody.
The volcano?
Machu
Machu
no.
Picchu?
It's a
Am I
mountain,
thinking of
dude.
something else? A mountain?
My friend just climbed it recently.
I don't
Yeah,
fucking
it's
know.
the one
how
in
she landed her
Peru.
guy. Yeah.
I don't
And
think
then
I've ever seen
everybody
that.
takes a picture at the top, and everyone fucking loves travel. If you don't like
there's that.
traveling
Travel,
and
yeah.
laughing, like go fuck yourself. Like
Yeah.
I too love adventure. Actually, I was always like, people are like,
I hate
I want to.
adventure.
People are like, I love traveling, and I'm like, good for you, asshole. Like I would love to travel if I had fucking time and money,
Right.
People like,
and I don't.
No, the big thing now is like those fucking wings, the butterfly wing things.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I
Put
think it's
some
in-
wings on the side of a building, and all the white
Yeah.
girls will show
oh,
up.
my
yeah, I matched with
God.
somebody like that last night. I had that shit.
That's a one where I'm like, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I get matches
I'm
and I'm like,
good.
I don't even remember seeing this person. But I'm like,
Really?
okay.
Oh, I did that. Sometimes I would get a little drunk, and one day I got like, I was like, oh shit, oh fuck, what did I do?
What have
But
I
also,
set
like,
myself
I
up
hate it
for?
when people are like, oh, I was drunk and I matched with you. Like, oh, I'm not that big of an asshole. I would just be like,
Right.
I just wouldn't fucking answer because you can also.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah,
also
just-
an option.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Now I feel like what I come across a lot is like the professional flex. Like if someone comes from a
you're getting
certain
older.
background, like
Yeah.
you'll talk to somebody about something like, oh, what is this job like? And then they just automatically go into it and start using a bunch of like pro terms.
Oh,
And I'm like,
jargon,
I hate
yeah.
this. Like there's nothing more I hate than that shit. It drives me nuts.
That
where it's
doesn't
like,
bother me too
where it's
much.
like people talk about, and they assume you know what it is. And it's like, clearly I have no fucking idea. I'm a drummer in a shit metal band and you're talking to me about like
mean,
being a lawyer or
I would-
some shit. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't mind it as long as they explain it. Like,
Oh,
But they
yeah, 'cause
don't. They don't
sometimes-
explain it. That's the
yeah.
whole
Like,
thing. It's like
they're
they're just
above
like
you.
they're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
flexing. That's why I'm saying the flex is because like they're just saying it's like if somebody like it's like if you met like we'll get it. Maybe you might understand it too. But like first week numbers. You know what I mean? Me and you, bam, we immediately know what that is.
Is that like a release?
First week numbers.
Oh,
When you
yeah,
bam,
yeah,
put-
yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
know what that is. Yeah, exactly. It's a really like if you're a fan of music, you could pretty much deduce it. But like if I'm just
I mean, that
talking
one
to
was
somebody
pretty-
about
yeah,
if I'm
like-
talking to somebody and I'm just like, oh yeah, first week numbers were, and then they'd be like, well, what numbers? What are you talking about? And I'm like, yeah, because that's such, first off, I don't even need to be talking about that with this person, and it's just some weird flex, like shit. I just that shit
that
drives
is a
me
little
nuts.
much to be
Yeah.
talking to like a civilian about.
Exactly, it's just
Also,
weird
first
shit.
week numbers.
And it's just like whenever like I'm on tour, if I'm talking to
I
somebody,
keep
they,
it vague where I'm like, yeah, the album's doing well. That's
me too. And if
what I do.
somebody,
I'm
unless
not going
somebody
to
has
spot
like
out numbers.
very
Yeah,
specific
yeah.
questions, they're like, oh, so what is this like? Then I'll get into it. But I'm do it in the way
If they
where
want
it's
to go
like,
down the rabbit hole, yeah.
yeah, if somebody's like, "Oh, you're playing a show today," I'm like, "Yeah, load-in is at this time." I would never say that.
Yeah,
you
no,
know what I
no,
mean?
no, no,
They'd be
that's
like, "Well, what time do you have to be
superfluous,
there?" I'm like, "Oh, well, we actually have to be there, you know, at this time because we
Yeah.
have to bring all of our stuff and do a sound check and all this."
Yeah, 'cause
but
some
I
people don't-
explain it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because
I mean, they asked,
yeah.
you know, and that's understandable because some people don't know that shit and like.
Yeah, I mean, and I have a lot of like acronyms in my job. I'm like, oh, you know, I did something for like CMO, like Chief Marketing Officer.
Yeah.
But like, I'll be like, oh yeah, because sometimes I'll forget because I'm just like, oh, this CMO.
Oh, you're
and
just
CFO.
going into it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh
you just
shit,
used to
I'm
talk
sorry.
like that,
Like,
yeah.
But if you're
you
that
know.
deep into the conversation where you're already talking about that, I think that's a pass. You know what I mean? Like
I mean,
that's
sometimes
fine.
it'll just come up because like there are
Yeah.
a lot of acronyms just in my job because
Yeah.
like, and also when I worked for advertising a new business, it was for like the C-suite level people.
Sure.
So like, you know, chief whatever officer.
Uh-huh.
So I would like do that, but at the same time, it wasn't like a flex. It was more just like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like my
An
like,
easy way to
this
answer
is-
the question.
this is what-
Yeah.
right. And
Which
also
is
it's like,
true.
oh shit, yeah, like oh CMO, like this person, like oh like everything goes through that person. So like we're always like beholden to like what this person wants.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
that was like that's like the only thing I've ever really said. But also when
Yeah.
people are like, what do you do? And I'm like, I joke, I'm like, fuck, my in-laws have stopped asking what I do because no one fucking understands it, but people in
Yeah.
the industry. And like I have friends who are like, man, I love it when we get to hang out because no one understands what I'm talking about. No
Which
one
makes
knows
sense,
what I
yeah.
do. And I'm like, yeah. And so when people would be like, oh, what do you do for work? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm a graphic designer, I guess. Like
Yeah.
people are like,
There, yeah, just
oh,
a
my
nice
friend's a graphic
generic-
designer. And I'm like, I bet they are. And like,
Yeah.
and I don't mean that like in a rude way, but like everyone would be like, oh, you're a designer. I'm like, yeah, kind of like, like now I do a lot more. Like I'm closer to like a art director, creative director, or whatever. But like, I'm like, oh, what did you do today? And I'm like, today was a different day than yesterday. And like some days I'm doing one thing, and then one week I fucking had to corral everybody to make a commercial and make sure that all the art in the building was out of the way because rights issues. Right. And they're like, wait, what? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a weird job. No one gets it. Yeah, you
asked, and like, this is my best way of explaining it. That makes sense. You know what I mean? If somebody's asking, it makes sense. But like, some people just go on these tangents where I'm like, fuck, I don't care about this shit. Like,
also, who wants to talk about that? Like,
yeah, I don't get it. I think it's because I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I have no clue.
Like I said, I don't. If you ask, I'll fucking tell you anything you want to know. But yeah, I'm not going to go in such like detail about whatever thing I do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like,
and also I'm like, I just did that for 8 hours plus. Like, I don't want to continue doing that. I don't want to continue talking about it.
Yeah.
Like work didn't come up a lot. I remember like when talking with people, like it would come up for me just because I'm like, oh, my schedule sucks. But, or I'm like, oh, fuck, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm stuck here now. Like, I wasn't supposed to be, but now I am. There's not really anything I can do. I'm so sorry.
And it's fair.
But, like, I don't ever remember talking about, like, work that much, per se.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember every once in a while talking to you about it. I was just curious.
I get people to talk about shit like that all the time.
It's a world I don't fucking know, so I'm like,
and
hey, man, tell me about it.
World too.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, for sure.
Because I was like, we were downtown. We were like yesterday, and like at a lot of bars that I used to go to. And I'm like, after being awake for 48 hours, I was at this place. And he's like, you make it sound so magical. And I was like, I was so fucking out of my mind because I hadn't slept and everything felt weird.
Yeah, you're in that like fever dream.
And he's like,
state.
so romanticized. And I'm like, I made friends out of it, so that's why I can look back and be like, that was fun.
There you go.
But yeah, and it's also like, I only dated like one person with that, like, that had a job that could kind of like, I don't want to say flex on me, but like, guys would, that's another thing guys would get weird about. They'd be like, oh, you have a career?
Oh, weird.
Oh, jeez.
Like, not quite like that, but like,
there's some sort of like enviness to like,
there was a little bit, or they were just like, oh, you really know what you want. I'm like,
yeah, what's wrong with that though? Like,
and they would have like a weird time. Like, I actually, my like longtime ex in New York, he made a shit ton of money and came from a wealthy family. But like, he was like, he hated his job. He was miserable, and like, it was just like awful. And then he was like, well, when we have kids or whatever, like, you're staying home or we get a nanny. And I was like, fuck you. You hate your job. You stay home.
Yeah. Like,
and it was like, well, no, it's either you stay home. It's like, I make all the money. Like, why would I like stay? I'm like, because you hate it.
Oh, yeah. Some archaic shit.
Don't you want a reason to get the fuck out of there? Like, what the fuck? Why would you want to stay miserable?
And I was like, oh, but just because, like, you're the one, like, I have to give up my shit. And, like, people would be so weird about it. And I was like,
it is really weird.
Why is this even a thing?
It's very dated shit, though, I feel like.
It's antiquated.
How old are you again, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 31.
So if you're talking to dudes that are older than you, especially older than you, even older than Bill, like, I would see why they would have that mentality, because it's just some old school dude shit. You know what I mean?
They weren't, though, at that time. Like, because my ex was only, like, a few years older than me. I did date a few older people, though. That I was hoping, I was like, maybe if they come with kids, I don't have to do it.
I mean, sure. Yeah. I mean, if that's, I guess that's
I'm kidding, kind of. I am terrified of being pregnant. That's like the one thing I'm like, oh, sounds terrifying.
You don't have to be pregnant ever.
I can outsource it. No, I will eventually. I have tons of time. It doesn't matter.
Outsource it. I like that.
My mom was like, you sound like an asshole all the time. I was like, man, if I could just outsource this. And she's like,
you could outsource it.
What do you mean? And I'm like, just
they have
hire
surrogates, or you could adopt somebody. You know what I mean? There's alternatives.
Yeah.
Just find a kid, take him.
Yeah.
You're mine now.
You're coming with me.
Yeah, oh my God. There was a family that I passed that I wanted to be like, I need to stay friends with you. So when I decided to do this, because like someone had like a bunch of dogs in a baby carriage, which I fucking hate. It was a thing in New York too, and I was like, ugh, like it's a dog, just let it walk.
Let it walk. It needs to.
You gotta walk the dog.
Oh, the dog was in the baby carriage.
Yeah, and there was like 3 dogs in this baby carriage, and this mom looks at her.
On paper, yes, funny, but ultimately not. But
and so it was like a shitty person that has like 3 like Shih Tzus or like Yorkies in a baby carriage. It's always a shit dog. Sorry if you have a Yorkie or whatever. Like I don't like
Shih Tzu, so I take offense to that. But
go
on.
Sorry. But But I was always like, and like we're passing it, and the mom looks at her kid, and she goes, "If you ever put a dog in a baby carriage, I will disown you as my child." And this like 3-year-old girl was like, "What?" She's like, "It means I won't talk to you anymore, and like you're not my child anymore." This kid just starts
You are
sobbing.
dead to me. That's awesome. That's the way to do it.
Mom was like, "Just don't ever put a dog in a baby carriage."
Yeah, it's not that
That would be
hard.
cool. It would be cool, man. You don't have to worry about
I
that.
was just losing it.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm like, because I'm trying to think of like some of these other things that people. Also, I would have to say like pictures is another one that was like fucking insane.
What the fuck? Wow. I mean, I applaud the man's confidence.
Oh.
I'll give him that.
Well, what we loved about this and what people can't see is this guy has a lot of shitty tattoos in the shape of a tank top, so you can wear your Dago tee if that's not offensive, and
hide
just
it.
yeah.
I mean, as somebody that hides their tattoos, I can understand that.
And then like this.
What is that?
It's like called cupping, and
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
like I
Was that sent to you, or was that a profile picture?
no, it was like in their slides of photos, and I was like, what? I'm sorry, I get like acupuncture. Do you want to see a picture of my back with a bunch of needles in
No,
it?
it's weird.
No, like why?
I mean, maybe they just don't have any
Why
other
crazy
pictures.
people? Also, like pics like this.
The head cut off.
Oh, yeah, great, beautiful, great
Also,
body.
but like you have a doughy ass body.
Yeah,
dude.
that's not a very
weird, like,
impressive body.
tube-shaped
Yeah.
body.
Unlike this gentleman.
Oh, what's going on here? Let me see this guy.
It's like a duck face, but there's also
Yeah, it's like a duck face with a stroke.
He also
Fuck.
he also like there's some sort of like
Let me see it
thing
again.
like above his eyebrow. Like there's definitely some like Photoshop like filter action.
Yeah, something looks weird there.
Oh, yeah. Whoa,
Something looks a
weird.
little askew.
Yeah, and like oh my god. Oh wait, no, this is the only profile that I truly matched with on eHarmony.
All right, that's fair.
Oh, okay.
So it's like Eratosthenian. How do you say
I
it?
don't even know. Yeah,
Eratosthenes. There it is. I figured it out. And it says like I mostly enjoy investigating investigating astronomy, and, like geography and philosophy. I also enjoy writing poetry, drama, and music. I'm most thankful for the Library of Alexandria.
I like that he's committing to that, though. That's good.
That's
he
funny.
paid
Good joke profiles.
$116
Holy shit, to do that.
do this.
Wow.
I'm thankful
I
for
didn't
my
even think of
loyal and
that.
trustworthy friend Archimedes. I'm thankful for my hometown in Libya. I was like,
That's somebody with the
that's
expendable
commitment,
money.
man. At least
What
be
the
like,
fuck?
at least you're
I know
fucking.
people with fake profiles. Somebody messaged me. They made a profile for like their cat, and then like they
On
had
a
one picture of
dating
them. Yeah, and then they were like, "Hey, I thought you were really hot, so I matched with you." And I was like,
That's
"All right, I'm good."
Weird.
Yeah.
I had a picture of my
Weird
cat.
shit.
I do have to say there were a lot of people because I have a really cute cat.
Uh-huh.
Like, and I'm not just being like that person. Like, I'm the
Mort
asshole
is
that.
pretty adorable.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
so fucking great. He has a smushy face and he looks like he's pissed off all the time. Like, and I hate to say it, like, I bought that shit. Like, I went to a breeder, I found that asshole, and he's my asshole.
Fair enough.
There
And
you
like,
go.
and people would be like, I don't really want to talk to you, but your cat looks pretty sick. And I was like, okay. Wait, and that's another thing that happened to me. I think I remember telling you this story because you had like a really funny response to it, and I remember it. Like, someone like didn't text me. Shoot, I actually have to say something real fast for work. You can cut this out.
That's fine. Here, Jason, tell a funny story.
Okay. No, good.
No, good.
I don't have my demand like that, dude. I can't just.
You don't have
fucking pull
anecdotes
that
ready
shit
to
Actually,
out.
I was like,
Come
oh,
Let me see. I could think of one. I hurt my finger really bad at work.
Ow.
That's why I realized that I can't have a desk
Okay.
job.
oh.
But
Literally hurt it at the desk at my shop and smashed my finger between the desk
Oh.
and the chair I was sitting in.
what are you doing, man?
And this little tiny cut bled like all of like that day and the next day. I was
Damn.
like, this is why I can't have a desk job, guys.
Yeah.
I need to work in a shop.
Come on, Bill.
I have less injuries on table saws. But anyway.
Oh, but this
So-
guy, like, because there were a few people like that were like, they would come out of nowhere and be like, oh, I'm sorry I fell off the face of the planet. I was in a really bad space. And I was like, okay, cool. And they're like, I really liked hanging out with you. And I'm like, great. And then I'd be like, okay,
Rebound.
awesome. Well, I mean, like in some ways I was like, great, fine, whatever. I don't really care. Like,
Yeah, but that's what
like
that
I'm
is.
not any better than that, so I'm not going to fault somebody else for this. But like, then they would never talk to me again. But then like, which was weird. They'd be like, "Oh man, we had fun together." Like, and
Yeah,
I
it's
realized I
rebound
treated you
shit.
so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that's just
so
trying to-
sorry. And I was like, "Okay, cool." And then I would be like, never hear from them. But then one guy was like, just out of the blue, was like, "How's Mort?" And I was like,
Checking up on him.
"My cat's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks." And like I remember, like I think I like sent that to you, and you were like, "No, he moved out. Like he started a broccoli farm in like Portland."
Doing well for himself, all things considering. I'm
Apparently,
sure
he owns a
appreciates
venue
it.
now, like
Yeah.
out in
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Venue,
Yeah, in Minnesota. Mort's wonderful venue. He's killing it right now.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
great.
I knew he was up to some shit because sometimes he disappears for a while. I don't know where he goes.
I mean-
but like they would like
He had a lot of
re-engage
potential,
me
I
to
get
then
it.
ask about my fucking cat.
That's very funny though. I'm guilty of that too. Where I think that a lot of dudes do this thing where it's like, not even a rebound thing, but just almost like the thought goes through your head where it's like, hey, if I wanted another option, or like if I'm looking to see what my options still are, they'll put out a feeler like that. I'll be like, hey, how's that? I won't do
I
it
can-
like
I
I
can
won't
see
say
that.
some shit
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we really had a good time. I've never said that to anybody. Like never. Fuck that. That's like clear
was blessed,
desperation.
right?
You gotta mask
like I
it.
said, like then this guy like never spoke to me again.
Yeah.
And I was like, so you, because like I actually like, because I've actually like reached out and apologized to people like, hey, I'm so fucking sorry. Like I was in a like. Not like in a like desperate way, but like,
No, but in
man,
an
I
honest
treated
way.
you
Yeah.
shitty. Like you didn't deserve that, and I'm fucking sorry. So like I get it, but then it's
But
like
that's not really. That's almost like.
I mean, it's definitely two ways about it.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, you're apologizing, or it's like you said, like the rebound thing.
Yeah, there's
then-
rebound shit where you
helps
could tell people are putting out like feelers for that stuff.
Right.
I
Yeah,
do
things are
it, and
running
then
dry
like
for them.
Yeah, if I can, I've done it for sure too. Where I'm just
Yeah.
like, hey, like, how's it going? Or like, how have you been? And like,
It's the Hail Mary
if I could
pass,
tell,
I get it.
if I could tell that like it's not really, they're like, yeah, I've been fine. I'm like, okay, like, all right, like,
All right.
sorry, yeah. I mean, I've
He's
used to
barking
do
up
it.
the
I
next
used to. I
tree.
haven't done it in like a really long time, but I
Really?
used to do it. Yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Once somebody's like dead to me, they're dead to me, I guess.
Yeah, like that's probably what that chick did to me the other day. It was
Right.
probably
Oh,
just some
really?
weird rebound flex. I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
well, I mean,
yeah.
she
And I
flat out
haven't heard
told
anything
you,
since?
I haven't heard.
Yeah,
this
she just
other guy
said
just
the
fucking
other guy
didn't work out. So
Yeah.
how are you?
That's definitely.
I'm good and better than that, dude, and better than you.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, get out of my face.
Stupid.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I was gonna tell
Yes,
like
sir.
because like it reminded me also like of like rebound stuff, and like a guy like did this weird thing to me, and it's the guy that got shamed out of Chicago for being an asshole.
Oh.
Oh my God, yes. Like we do have to talk about. I almost forgot about that. I was
Oh,
asking my friends
I
about
didn't.
it.
Oh, shit.
That's all. Of course you did.
Yeah, I gotta head out soon.
What?
Ooh.
You got a hard
It's already
stop.
7.
Are
All
you
right.
fucking kidding?
I got a
me?
little
Well,
bit left.
okay,
I
you're
should
good.
I gotta get out of here by like 7:30, 7:45 ish.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, so I've still got some time.
Well, here we'll set that up. So, do you remember seeing an article? I forgot where it kind of popped out like in a few places where it was a guy that
Jesus.
moved to Chicago. You're right.
Yeah. Fine.
Moved to Chicago, and it apparently didn't work out for him. I don't know if you remember
What,
this.
living in Chicago didn't work out for him?
And then he moved and wrote this like scathing article about why he hated Chicago.
No,
and
I've
like
not heard of this.
a lot of it was very like just bashing women horribly. And
How
here's-
long ago was this?
I like do vaguely remember seeing the article a couple of years ago, I think now.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot about it because like it's, I don't know, it's not my world. And I remember
It's
reading
like
it.
some
and
incel shit or something.
a little bit. It was
Yeah.
weird because like I wish I could remember more of it. And it was just an open letter to Chicago about how
Yeah.
he fucking hated it. And that I think he ended up moving to New York or something.
Has he had a
or-
better life in New York?
I don't even know, but he just like shat on everything that is Chicago, and it also the way he like worded it was like clearly you're the problem,
Yeah.
and just doesn't know it. But there was a lot of stuff about there with women that was like, ooh, you're a real
So
fucking
he just
turd
sounds
about
like
this.
insane shit.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
believe it or not, you actually went on a date with that guy.
Yeah.
So you're one of those women he was talking about, huh?
No, I wasn't one of the ones in the actual thing. So
Uh-huh.
this dude fucking, so he was like kind of hot looking at the time. Like he's now like He has like a bunch of weird hair colors that like I can't say anything because I do too, but like not in like a fun way. It was like a real hipstery way that wasn't attractive.
Like trying too hard.
Yeah. And he was like, I have a podcast, and like
we all do.
And I'm like, everyone does. Having a podcast on online dating too at the same time. Like if I had $1 for every time someone was a DJ or a personal trainer or had a podcast, I'd be fucking rolling in it.
Oh yeah.
But like this guy, he also worked in advertising, and he was a copywriter, and I'm a designer. So in the industry, they pair you guys together. So you have a writer and a designer that work on projects. So every once in a while, I would see a copywriter and be like, okay, you don't do the same shit I do. So like, oh, we can have a design team together, whatever. Like as a joke in my own brain. But I was like, oh, cool. Like he works for a pretty good agency. So I was like, all right. And he was like, oh, let's go like meet at Emporium in Logan. And I was like, okay.
Fair enough. That's a good place.
So I'm like on the train and I'm almost there. It's like 12 minutes before the date. And he goes, hey, are you almost there? And I was like, yeah, why? He's like, I'm going to be late. I got like caught up and I was like, okay, that's fine. Like that happened to me. Like I get it. It's the industry. Whatever. So I'm like sitting there. About an hour goes by and he goes, all right, I'm getting on my bike to come there. And I was like, I know where your office is and I know where I am. You're not going to be here real quick. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like he was communicating. So I wasn't like so pissed, but like a whole hour went by.
That's a lot.
That's a little much.
That's a lot of time.
God bless you for sticking around.
Well, like I said, like I was very understanding on stuff like that because like it had happened to me.
Yeah.
Like I was that asshole sometimes. So I was like, yeah, okay, like sure. He gets there and I'm like, oh, what are you working on? He's like, I'm working on something for the milk industry. And I was like, oh, okay, dairy, sure, what's up? And he was like, I just fucking hate like the dairy industry, like went off about it. And I was like, he's like, the dairy industry is like disgusting. I'm like, yeah, you know, mass farming is disgusting. Like whatever, like we're all over it, man. Like,
yeah,
so it's
We've
really
seen the
gonna
videos
be
walking out of venues with the people fighting for
yeah,
it.
yeah. And I was like, okay, like, and he's like, you know, dairy farms really need to go the way of like Netflix and Blockbuster or else they're gonna die. And I was like, hold up. It's like, my dad was a farmer. And I was like, so my dad was a farmer. Like, farms work in a very specific way. Like, you can't just turn a dairy farm into something else.
Yeah.
Right. It's
and
not
he goes,
that cut and dry.
They turn Blockbusters into Chipotles all the time. And I was like,
What?
so like they have the space. And like, this guy fucking starts arguing with me about the dairy industry.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, you just don't understand. And I was like, I don't know if you do, actually.
It's like, I don't know. Yeah. What
He's
the
like,
fuck?
Blue Diamond, you know, went from a nothing company to being like one of the top milk companies. I'm like, well, they had almonds, man. Like they had the first half of that.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know what you have the first half of with cows other than the dairy that they already produce. And I'm, you know, sure, man, we could all be better and all the industries can be.
Right.
Went off about how they need to be like Google. And I was like, so fucking done with this. I was like so pissed. Like I got to like a mad point and I was like, fuck it, man. I actually like got my card out to pay for my own drink because I was like,
yeah, get me the fuck out.
I'm done.
Yeah.
And he was
How
like,
long was that?
it had to be like 45 minutes.
Fuck, Jesus Christ.
'Cause
I'm
then
just
I
sitting
was
there for
like-
an hour.
Just
Great
being
night.
berated by
Yeah.
this fucking
Yeah,
guy.
jeez.
Jeez.
So he like berates me for a while. And then I was like, grabbing my own drink and he was like, well, do you want me to just leave or whatever? I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
I don't fucking care, man. I'm going to sit here and drink my beer and there's arcade games all around me. I can entertain myself for days. Like, don't care. And he was like, I was like, so what do you do? Or like, whatever. And something. And he goes, I used to be a male prostitute. And I was like, hold up. What now?
Now I'm interested. Let's hear the
tell?
story.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I don't think he mentions that in the fucking article.
He doesn't. Well, and his like podcast is like all about like sex positivity, but like he wasn't.
Really?
And he was like,
Even in that
Yeah.
article, like that is not the vibe I got from that fucking guy. Like,
no,
Jesus.
because he's
I
such
gotta
an
link it to you.
asshole. And he was like, well, he's like, yeah, like I'm into like all this kinky shit. And again, I'm like, great, man. We
Good
can
for
all
you.
be into some shit. But like, I also don't care because I just met you and you just argued with me about dairy for 45 fucking minutes. And I'm like, great, man, tell me all this stuff. Like, and he starts like going off and telling me all these stories or whatever. And I'm like, I don't care. But this is taking such a left turn that I'm into it. Like, and then
it is now crossed that point of weirdness where you're like,
Right.
I gotta hear where this goes.
I gotta
and I
figure this
understand
out.
that. You're like, I gotta see it.
I gotta know.
It's like a bad movie. You're like, I gotta know how this fucking ends.
It's
I'm
like
sorry.
Manos the Hands of Fate of dates. You're like,
Yeah.
what is happening?
Oh, that's weird shit.
Well, but so it
That's
gets
a good one.
it gets better. So this guy, like, he's sitting there and telling me about all of his stuff in his like sex podcast, and I'm like, yeah. And then he goes,
Yeah.
you know, and again, this was my pink hair days, and he was like, you know, for someone with pink hair, I thought you were going to be a lot more like, you know, liberal and like, and I'm like, cool, man. So you're
man.
real sex positive on this one. And he goes, also, like, I have some friends at this bar who are like hanging out, and he's like, gotta ask you something. Are you into women? And I was like,
Jesus.
was there anything in my profile that said so?
Yeah.
No.
A little bit of a
'Cause-
forward question.
Yeah, and I was like, definitely not into ladies, dude. Sorry, but like flattered, but no. And he goes, 'cause she thinks you're like super hot. Like, wouldn't you just like want to meet them? And I'm like, dude, this date is
Whoa,
taking like
yeah,
5
Jesus
left
fucking
turns.
Christ.
Like,
Shit.
don't want to date your friend. Like, I don't want to meet your friend.
This is like the game where you drop the ball and you're hoping it gets in that spot and it's going nowhere
Plinko,
near that.
yeah.
Yeah, like Plinko from hell. It's
Plinko,
just
just-
like, fuck,
I like
no.
Plinko.
The other way, the other way, the other way.
Plinko's a cool game.
That is a damn good game.
Yeah.
That was a question I got right in trivia when we were on tour.
nice.
Plinko?
Yeah, I'm an old man.
Yeah. They still do it.
I only
Yeah,
know it
for
because
sure,
Red
but
Letter
nobody ever
Media
talks about
guys
it,
do it to
really.
pick movies. Sometimes they made
Oh,
a giant
okay. That's awesome.
Plinko board. But yeah, he's like, oh man, I thought you were going to be this like really liberal shit with your crazy hair, and I'm like,
Oh.
what? And then
presumptuous.
like he's like, get to the end of the night, and he like thinks that because I stayed and we like chatted that like things were going well, and he texts me later and it was like, do you want to go to a party with some of my friends? Like, this one guy's been trying to have a threesome with me for a long time, but you don't have to. And I was like, what went well? What fucking went well for this? For you to text me to
That's
go to a
that-
sex party.
Yeah.
Like blinders on. Like, I don't know how guys do it. Like, I don't know how they can.
I don't know how
think,
you can be that.
like inept to like
Yeah.
somebody's like. I'm sure you had the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the body. I can't think of the word, but like you're just showing it. You're like, I'm not into this. Like, you know,
Body
like
language.
just the body
Yeah.
language of just be like, you know, like.
Well, and even like,
fuck. And
he
that
was
guy
like,
just doesn't
well,
pick up on it.
We talked a lot, and I'm like, because we talked a lot doesn't mean I
He
want to go to
talked
your
a lot.
fucking yeah. Like, it doesn't mean I want to go to your fucking sex party, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Should have hit up Alex, dude. He would have gone.
He would have been it, yeah.
but I was just like baffled. And then he was like bitching at me one day. I was like, what went well about this? And he's like, well, we were talking. And then
Yeah.
he was like, well, work's going really bad right now. And I'm like, why? And he goes, well, they don't like, I feel like I'm just working on all this corporate stuff. I'm like, you work for a large ad agency. What were
do
you
you expect?
expecting? He's like,
Yeah.
well, I worked at this like really nice boutique firm in oh, that's why we got on the topic, because he was like, oh, I got caught up with HR because they found out I used to be a prostitute. And I was like,
How did they
You did-
find that out?
because he uses his full fucking name on everything. And I'm like, he
That's
doesn't
bad.
have an alias. He's just like, he's like, everyone should just accept all of me for, because he's like some fucking like entitled asshole from like San Francisco or whatever, like the
Yeah,
Bay Area or
something
I
something.
gotta
like
see
that,
this
yeah.
article or whatever.
It's-
You might have read it. Like I remember it floating around Facebook for
Oh
a
my
while.
God.
And I was
Well,
like,
'cause he was
fuck this
like-
guy.
I gained 40 pounds because of Chicago, and everyone was like, no, dude, you
Yeah,
gained 40
what?
pounds because you're an, and he like went on about like, he was like, not in the letter, but to me, he was like, well, I thought they hired me for my work. And I'm like, they did, man. But like, I worked on new business. So I'm like, I was only like, I'm a great designer, but like, here's what we have to design right now. That's fucking work, man. Like, and he was like, well, I thought you'd be more understanding. I'm like, no, man, because I play the game and do what you're supposed to
Right.
do.
You do the job.
I'm not some entitled asshole who
No.
thinks that like because I'm good at what I do, I deserve all this recognition
Right.
and whatever. And I'm like, I fly under that radar. Like, I just do a good job, do the best I can, be the best person to all my coworkers. That's it. That's it. Like, that's all you have to do. And you're just being an entitled asshole. Like, And then he came out with this whole thing. He had to like delete his Twitter and everything. But it also like, what
Yeah, because
asshole?
everybody like went after him. We're like, yeah, we're glad you're not in Chicago anymore. Like, get the fuck out, all this shit. Because where did he end up moving to?
New York.
It was New York.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, if you thought people were gonna love you for your work here, like New York's gonna chew your asshole out. Like, no. I think I like check his like Instagram every once in a while. And I'm like, have you moved yet?
I gotta
Like,
find
Is he
it.
still in New York?
yeah, I mean, but it's only been like what, like a year or two.
I thought it was
Like,
longer than that.
No, it was more recent because I was at my new job when it came out, and I've only been at my new job for like 2 years.
Okay.
That's not new then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not,
that's not that. You weren't kidding when your concept of time is a little rough.
I was like, I mean, but I was at my old job for 6 years
Right, okay.
in
So it
two
still
different.
feels new.
Yeah,
That's fair enough.
and it's a whole new industry, so it like is always just fucking confusing. Oh, but since you do have to go, I was like, I have to clear up like the one thing I need to clear this up.
Oh my god, yeah, that was.
I was like, so you guys talked about.
This is an old fucking episode.
It's an old
too,
episode,
yeah.
and I was like, 'cause sometimes I
listened
listen
to
to
it.
your guys' episodes, and I'm like, I have something to say about this, and I'm
Sure,
like,
bring it up.
I'm like, you guys were talking about like paying or getting paid to jerk off on camera, and you were like,
Oh yeah, a
Nobody
lot of
would-
people bring this one up.
oh really?
Yeah.
It's well, like it always intrigues me because it's like, webcamming. As a dude watching a chick, it seems like that's vastly more appealing than a chick watching a dude.
I don't know. I'm not a dude. I'm not a chick. I can't.
Right? You can't
I
get in the
am, and I'm
headspace.
here to tell you into it.
Yeah.
Finally, we're getting some closure on an episode. Here.
Yeah, people. I'm sure people like it. It wouldn't exist if it didn't. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's meant more for
Does
gay.
it?
I think it's meant more for gay
it
guys.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have a
feel-
friend
yeah.
who has dabbled in the industry of the jerking. I will not say
Really?
who.
Do I know him?
But I don't know. But they would.
Do they make good money from
They
that?
have confirmed. No, not. It's not really like the biggest money making thing. But
Yeah.
they did tell me that it's more gay dudes than like
Yeah,
anybody watching it. Yeah.
I
mean,
don't know. It just
some
doesn't
of my
seem
friends are
appealing.
gay dudes, so I feel like I probably fit more into that category.
Fair enough.
I'm just like part disgusting too. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
I'm disgusting sometimes. So there's, yeah, but I was like, because that was the one thing, Kevin, I was like, I have to tell them that girls like dicks. It's totally fine. And he was like,
I don't
sure they
doubt
do.
that, but I mean, like watching a dude,
into it.
really?
Yeah.
No shit. I just
Yeah, that's
Not all
fair.
the time, but like every once in a while, I'm like, I just want to watch this.
All right, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But I was like, no,
Question
girls would be
answered.
into it. I mean, I definitely think gay guys are more into it,
Yeah.
but
There's weirder shit out there. That's for
Oh
sure.
no,
There's a
yeah,
lot of weirder
definitely
shit out
weirder
there.
shit
Yeah.
out there, yeah.
oh, when you get down one of
So,
those weird rabbit holes, it's like 4 a.m. and you're like,
Oh yeah.
how did I get here?
Yeah. You're like,
And you're just like staring off into space,
Screaming,
contemplating like,
yourself.
yeah.
Oh,
kinda
yeah.
Like, ugh.
well, when someone I dated in college, and this is such a college thing, we would try and find the grossest things on the internet and
Yeah.
send it to each other the next
That is
day.
a dangerous game.
Dangerous game. And I am 90% sure that because of that, I'm probably on an FBI watch list. Because
That's
that was
fair.
like where like e-fucked was still a thing if you've
Okay.
ever
It's
been
still
there.
a thing.
Oh, is it?
Oh
Is it
yeah.
still
We watched it
disgusting?
on tour.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's some great clips.
The faces of death shit and all that.
yeah.
yeah.
Faces of Death. I don't know about that, but
Do you
I
remember
thought that was
No.
fake though.
I think they later.
E-Fucked is great though.
proved that
Great
most of it was
website.
fake.
I love it.
it's
It's so
just-
fucking funny.
Never
can-
been on it.
Oh,
I've
it's
just avoided
weird.
it.
That's
I
like
had-
Alex's home base, dude.
I don't doubt that. I know, like in
You
the
showed me some
capsize
classics
days,
on there.
in the capsize days, we would dabble into like the darker parts of internet, but we never went that far. And if somebody,
isn't that bad.
there's some stuff on there that I remember like being
would be hit
described
and miss,
to.
like,
that-
Yeah,
depending on the
there's definitely
day.
some shit
we're
where
like,
like, oh, this is so
we collectively
fucked.
pass
Yeah.
on it without seeing it. We're like, we'll go on to the next one. It's okay. We don't need to see this.
We had an
man.
inside joke on tour about one video we saw and he fucked. I'm not
What
going
was
to get
it?
into it on here.
Oh,
Here's the video.
okay.
It's not
It's not
appropriate?
not appropriate for this.
Really?
Yes.
We talk about everything on.
I don't
here.
care.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't
All right,
care.
when
I don't want to
camera's
talk about
off,
it here.
man,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Damn.
You don't want the world to know how fucked up you are, Jason? Come on. We're all friends
No,
here.
I just don't feel like talking about it and everybody hearing it and then my dad
Yeah.
hearing it and then
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
I forget about that sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
said that
I
about
don't.
dicks and someone's dad's gonna
Oh, my
hear
dad
it.
doesn't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about my dad hearing that.
That's fine.
My dad has to talk to me about some of this stuff sometimes, so it's just
How
like
often does he talk to you about
he
it?
was talking to me about it today.
What was he asking?
Like, when's the next episode where you're gonna be on the show? That's what he asked
That's fair.
And I was like, I don't
get
know.
it.
I think it's next week, not this coming week, but the following week.
God, my parents want to know nothing about what I do.
We're a
half
week
the time.
behind, right? Like we film these a week in advance.
Yeah, we're a week ahead on
so-
everything. Yeah, but there a couple episodes we recorded now. They're backlog ones for when I'm gone. This originally was going to be one, and now I'm pushing it for next Monday.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
So if there's anything time sensitive you want to promote,
Oh, I will at the end.
you're
Yeah.
welcome to.
Yeah, because I did the stand up for my work. And my parents were like, "Should we come?" And I was like, "Absolutely not."
Oh yeah, no.
I immediately open up with a dick joke, like a really gnarly dick joke about because it's the only part of my stand up that wasn't 100% true, but it came from a personal joke. And everything else was like online dating and my ex's mom and like my therapist. And I came out of the gate with I was like, oh, we're going to talk about mother-in-laws. And I was like, she asked me if I was a skank before I met her son. And I'm like, I don't know, Paula, just because I can fit 4 dicks in my mouth doesn't make me a skank.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah, sick for your parents to hear
that was like one of my
do not
first
listen to
jokes.
that. That's great.
It was so funny because in the class, the guy who was running it just he's like,
It's good you got him.
oh, he was not ready for it. And he had me be the opener. And I was like, oh man, I'm opening. And my friend was like, no, that's actually not terrible. In this kind of setting, he's like, because it's basically an open mic night of nobody knows what they're doing. He's like, you opened it so you kind of set the tone for the night. And
yeah, for sure.
It was if you're in the middle, no one will fucking remember. And those are the okay acts.
yeah.
But he's like, so your dick jokes and jokes about my therapist who he also analyzes dangerous sex offenders. And he at one point was like, I've never met anyone like you. And I'm like, you analyze dangerous sex offenders, man.
Well,
what does that say about me?
yeah.
He said something the other day. And I was like, fuck you. But in the most loving of ways or something. It's
That's awesome.
oh, he also says oh, I thought of you the other day a lot. And I'm like,
Okay.
why?
Why? Yeah.
It's always something oh, I saw this crazy metal band. And I'm like, fair.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But every once in a while, he's like, I saw this crazy artwork with a bunch of dead shit in it. I thought you would love it. Oh, he also sent me something about, he's like, I saw this article and I thought you'd like it. It's are zombies real? They're messing around with neurological bullshit to make people live longer. And I was like, what does this say about me? That my therapist is
they're sending you that kind of stuff.
what?
That's awesome.
I mean, I've been seeing for almost 3 years now. Shit.
That's long enough.
So I'm like,
for him to
be like, yo, check this shit out.
Yeah.
yeah. And
awesome.
I'm like, if we weren't, if I wasn't his patient, we'd probably be friends. And so I was like, that's fine. But my parents were like, is it? Because I also make Kevin's mom has unfortunately passed away. But my opening joke was let's talk about mother-in-laws. You only get lucky with them if they're already dead. And Kevin thought it was hilarious.
That is kind of funny.
And he was everyone else who knew us was like, oh my God, he lets you say that. And I was like, he fucking tells the joke too. Whatever.
It's a good joke.
It's not that bad. Yeah. I don't think it's that, because it's not that direct. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel to find that, you could find that offensive, I guess, and that is valid, but
Depends on the person.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think until you've gone through a situation where your ex's parents are nightmares that because for the longest time, I never gone through that situation, and I was just
oh no, you haven't?
I have now. Yeah, I have, and it's bad, but
Yeah,
from the surface, from the outside of it, I'm just it's not that big of a deal, But then, once you live it, you're like, oh yeah, it feels good to joke about that. It feels good to say those things.
There was only one person I dated, and I knew their parents only because I grew up with them. I've known them since I was 4.
Yeah, no.
So it was the only way
we talked about it on the show a billion
That's
times.
the only person. But other than that, I've never met anybody's parents.
Feel lucky.
Thank God. Yeah,
because I have 2 nightmare situations. One that I won't talk about on here, but yeah, well, because it's it was never I'll tell you after,
That's fair.
and you'll recognize why. But I've had 2 nightmare situations, and I'm like, how did it get here? Well, especially when
why am I here?
well, when my ex's mom asked to sleep with her son in the same bed. We were out
fucked.
to dinner, and I was just
That's
sitting
not
there.
a joke. Yeah, that's
No.
what?
She kept on
How did she
pushing it
set
at
that
dinner.
up?
Well, so she was like, "Oh, are you coming back to the house tonight?" Oh, Robert's gone, and she was Jewish, and she had this annoying ass voice, and she was like, "Oh, I just get so scared in that big house." will you sleep with me? And like, I'm just sitting there like eating my like food and I'm like, the fucking what now?
Yeah,
and,
I've had like women on dates say that to me, not like somebody's mom.
No, and she was like saying it like to her adult son.
Yeah, fuck
and
that.
then
And he was totally.
he was like,
yep.
"Ma, like don't like well like no like he was like
Not
blowing
at
her
dinner.
off. He was like blowing her off, but then she kept bringing it up, and then she was like turns to her like teenage daughter and was like, "Tori, will you sleep with me if Daryl won't?" And she's like, "Mom, stop being weird." And then we were like walking home, and I'm just like, hey babe, so like the thing that your mom said, like so what?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? And he was like,
Fair question.
oh yeah, she does that sometimes. And I was like, uh-huh. Like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, yeah, like, you know, sometimes she just like wants to sleep in the same bed as us. Like, this, why are you making this weird? I was like,
Yeah, you're
weird,
making this weird.
oh yeah, no, I'm weird.
You're the weird one. Yeah,
I'm crazy. And then
Holy
for a while,
shit.
I felt like because I was like,
It's one of those like, am I crazy?
Am I the
Is this what
crazy
people
one?
do? Like,
well, 'cause I was like, well, has she ever slept with you? Like, what? And he was like, well, not in my later 20s.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh man.
what?
How old was he at the time?
Oh, like 28, 29.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
I guess it was like maybe like later.
People
yeah.
do fucked up shit. I mean,
Well,
that
but
could
I
even
was
be
like-
more fucked up than it is. Not saying that it's not, but that
No,
could
but
be.
It could be. And I was like, and that's the other story I have. I've been in a situation where it has been.
Yeah.
And I was like,
like,
and then I was like
you know,
sitting there like
before.
already, and I was like, has she threatened you in any way? Like, are you okay? Like, has she ever like forced it on you? And he's like, no, just one time she like, I was having a bad day, and she was like, and he could like fall asleep at anywhere, and he was like, she was just rubbing my arm, and I just fell asleep, and when I woke up, she hadn't left the bed, and I was like, okay,
Her mom. His mom.
his mom, and I was like, okay,
Oh.
okay, cool. And he's like, why? He's like, seriously, why are you trying to make this so weird? I'm like,
Because it is weird,
it's
dude.
like the
You're
most
just trying to make
weird.
it not
So
weird.
I'm just.
What do you think?
and
I
was-
run into this situation every
Yeah.
fucking day. I want to hear about this. Like, what the fuck?
I need to know. I need to know
need all the details. Yeah, like holy shit, that's
And
crazy.
the fact that you think it's okay means like you have no boundaries and there's a problem.
right.
And I already knew
Yeah.
that. Like because she asked me if I was a skank before I met him. Like flat
Jesus
out.
fucking Christ.
When I was like trying to give like pretty legit relationship advice to one of his like cousins, and she's like, "Were you a skank before you met my Johnny?" And I was like,
No, you fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Bitch. What the hell? She's probably, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say bitch, but.
"She's a cunt."
there you go.
Sorry
Well-
if I can not say that on here. I said
We'll
it.
censor
it's
it.
okay.
Yeah.
We don't swear on this show, so you're fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people are really offended by that word. But
Yeah,
I
it's
was
kind of
like,
fucking weird,
That's
right?
that's one that it involves context. You know.
I'm a girl and I can say it. Whatever.
Fair
I'm
enough.
taking it back.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. I don't feel like
Taking it
some people get that like chill down their spine from that word. I'm like, it's just a word.
I-
Like,
I
Yeah,
use
it's a
it
word
for
I can't
two
remember.
people, and she he's
She's
for only a few,
number
and
one.
She is number
top
one.
of the list.
Holla. But like, and then I like went home and I was like texting my parents from the bathroom because we like lived together, and I was like, so this is weird,
Crazy
right?
day.
And my mom was like,
get out of there now.
Yeah. Just
pretty
leave,
much.
go.
My mom was like,
Do you
'cause
need to come
things had
home?
not been great at that point, and I was like, so this is weird, right? My mom's like, so you coming home soon?
Yeah, right.
And I
Now's
was
a good
like,
time to visit.
Yeah.
well, she was, because it was like at the end, and he just like didn't realize like
What
how
was going down?
how insane it. Well, for that relationship, that was my most baller move of ending relationships. Because it was just bad. Like he would like go fuck off to work, and like we'd have plans, and he wouldn't
Yeah.
show up for like 2 hours. And I was like, "Hey man, we were supposed to hang out 2 hours ago." He's like, "Got caught up at work."
All
What?
right.
And I was like, "Text message would have been nice."
Little heads up.
Yeah,
please.
Jesus, it's not that hard. That's weird.
For him, he was very strange. And he just had a lot of issues. Like he would get like super pissed off, and it was like weird because he was like 6'4" and like 280 pounds.
Max is still bigger than that.
Max is bigger than everybody.
We met a guy on tour that he is not bigger than.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Dude was, I forget his, I should ask him his height. He's a sick dude. We stayed at his place in Pittsburgh. But
I will say, plus side of that, he always made me look really fucking skinny. Like I look back at pictures, I'm like,
Very
was I that
dainty
thin?
looking,
Yeah, I was
right?
like,
Yeah, dude, my friend
Just
Tyler is
come
like
here.
6'10",
Come here.
I think.
damn.
Yeah, and he wears his
shit.
shoe size is a size 20.
That's
Whoa.
insane.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
That's awesome.
It doesn't even look like his shoes don't even look real. He's the shit.
They look
He's an
comical,
awesome dude. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Musician?
Yeah.
What does he play?
He plays guitar.
That has to look hysterical.
I would think on
Yeah, I don't know.
stage that would just be like,
It's.
I mean,
the
his band doesn't do
proportions are
live
so
shit
off.
yet, but they're working on it.
oh,
Does he play a headless guitar?
No, I don't think
Because
so.
that is one of the funniest images I've ever seen. Is Max with a headless guitar.
Yeah, it
And,
looks like he's gonna
it just
break
looks-
it every
yeah,
time he
it just
holds
looks like a
his guitar. It's
toothpick.
like, yeah,
Like if he sneezes, it's just gonna shatter.
Yeah.
oh, jeez.
That's
Well,
why
anyway.
people like always like tell me. I was like, does it look weird when I play a headless guitar? And they're like, nah, it's like
Eddie
you're
Gobo
tiny
thinks it
enough.
is.
He just hates it.
yeah. I kind of
not-
hate him too, but
'Cause
whatever.
it's not
What's
cool.
the point?
It's like
There's
a
no
travel
point.
guitar, so it's super
Oh.
lightweight. It's great for me because I got a shitty back. So
Is
I
your
feel
guitar a
like-
travel guitar?
They consider it a travel guitar because it's so tiny. So like it's 4.5 pounds,
Yeah.
Oh.
which is fucking small. Like
Yeah.
most
But
it's
guitars
still
average
full
around
scale.
9 or 10. Yeah. Oh yeah. But you
Yeah.
lose a lot by not having a headstock, and then the body itself is pretty small.
Yeah.
So it does look awkward if like you're a big enough guy. But I remember like Nate always made funny because he's like, well, at least you don't do the thing like all those guys do, where the guitar looks like a fucking necklace, like it's up real high. And I was like, well,
Yeah.
I can't just because of all the hair. And so I always put mine super low. And he goes, that makes it look cooler. And I was like, I guess.
It does. I know what he's talking. He's talking about like the Dream Theater shit, where it's like you're playing up here because
He's-
it's like
right.
you're a guitar student.
I just
I
feel that
used
it'd be
to-
really uncomfortable.
No, it's actually really comfortable
Oh.
because
Yeah.
essentially it's like if you're sitting down with a guitar, it's naturally up pretty high just because your lap, you know. And why are we getting into this? This is
I don't know.
know.
I was like,
Yeah, actually, I gotta go.
No, let me
Oh.
finish this.
I was like,
but no, I
wait,
used
no,
to.
I need to finish my baller ending.
I used to do the high guitar, but like I said, the hair just got in the way, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
So we just slowly.
You could
kept going
still
down.
do it. I mean, your beard is not that long.
No,
and your
my
hair's not-
hair.
You
So
can still
anytime
do
I
it.
headbang, it would just get caught like when I'm fretting, and I just play even shittier than I already do. So I can't do that. I gotta.
That's
keep
funny.
It up.
Well, yeah, if you move around a lot. So if you're moving around a lot, playing like that doesn't make any sense anyway.
Yeah, so I need to be
Yeah.
able to play as best as I can, which is not always the best. But anyway. your
Oh,
story.
so
Yeah, your baller ending.
so we were just like, it was not like a whole bunch of not good, and like I'd been like, at some point I was like, do you think our relationship's okay? And
This
he
is
was
the
like,
mom sleeper.
yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, we're doing great. And I was like, I want to move out. Like, this isn't good. And he was like, oh, shit. Like, didn't do anything to try and make anything better. Like, continued to be shitty and do shitty things and, like, side with his mom. And he would, like, lie to me about his mom. And I was like, so you're lying to me all the time. Also, he wouldn't have sex with me. And I was like, there's a whole lot of this ain't
At
happening.
all? Or like at
It'd
that
be
point?
At that point. But there was like a whole period of time where he totally lied. Like we had like super off schedules, and I was like, no, we're gonna try and make it work during this like tumultuous time because he worked in live television. So and it was for sports, so it was like during March Madness. He was just gone.
Slam.
Yeah.
He was just fucking gone, and I was like, well, we can make it work out. And he would lie to me. He'd like come home, just watch a bunch of porn, but then when I would be like, hey, let's go, he'd be like, no. And then I'd be like, well, why? He's like, I'm just tired. And it would just be because he just like watched a bunch of porn. And I was like, and he did that to me like twice. And he would like lie about it. But we shared a computer at the
shouldn't be lying
time.
about it, yeah.
And then I would like type, like you type like any letter and you see the porns
Right,
that come up.
totally.
And you're
Yeah.
like, and I was like, oh. Because like, I'm all about like, you got to do all your own shit. Like
Yeah.
that stuff's healthy. But like,
Everybody has their me time.
yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. So I got rejected because of all of this. And it was like, not moments apart,
Yeah.
but it was real like hours later. I was like, where did you even have time for this? I was here the whole time.
A
I
quiet
was
writer,
here.
man.
I was here.
Hi, human person.
Yeah.
And so like it was like getting to that shit at the end, and I was just like, and I also had like horrible health issues at the time. Like I had like was finding out I had like a topical dermatitis, so I was like everything was shitty and sucked, and he was horrible.
Yeah.
Like during the whole time, like I had to go to the ER because my face exploded.
Oh.
And I was like, hey babe, it's happening again. Like I just got to go home because I didn't know what it was yet. And he was just like, but we're supposed to go hang out with our friends. I'm like, great. My face is about to explode because I had like seen it before, and I was like, I just got to go. And he was like, all right, bye. And I was like calling him. I was like, I need to go to the ER. Are you coming home soon or not? And he was like, well, I'll be there in a minute, but like I just got here. And I was like,
What the fuck?
okay.
Yeah, it's rough.
So it was just, and he was like siding with his mom and all this bullshit. So I was just like, I went into work one day after, like, there was no particularly bad day, but there wasn't a particularly great day either.
It
I
all
just like went
compounds,
in and
yeah.
I was just like, hey, Enzo. That was my old boss's name. And I was like,
What's my old boss's name?
nice.
Probably completely different jobs.
Different Enzos. And I was like, I want to get transferred back to Chicago. And he was like, great. Is there anything we can do to change your mind? And I was like, not really. He's like, would $40,000 extra help with that? And I was like, you can't get that for me, and you know it. And I'm like, that's so flattering, but you know you can't get that for me. And he was like, fair. And so I go home that day, and I was like, hey, babe, put in a transfer at work today. And he was like,
Peace.
and he was like, because we had talked about moving to Chicago, and he was just like,
okay.
I'm never leaving New York. Like, it was like not a conversation. And like at some point he had gotten a job offer for Apple in California. He's like, we can go to California. And I was like, fuck you. Like, if you want to do it, it's great. If it's for us or like whatever, because it like, not that like, because I was like, well, let's move to other places. Like, let's get away from your family. Like, you're a little attached. We got to get away. And he's like, well, if we go to Chicago, we'll just be attached to your family. And I'm like, my family doesn't want to sleep with
like
me.
that.
Dude, yeah, fuck yeah, man. I like, that's the clingy family shit. That's something I should be looking out for too.
Oh,
it does
look
suck.
For it.
Yeah.
Because then they like look to their parents for all this shit.
Yeah,
but
fuck
so I just was
You
like,
kind of had that though. Remember with the one of your exes where like she really relied on her like.
Oh
folks,
yeah,
and it was
absolutely. I know exactly
crazy.
what it is,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why I'm
Yeah,
saying
you
like
can
I
relate
should
to
be
it.
looking
Yeah.
out for that.
You
one.
should.
Definitely.
It's
Now
just one of
you
those
know,
things
yeah.
we're very conscious of because I don't know. It sounds like the three of us don't really rely on our parents to like
No.
wipe our asses, metaphorically speaking.
I mean, my dad's the
or
one that
literally
signs my
speaking.
check, so I do need him for that. He's my
Yeah,
boss.
but you know what I mean. It's like that's a business relationship
Yeah.
too. It's just
my dad's
and
more
I
like my
love
boss
my
than
parents.
my dad.
Like, I talk to my mom daily.
yeah. I don't know.
But-
That's just one of those moments where someone drops some like real shit, and it's like, oh fuck, I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way. That was some really serious shit. That's like,
Hey,
maybe
but
I should be more aware of that.
it's definitely something to look for because, like,
Yeah.
I did. I was like, with Kevin, I'm like, oh, your dad doesn't fucking talk to you and forgets to call all the time. It's better than the alternative.
Right.
Yep.
And-
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
But like, I like came home like, so I don't want to make it sound like I was just like an asshole. And I'm like, peace. I was like, there was like a whole bunch of lead up to this, but I was like, hey, I put in a transfer at work. He's like, cool. Do they have any job openings? And I said, not right now. And I was like, but I picked a date to move at some point. And I was like, yeah, my dad and I might turn it into a road trip. And he was like, that would be a nice time for you and your dad. And I was like, do you fucking realize I'm moving? He was like,
Just not registering at all, huh?
no. And he was like, yeah, no, you've wanted to for a while. Like, you're not happy. We're not happy. Like, I was like, is this not going to become a fucking conversation? And it did. Eventually, he's like, and I'm like, you know, we're like breaking up then, right? And he was like, what? And I was like,
Had to say
what
that,
about
yeah.
this seemed good? And he was
Holy
like,
shit.
I'm coming with you. And I was like, do you really want to come with me? I was like, you're going to get pissed at me. So like, no, if you not wanting to move, because I was like, what about Portland? Because we could both get jobs easy there. And it was like the hip thing to do at the time. And I've since been to Portland. Don't recommend.
Oh, my old drummer is out there and he loves it.
You know, people love it.
Yeah,
but like, I went and I was like, I was ready to find my tattoo bearded dude because I'm on brand all the time.
That's a good spot for it.
Well,
I
they
would
want
think,
my
right?
parents too. Yeah. And then we got there and we were like, oh my God. Like, it was like drug, like people were doing like heroin on the street.
Fuck that.
And I was like, what is happening?
That's the West Coast shit, dude.
It is,
that
and
all
I
over
just
the West
don't
Coast.
think I'm a West. I mean, I know I'm not a West Coast person. So I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" And I've lived in two different big cities, and this
Yeah.
blew my mind. But then, like, yeah, just be like, I transferred at work today. It was just like the best breakup line ever.
that is killer.
That's awesome.
Damn.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah.
He actually got married a few weeks ago.
Oh.
To a lady that looks like his mom or what?
No, apparently.
Did he ever do shit like that? Did he ever like, hey, you should like wear this? And it's like sort of like his mom would wear anything fucking
No, it
weird
was
like
like it wasn't that
Okay.
creepy.
that? Norman Bates shit.
But he did like I like my friend was like, I'm having dinner with him. What do you want to know? And I was like, everything. But what's his relationship with his mom? And she was like, he's done with her. And I was like,
Really?
oh, that's nice.
for
That's a
him,
good
yeah.
development.
Well, because I was like, you totally lied about a bunch of shit. You like sided with your mom. Like, you're not with your mom. You're fucking with me now. So
Yeah.
like, also you're an adult.
Right. Like,
You're an adult. Like, Granted, like, I know, like, my parents influenced some of my decisions. Like, I am not covered in sleeves right now because I'm terrified of my parents. So the moment this wedding is done, I am sleeve city.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. There you go.
Well, her big thing was, like, I don't want to see, like, a tattoo in a wedding dress. But then they paid for my back piece, so that was fucking...
Go figure. Yeah.
Well, I was like, I really don't like it. I just don't want people to notice it. And my mom was like, what about getting it zapped off? And I was like, nope.
Ugh.
And I like told her about the process, and she was like, I understand.
Yeah.
And then she was like, here's some money. I was like, can I get some money out of the wedding budget for this?
Yeah.
Nice.
And she was like, sure. So like, I get it. Like, we all, like, if you like are close with your parents, but he like wasn't even fucking close with his parents. And then we'd like pick places we wanted to move. He's like, they have to have a Jewish population. And I was like,
Why?
he was Jewish.
Oh.
But like not a practicing one.
Okay.
So I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's weird.
And I'm like,
yeah.
That's weird.
well, and then what started a lot of this was I told his mom, I was like, at the time I was like, oh, I might want to go to grad school.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, where would you want to go? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I've always kind of wanted to see if I could get into Northwestern. And she was like, where's that? And I was like, oh, it's in Evanston in Illinois. And she was like, well, why would you want to leave your job and your boyfriend to go to school in the middle of nowhere?
Well, it's
And
not.
I was
The middle
like,
of nowhere.
There also is a big Jewish population out there. There's a huge Jewish community
well,
out
she
there.
just like, if you can't get there by a fucking boat, she doesn't know what the fuck it is.
Oh.
So she was like, she just
I don't even know where you
assumed
can get by boat, but that's okay.
the islands
Well,
and Florida.
Anything around Lake Michigan, you can just boat around there.
Yeah.
She couldn't get from New York to
Right,
there.
yeah.
She wouldn't. I mean, I guess there's a canal, but
how
That's
long
a
did you guys
long
stay for?
fucking ride.
3 years.
Damn. Yeah.
So it was like a
Shit.
long time. And then I was like, oh, he would say he would just kind of come with me if maybe we ended up. And she was like, she called him like the next day and was like,
You're not moving.
don't follow your girlfriend anywhere. It ends poorly. And I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. Geez, that's.
I just
fucked,
said
yeah.
I might go to grad school
If there's-
and we
yeah.
would maybe move to Chicago someday.
Right. Like,
There's no way out of that. When it's between like you and a parent, there's no way out of it. There's no way out
No.
of it.
Wait, what
seen
was
it-
your lady? Like, what was her deal with her parents?
Oh man.
well, I know her dad tried to
Jesus
fight you.
fucking Christ. Yeah.
Just
we could
another
sit here for
podcast?
literally
Yeah,
hours.
this
And she
is-
The
had
parents podcast.
very mentally. She was adopted, and she had very mentally abusive adoptive parents. She had a lot of
yeah.
issues compiled onto issues, and like I to this day, I do wish she could break free from that. I would
Oh
because
yeah.
I think
Well, and when I
she
heard
would
that,
be a
I
better
was
person
like,
if that was
"Fuck
the case.
yeah, you like at least
Yeah,
recognize
that's
like
great,
half
yeah.
of it."
Right.
But like,
Got
there's
out
so
of
much
that.
there that it's just like at that time I was like, I can't do this shit. I couldn't handle that
no.
shit. I'm surprised I even tried for as long as I did. But like, yeah, if she could separate from that, I think that would be like partially good for her. But she's got a lot of demons to face, and I just think
Therapy,
I don't know.
man. I
Yeah.
love my therapist.
Yeah, I don't know. It's none of my business anymore. I'm like, I don't want to really know. I mean,
Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
yeah, I'm good.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you're
like,
pretty removed from that.
I'm a like full-time lurker.
Yeah.
Like
Shit, I gotta
100.
go, guys. You guys
Okay,
are fucking
okay.
killing me
All
here.
right. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
No, I gotta go, so I'm not
No.
fucking late.
No.
Yes. Yeah. See, there you go.
No. You were
Like,
saying.
did you have it? No, I was gonna say, like, did you have any other questions or anything?
See, this is like
'Cause then
this is
I'm
what I was
like-
afraid was going to happen. I was like, we need a part 2 with you because
Yeah.
like,
I
I didn't
mean,
think I don't even think we scratched the surface.
No, I mean, we
There's
got on
still, like,
tangents,
more.
which I love. I love tangents. I'm queen of tangents.
That's the name of
Well,
the
we're good
show.
at it, too.
That's how we do it.
No, I'd be
we're
happy
very
to
good
come
at it.
back because
Yeah,
this is fun.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll
as
have to
shit.
do part 2.
And it's also fun hanging.
Yeah, fuck yeah, this is good. This was a good one.
Yeah.
This was a good
Yeah, this is a juicy one. I like it.
one. Juicy one. I love it.
A lot of good.
You mean saucy?
Yeah, I can't take that word from you. That's you.
It was not my word. I just.
Saucy.
It's my
Wishy-washy.
like. I feel like ever since I started my new job, which isn't new because it's definitely more corporate. Like at my old job, I would like come in and be like, "Guys, guess what fucking happened today?" Like, and that's
Yeah.
like
Door
we called him
swinging, I
like
like
the
it.
milkman, the guy that like argued with me. I was like, "Guys, you have to see this," and like, what the fuck is this? And like everyone would be like, "Oh shit, you got a story for us?" And now I come in and I'm like, "Good morning, everybody," and they're like. And like half the time they're already on phone calls because everyone gets in earlier than me, and I get in at like 8:30.
That's early.
It's early, and like I can't swear as much, so I'm like, oh darn. So then when I
Yeah.
don't, I'm like fucking off the rails
do it,
swearing.
yeah.
So when I say things like, oh, that was saucy. Like, it's like my like weird
You're, like, catching
replacement
yourself.
words.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
And it's
luckily
just
I
kind of
gotta
a cute
police
way to
yourself.
say, like, yeah, I mean, because I have to please myself around my parents, too. Like, I go out there, and I'm like...
What's like your humor with your parents? Is it anything?
Oh man, you
is
guys,
there
I gotta go
anything
before we
similar?
delve
Oh,
deep into
God.
this. So you guys can keep going. I gotta get out of here.
Okay,
All
fair
right.
enough.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yes.
Continue to.
So this is
entertain.
your comeback episode, actually.
Oh,
so
yeah.
this is the
I'm
one that
back,
everybody's
guys.
gonna see
Woo.
back from tour,
Yeah.
and then so then the one in September is their comeback for us. So
Yeah. So hurrah.
yeah.
All right.
Thank you,
Power to the
Jason,
people,
as
guys.
always.
Yeah. Enjoy the rest of the
Bye.
episode.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to it. So bye.
Bye.
See ya. What's like, because I've told people before, like my dad and me do not have similar sense of humor at all.
Oh, my mom and I
misses all
have
my jokes.
absolutely not the same. Like,
Yeah, me and my mom are on the same page. Like, and she's like gross too about it. Like, she totally gets disgusting jokes. Like, it's awesome.
oh, my dad kind of does. Like, my dad, like, he has like the Fargo, like Coen Brothers sense of dry
Right.
humor. So like that's where that's where I get it from. And like my dad's side of the family, we're all on the same like page. But like my mom, absolutely not. She's always like, "Oh, where'd you get this?" And
Oh, how can you say that? You know?
sometimes the joke is like, she's like, "This is how we know you're adopted." Which like
That's
anyone else would be just
hysterical.
like,
That's so good.
That's terrifying, but like. Then they like turn it in a nice way because they're like, "Oh, is anyone else artsy in the family?" And my dad's like, "No, it was a whole God thing. Like she came very talented." And I'm like I'm prepacked. Like,
awesome.
no, she has
came with
the
those
talent.
options. That's just how we
she
found her.
figured it out. But like, because like when I did the stand up, my mom was like, "Are you gonna embarrass us?" And I was like
that was a legit concern of hers, huh?
it was.
That's
well,
funny.
when I was originally, because like I was telling you, like I did like all of our wedding invitations and stuff, and it worked out because I picked a very on-brand theme where everything says like "till death," and we took pictures like in a graveyard with like lights and shit, so everything is like kind of has that like Dario Argento look to
Nice,
it.
that's awesome.
Thank you. I was like, I did it. But
Yeah,
originally, because like something we say to each other is like, "I'm gonna marry the shit out of you." And that's like a cute thing between us. And I was like, that'd be really cute for the invitations. Like, just say like, I want to marry the
I
shit
like
out
that.
of you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
really pretty script. My mom was like, why do you want to fucking embarrass us so bad? And I was like, what? I'm like, it's kind of cute. And like,
And it's your thing, you know?
yeah.
like-
And I'm like, anyone that knows us, she's like, there's older people that are coming. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel like, well, and it's so funny because like some of the older people that are coming to said wedding bought me like all of this shit for my birthday that says like, bitch, I'm the secret sauce.
Oh, that's
and,
funny.
Like, and like all these like coasters that say like, cheers, bitches. And like, you're fucking fabulous. So they bought it for me
All
in
right,
front of
so
their
they-
children.
That's great.
And their children were like, there's a lot of swear words. Is Janice going to be okay? And they were like, Janice will be fine.
She'll make it. Don't worry.
And my mom just has like the best name to be like Janice.
That is a good
Like,
one.
well, my favorite one is just because it's my mom, she's just so fucking ditzy sometimes. Like she's so smart and like really like, you know, I look up to her in a lot of ways. But then there was like, we were driving in the car one day and the Doobie Brothers come on and my mom just goes, Doobie, that'd be a real cute name for a dog. And my dad just goes, what? And my mom goes, Doobie, it'd be a really cute name for a dog. And he goes, Megan, do you know what a doobie is? And I was like, Dad, I would never, like, in that,
No
like,
way.
she's like,
No, what is
Dad?
it?
He just goes, it's a joint, Janice. And my
God
mom,
damn it.
I was just like, what?
Just completely oblivious to that.
No, and
That's
she
so
like her
funny.
first husband actually like had an alcohol problem, which is why they ended up getting divorced, but also had a brother who ran drugs from Colombia.
Holy shit.
And she
What?
smoked once and just has no fucking idea about weed at all.
Not her world, yeah.
Not at all. But
That's
like,
funny.
I don't even smoke, but like, not anymore, really. But like, along with some other things in my closet, there was also, I always had my old pipe from college, like wrapped up in a sock in one of my dresser drawers.
Nice.
And she was like, oh, I cleaned out your closet the other day. And I was like, fuck, Mom, why? And I was like, God, there was
God.
just some stuff that you just shouldn't have seen in there. And she was like, I was like, my old pipe from college was in there. She's like, there was a sock that was kind of heavy, but I didn't really think about it. And I was like, whatever,
Like that,
Mom.
Out of sight, out of mind. That's
Well,
good.
and then I was like, we had taken the car from them because they were like went to Florida for, you know, however many months being the snowbirds that they are now. So I go home and I'm going up to my room. I'm like, oh man, I have an old pair of boots. I should take back, back in. Like, I've made it. I've hit that age where old shoes are back in.
It's back in style.
Yeah, I was like, you can wear black with brown now. There's no rules. Love it.
Gloves are off. Yeah.
So I'm going to get these shoes. Walk into my closet, and dead center, next to my old Mystery Science Theater DVDs, is my pipe. And I take a picture and I send it, and I'm like, what the fuck, Mom? And she goes, oh, I thought that was something that you made in college, because you took sculpture classes. It's really pretty. I was like, it's a pipe, Mom. She was like, what? I'm like, you smoke weed and there's resin in it and everything. I was like, Mom, what the fuck?
Didn't it smell? It probably still smelled, I would think, to some degree, right?
That was
even if you haven't used it in so long, there's got to be some residue.
No, there was resin, but it just didn't smell anymore.
Okay.
After 10 years, it doesn't smell anymore.
I thought it was from that glass blowing class you did.
She didn't take, but thanks.
Shit.
Well, then another time we were walking in New York, and someone was smoking some real skunky shit outside of a bar, and my mom goes, smells like a skunk. And I'm like, yeah, it's one of those urban skunks, Mom. And she goes,
get out every once in a while.
And she's like, really? And I was like, no, it's weed again.
It's so adorable. I
and
like
she's
that.
always like, don't tell these stories. It makes me sound stupid. I was like, no, it doesn't. She's like, don't make fun of your mom. I was like,
oh,
I have to.
What's the point of having parents if you can't make fun of them? Yeah.
You have to. You thought weed? She's like, why would anyone want to smoke that? I'm like, because it's cheap, Mom, and it gets you high. She's like, I don't understand.
That's so funny.
It's fucking parents, man.
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Wait, yeah, because I'm like, now I ask the questions.
Uh-oh, tables have turned.
No, because I was going to say, you were talking about parents, but also I was like, oh yeah, you're going on tour. Because I remember you saying that you did, you had passport issues with the first tour with Soil, but now you get to go.
That was a real bummer because that was the tour I really wanted to go on because it was Soil, Alien Ant Farm, which is one of my favorite bands,
I remember
and Local
that.
H.
Oh.
And I'm really kicking myself that I couldn't get on that because Something Is Waiting ended up opening for Local H. I'm like, fuck, that would have been awesome if I knew those dudes, tour with them for a year in 3 weeks and be like, oh, what's up? Good to see you again. That would have been really cool. Unfortunately, didn't have that.
Oh,
so I didn't get to talk to those
bummer.
guys at all, but I got to see them, which was cool. But yeah, it was a whole thing with timing with the passport. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But it did work out because I ended up going to Europe after that with some friends of mine, which was awesome. And that was a great excuse because they were like, well, you got your passport. You want to use it? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, And as a result, I did make a really good friend in Scotland, which I'm going to see him when I go on tour.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm stoked because I told him when I saw him it was back in, my buddy's wedding in May. But he was there and I told him, I was like, I'm going to be touring Europe and I'm pretty sure, I was like, I didn't know that, I still don't know all the places, but now I know because I connected to him. I'm like, I think we're going to be in Scotland. And I was like, and if we are, I'll let you know and we'll guest list it and it'll be a blast.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it's going to be with Dope, Wednesday 13, who I'm not familiar with. I guess
I think I've heard of Dope.
Dope's been around for a while. They're a Chicago-based band. I think mostly out of Lombard or some shit like that.
Sure.
I never got into them.
It's adjacent to Naperville.
What's that?
So that's near Naperville.
Yeah. They're just from those areas
burbs.
and stuff like that. And I'm never a fan. I did see them live once in 2004 or 5 at Congress Theater.
Damn.
Yeah. And that was the only time.
Oh man, the Congress.
Yeah, I miss that place. Such a shithole, but I miss that
My
place.
second concert ever, I saw the Dresden Dolls, which is Amanda Palmer's band, first band or whatever, not maybe first, and 9 Inch Nails.
Holy shit, that's awesome. That was your second concert?
That was my second concert. My first one was Linkin Park.
That's okay.
My mom really wanted to go see Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, one of those two, and she's like, I'll pay for the tickets. And I was like, no, I'm good. She was like, hard pass. And it's funny because they've never been to a show with me either because even back then, which is probably where I get it in my relationships, they were like, going to a concert like that, we're going to farm this shit out. Have our good family friend take you. And he's like, I love 9 Inch Nails. And I was like, great. Nice. So he came with me. And actually, I just took him out to Smashing Pumpkins last year when they did their comeback tour with the original-ish.
Yeah, it's
Sans
everybody but
Darcy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was I took him to that. I drove all the way from the UP, came back home, then drove to Indianapolis the next day for the
shit.
show. I was like, I'm doing it.
Was it a good show?
Oh, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, they played like a bunch of like rarities and B-sides that like I was like, oh, I didn't know. And also they had like this crazy like artistry behind them with
Yeah,
this
that's
one
kinda what
like
he's been
model.
doing.
Yeah. And if there's pageantry, I'm such a sucker for it, which is probably why I like metal and like their shows so much. Cause I'm like, yay, pageantry. Like, this is fun. But yeah, it was like awesome. But they're like, yeah, just go to the show with someone else. Just go by yourself. Like, I don't care. Just
We're not
be
doing
safe.
that.
No, like they were like, my mom was like, I can probably stand the music more, but I can't stay up that late. Your father can stay up that late and can't stand the music. So they're like, between the two of us, we're not going.
Fair enough. It's good. They
So
know
found out,
themselves.
like the
That's
same,
good.
actually the same time my friend like took us to Lincoln Park and he was like, go do this. They're like, we'll pay for the tickets. Just like take the kids. Here's some money for dinner. Like, just, I don't fucking care.
Have fun.
Yeah. And they're just like, let us know when you're home. I was like, okay.
My first
Fair.
concert, that was actually, it was Korn at Allstate Arena.
Oh man, I've totally seen Korn live.
They are great.
They're
live.
pretty fun.
They talk about production, like they're insane with it. And this is a long time ago. That was 2002, maybe
Oh, shit.
2001. And
Yeah, I think I saw them in like 2006.
that's an all right time. Like I think at this point was it Follow the Leader was out, so that was
Is
like
that the one with the weird horse painting on it? No. That was the one I saw.
is that like Issues, like the one after there or something? Maybe I don't know. I don't remember.
I didn't really follow Korn
That's
after
fair.
that.
No,
Like
yeah,
the 5 songs, and sometimes like I do have like one of their newer songs on my like workout playlist because I'm like, I can lift to this.
there you go. Nothing you need to
Cardio
like
can
really
happen
like
to this.
concentrate on.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely not.
Oh,
I just
for
need
sure.
something with a pace, and like I'm like, yay, the
The
song's
right tempo.
happening.
Yeah, we ended up going because like a buddy of mine, his mom like knew somebody like in that camp somehow.
That's a sick mom to have.
Yeah, and so we ended up because it was during this tour they had. It was with Stain, which was one of my favorite bands at the time. We had to miss them.
I'm sorry. No.
Fuck you.
No, I
like that band. That first album's great.
don't hate that
Okay.
band. No, because I also laugh because like somehow we watched Little Nicky the other day.
Ooh, I was just
And
having a conversation about
it's a
M Sound.
terrible
Not
fucking
good.
movie.
Not good. Does not hold up.
But like they played like a POD song at the end, and we just got down a rabbit hole of like
All the
soundtracks.
old new metal, like
Oh yeah,
dude, that was a
so-
big era for it. Like tons
It
of bands,
was.
like new metal bands were on it. The biggest one being like Freddie vs. Jason. I remember that being.
I
like,
remember
a
the
huge
name of
soundtrack.
the band, but I just you mean the movie?
The soundtrack to that was
Oh, then we
all fucking like top tier new metal.
And, like Stained was in there somewhere, and I was like, I really love Stained, and like POD was on there, and I was like, it's a Christian band, and we were just like,
Yeah.
and then we listened to like the entirety of like the Matrix soundtrack or whatever because it was
Holy shit.
decent.
Oh man, that's
It's
a good one.
embarrassing, but I'm like, also I have Taylor Swift on my playlist,
There you
so I
go.
can't fucking. I'm like, I listen to nothing but screaming, sad bastard music, and then
And then
Taylor Swift.
That's good. Yeah, you got to mix it up.
I gotta make it so like people don't just assume I'm committing suicide sometime soon.
Fair enough. Throw them a curveball, right?
Yeah, just like.
Yeah.
So sorry, is there someone new, like one of the
yeah,
band member,
she-
or
no, so
like
she
someone
knew
at the venue?
somebody in the crew. I think is what it was, or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And so at this tour, they had this weird side stage thing that it was like an expensive fucking ticket if you
Yeah.
wanted that. We're talking hundreds of dollars to get that spot. She fucking got it for us, for the 3 of us, or 4 of us
Shit.
actually. And I was like, that's crazy. And that was my first show ever.
Oh damn.
And so like literally like 5 feet from the guitar
Yeah.
player, and like that was pretty fucking cool, you know. Like I don't
Yeah.
regret that at all.
No, I mean, and also like back in that time, like that's so fucking cool. Though, what show was it? We just bought tickets to something. Oh, it's Weed Eater and Orange Goblin at Talia, and like one of the boxes was still open,
Oh, nice.
and I was like, oh my gosh, should we buy a box ticket? And like I was like, it's only like $50 each, and I'm like, that's,
That's awesome.
stupid though.
Oh,
But then I was like, man, but like the regular tickets are like $20. So it's
Okay.
like, that's a huge jump in price. And then it turns out you have to buy like the whole box out. So it's only like 6 tickets. So you can only buy that many.
oh, weird.
And I was like, fuck. either friends are poor or hate this music. Like,
We can't win.
can't win. I was like, I want to see a show in one of the fucking boxes at Talia. So anybody hit us up.
If anybody wants to go to that show.
It's over. We already bought tickets and like,
Oh.
but like, it's so weird because like you can get those tickets pretty readily. They've come up a few times and I'm like, oh fuck, I could get that ticket. Damn it. No, we need 6. And like, we can barely get like 3 friends to show up to something.
Right.
So it's like, God damn it. And like, not enough people like metal. Because actually I went to Dark Lord Day. And it was fucking awesome.
Oh, nice.
And High on Fire played.
Oh, okay, cool.
Also a band called Minsk. They're from Peoria, which I went to college in Peoria. I probably sang it wrong too. And I really liked them. And High on Fire was playing and Atlas Moth was playing.
Cool.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's go. And I got, again, Kevin was like, farm the shit out. He's like, but
Not
I
going.
was like sitting, because it's like a 12-hour plus day.
No, I know. I've only been once, and it was before it was like a big thing. Like,
Yeah.
you didn't need to buy tickets beforehand. You just showed up.
Oh, shit,
and
yeah.
like pretty much everybody got the beer, and you could get as much as you wanted.
Damn.
Yeah. It was
Yeah, it
crazy.
is.
They don't do that shit anymore. Yeah.
Well, it was cool. I got on the guest list because my nail lady is really connected.
No shit. That's awesome.
But the thing is we got on the guest list, so we didn't get the beer. And I
Okay.
hate porters, like just or stouts. Like it's a Russian Imperial stout.
Dense fucking beer.
And it's like 90 degrees outside. I'm not drinking like a stout in 90 degrees, but you can
Right.
also bring in beer.
That's awesome.
So one, it was hilarious. My buddy read the thing wrong, so he thought you could only bring in 2 cans of beer. So he has 2 ham special lights, and I have like
Ready to
3
rock.
bombers that are like special
Nice.
release. And I was like, "Hey, buddy, what'd you do?" And he's like, "I brought this." But like, oh shit, I totally lost my train of thought. I was like, oh, like to
I think Dark Lord Day.
Dark Lord Day,
Bands
tickets,
playing.
bands playing. It might be. Oh yeah, because I was like. I like was doing like one of those. Do you remember in science class I had you do those little boxes where you had like if it has this traits and this traits, like what are the likelihoods that they're gonna make like a pink flower or whatever?
Yeah.
It was like that, but for friendships. I was like, who likes beer? Who likes metal? Who would want to hang in a crowd for 12 hours? Which is truly where it came down to.
That's
Because
probably the
people
toughest
were
sell.
like, sure, I like metal, but I don't like beer, and I don't want to hang out for 12 hours. Or like, because you're stuck there. Like,
Right,
there's not
yeah,
really.
yeah.
I mean, there is parking. Now that I've seen it, I would still take the bus. but like, there is parking enough. But like, it's 12 hours. It is.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
That's
it's like a
festival level
long.
shit.
But it's. I mean, it was amazing because he's also on the same page as me because we're both like weird only children. Where we'll be like, let's go talk to people, and it's like we don't expect anything out of that. Like. We're not doing it to hit on people. We're not doing it to like be weird.
Just
We're
being
just like,
the Midwestern friendly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin hates that. But like Nick and I are like, hi, tell us your story. Oh, we got in this fun conversation. Oh,
Yeah,
he
see,
was-
I'm an only child and I don't want to do that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck
But
about
I was
these
like,
people.
this is the one person I can go with right now. I was like, Nick, you're coming with me. And he's like, sweet. So yeah, we'll do it. And he's like, I would totally do that again. But like, since we didn't have to wait in line for the beer, we didn't have to, like, we just hung out by the music tent.
Oh, cool. So you didn't have to like be in the queue and like.
No, didn't have to do any of that. So
That's
we just
fucking
sat by the
awesome.
music thing and we were like, yeah. And so we didn't wait in any lines. We didn't do any, and like, no one was really there for the music.
Right. Yeah, it's mostly
So-
just beer snobs.
But we
that
were
just
like,
wanna go, yeah.
fuck, we're here. And so there was like a.
They always get great bands to play
Yeah.
it, which is
So
funny.
they had Pig Destroyer the year before, and I was like so pissed I wasn't as connected that my nail lady wasn't hooking me up yet, but now we're tight.
Nice.
She was like, you want to do that weird, like, what did she call it? She's like, you want to do that weird redneck thing? And I was like, yes,
Redneck
Jackie,
thing?
I do. Because she's Asian. And just,
Okay.
she was like, it's
It
a bunch
just
of white
falls under
people
that.
drinking. So it's obviously redneck.
Fair enough. Okay.
But yeah, it's like weird because like when you're like, okay, like I got to find a friend that likes metal. And I'm like, it's my boyfriend and this other friend. And you just kind of like look around like,
Very
shit.
small pool. Yeah.
But yeah, it is a small pool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not so much like being a musician,
That's true.
like I
'cause,
know.
Yeah, but just being a normie. Wait, bringing it back to online dating, since that's what I'm here
That was
for.
that was
probably
what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
is like was I one of the few people that like liked metal on there, or have you like run across it since?
I've run across it like a couple times, but it's like it's weird for me because like I'm
You don't
not
want to be in it.
No, it's not that. It's just like I'm not really a metalhead. You know, like well,
That's true.
yeah, like yeah, sure, I play in like metal bands, but it's weird. I'm always like, what like what's the word I'm looking for? Like talking to somebody that is entrenched with metal, like they're talking over me. Like I'm like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've heard of that. That sounds cool, but I don't know that. And they're like, how do you not know that? Like
I hate that attitude,
know.
but for anything though, because sometimes I'm like, half the time I just show up because it sounded fun.
right, that's fair.
But I'm that person. I'm like, I don't know anything about this band, but I've heard. Actually, I went to a Sun O concert because of that.
Nice. Did you go deaf afterward?
I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay.
Online dating. It was a guy who worked at Talia Hall, and he's like, "Oh, there's
nice.
this sick show coming up. It shouldn't be missed." And I was like, "Cool." And the tickets were already sold out, but I like whatever. I felt spendy at the time, and I like bought them like off of like StubHub for like twice the price. And I just like had a super shit day, so I was like ready for an experience. And then it started, and I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, that's a fucking thing and a half. Like
It was a thing and a half, and I didn't even like see that guy because I saw him like briefly like in the corner of my eye, but I was like, I don't want to be like, hey, person that's working, like this is your job,
Right.
so I didn't want to like do that shit.
and then try to talk to somebody during one of the loudest fucking concerts ever.
Well, so like I had no idea, and it was funny because like afterwards I heard somebody like, "What if you had no idea what this was and you just showed up?" And I was like I didn't say anything, but I was like, that was me.
So yeah, wait,
They're
what
talking
was
about
your
me.
reaction to something like that? Because that's a very specific band. Like I don't listen to them. I don't think I've ever heard a song, but I know the legend that is.
Now that I
Sono,
know,
yeah.
they're fairly infamous in their sound.
Yeah, like is that the one where like the guy comes out and turns on each amp like one at a time, like
Oh, I don't
slowly or
remember.
something
They
like
came
that?
out in like weird robes, and at some point the guy had like a
Yeah.
mirror thing on, and I was like, my mom's like, "Did you have fun?" I was like, I was like, I don't know. She was like,
I am not really sure
she's
if
like,
I did.
how do you not know if you had fun? And I'm like, you just have to be there. You just have to know. And like,
Yeah.
it was just like and it was very physical. Like I wasn't drinking because I had to work the next day, and I felt drunk leaving.
They
And I
do
was
that droniness with all that loud, sound just pushing air left and
It
right.
was
and
weird,
just,
and I was
yeah.
like, okay,
'Cause
yeah.
I can't remember if it was Sono or another band similar in style with that loudness. They played some
Oh, the
venue. Was at
Cathedral?
Cathedral. Did you go to that?
No, it was Sun O,
Okay,
and my
yeah.
tattoo artist went.
Okay,
and
yeah, my
he was
guitar player
like,
Pete went.
He was like, oh, I finally got to see this. And I was like, oh, God damn it. Like,
Dude,
it's like,
like,
Lance, how was it?
People I know like tapped out because it was so intense. Like
Yeah.
Pete was like, I couldn't do it much longer. I think he was like 20 minutes in and was like, all right, I get it. He's like, I can't do it anymore. Cause yeah, you physically feel
It's
it for
super
sure.
physical. And I like was in the middle of it and I was like, I feel weird. Like, this feels weird. And it like, at some point, like, I was like, this is gone. Like, this needs to end now. Like,
I don't want this anymore.
and I was like, it's too crowded. I don't want to try and push through everybody. Like, I also just have this thing. I'm like, I have to see this out. If it's a band I've never seen.
That's fair. Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's bands that I love, and I felt bad because, like, we started to leave a band that we really love because it was just, like, way too fucking late. And they started being like, hey, everybody, like, with all the political climate and everything that's going on, and we start leaving. And I was like, it's not
looks so
because
bad.
of the political comments.
No, I totally
I'm
get where you're
just so
coming from.
tired. I'm so tired.
That's good.
But, yeah, because, yeah, it was just physical. It was just weird. But
That's
I feel
fair.
like I have picked up a lot of bands that I really like through online dating.
Hey, there you go. That's one way to do it.
Because I was like, oh, I like this band. I don't like you that much, but this band's sick.
It's all about, adventures and pick and choose what you want.
Adventures were had.
Well, I'm glad that nobody ever killed you during any of these adventures.
Me
which is
too.
great.
And that I'm still kind of ready to wake up and someone like,
Mr. I know where you live now. Like,
yeah, coming back
fuck.
and being like, just wake up in a car somewhere, and I'm like, fuck.
Why is it still so dark? Oh, is this a trunk? Fuck.
Just, I'm in some like H.H. Holmes murder basement or murder castle, and I'm like, oh shit. I knew
Can't
it
say I
was
didn't see
coming.
this coming, yeah?
Yeah, no, I'm ready for that day. And that's why I don't leave the like tracking on my phone. I'm like, no, I want someone to make a podcast about this. You talk about how you had to find me.
Fuck.
Then I haunt somebody. Like, I'll haunt the shit out of that
that's a
asshole. Come find me. I want to be the Dateline.
You hear it, people?
Yeah.
But cool. This is a lot. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
I do
no
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thanks for having me. Sorry, this got meandery.
No. I mean,
I know that's the point of the
kind of how we do it. Yeah.
Damn it! I was even gonna say, I'm like, oh, at the top of the show, I was gonna say like, oh, I'm so happy that I finally got to be on the 3 fat shit cunts.
Yes, you were one of the friends that did
It's like, holy shit.
reach out to me about that. Like, holy shit, that guy's intense. Yeah, we still haven't heard from him. He's gone completely quiet, which is kind of what I expected, considering.
Oh, totally.
how I
Especially since
responded,
everybody.
you know.
Well, and like, I think you guys handled that so well and so nicely. But I
Yeah.
also had to be like, I'm employed and I am so proud of my gender non-specific father.
That was so weird. Like, it was funny talking about that. Unfortunately, I don't think Jason really has been able to have a rebuttal to it because he
damn
left
it.
shortly afterward.
Next
and
time.
so Dave kind of got to chime in on it because he was technically one of the fat shit cunts on it, which, and I had to explain that to the guy. I was like, yeah, he's not actually a host of the show. Like, sorry, like you missed that one. And that's why that didn't bother me because like the dude was so off with his comments. Like,
Yeah, they were weird. I mean, you were so right. He's just not in a great space. And
no, that
check
guy's
it
not
out.
happy. Like, that's
No.
the baseline, not happy. You know, and it's like clearly just projecting it onto us, which is a bummer. Like, I feel bad because like I don't know the guy personally, but clearly there's something going on there that hopefully he figures out. You
Joe,
know?
I hope you find help. I have a really good therapist if you need it. I'm only half kidding about that, but like,
Yeah,
he's really
hopefully,
good.
yeah.
I really appreciate him. He's funny. He likes dark shit. So like, you'll probably,
Probably fit in with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he listens to this show. He has
That's
yet
fine.
to comment. Man, we have had a couple episodes where we talked about him, but I don't think he's
not coming
invested in the
back.
show. Yeah, which I don't blame him. But I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he checks in just to see.
yeah.
You know,
I hope someone says something at the top of every show.
that'd be great. Just call him out every
Fat
time.
shit cunts.
Squiggly, you motherfucker. But yes, thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you.
Is there anything you want to plug? So this
yes.
is going to come out. It's the following Monday. So what is that, like the 27th?
Yeah.
Right.
There's 2, they're not my
26th,
things, but they're
no,
things
it's
that
fine.
I
Yeah, yeah.
love a lot.
Plug whatever you want. Yeah.
There's a thing called Metal Movie Nights that's been going on at the Music Box Theater. And the guys that run it are super awesome. They're really trying to like pick it up. They're doing In the Mouth of Madness, if you've ever heard of that. It's a John Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
It's like super fun. They have like 3 Floyds come out, so they like spin metal ahead of time.
Cool.
Like
I
they
still
just-
have yet to be at the Music Box, and I'm like,
Oh, it's such a
which
great-
is a shame because I love film.
well, and it's like a great because it's like a midnight movie showing, which is kind of like that's the one thing that we are always like.
Oh yeah.
So
the late
it's
night.
super fun, but it's at midnight. But like I've fallen asleep a few times, but
That's fine.
but it's so fun and they're amazing. September 28th, it's a Saturday. So that's something like everyone should fucking go to. So go to
Nice.
that because I love them. They're awesome. And also people should go to Scorched Tundra. I've been going for like 3 or 4 years now, and they're like, it's just a fucking great show.
Is it always at the bottle?
Yeah, it's always at the bottle,
Okay.
always Labor Day weekend. It's always Friday and Saturday. They tried to do a three-day one year, and we could only make 2 days. But they have like great bands that play. Like last year, I can't remember who played, but Bong Rippers played, Oozing Wounds
Oh, nice.
played.
Has
Bishop-
High Priest played it at all?
No, and I love
Okay.
them. Oh shit,
Yeah,
Kevin had
it's-
their shirt on yesterday.
Oh really? So Pete is the guitar player in that band.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, we fucking love that band. We actually
They're
drove out to
awesome.
Sound Growler because
Is that the recent one?
yeah.
Yeah. That was one of the reasons why Pete couldn't play show.
Oh shit! Yeah, because like we went out there because it was like High Priest, Resin, and Bong Ripper.
Okay,
And like
yeah.
we loved High Priest. Like when we first heard him, like we saw him like accidentally somewhere, and we were like, "This is great."
Dude, they're awesome.
Yeah,
Like I'm normally not into that stuff, but and like I feel like I'm sure I'm biased because I know Pete or whatever.
yeah.
But I finally did make an effort to go out to a show once at like Reggie's, and I was like, holy shit! Because obviously you can find them on Spotify and stuff. And
Yeah.
like, recording wise, they sound phenomenal. But that's Pete, man. Pete's great at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, and but live they fucking pull it off.
Yeah, no, they have a
So
great
good.
energy live, and they're so fun.
The vocalist is really fucking good.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and they were super sweet dudes too. Like we talked to them after the show. We're like, "Oh my god, your stuff was really great." Like we're always those people. We're like, I want to talk to people, but I also feel like an asshole talking to people.
No, do it, because like it's funny. Like,
well, fuck, now I can be like, Bill.
Yeah, just look for the other guy that kind of looks like me but left-handed.
Yep. I wouldn't notice. Oh God. But they haven't played. But I Hate God is playing this round. Actually, I'm like, I took a picture of like what the bands are.
Lineup.
But like they're all really cool.
Nice.
Black Cobra is playing. Cloud Rat, Varaha.
Okay, I kind of know the dude in that band.
Luggage, Hitter, and a Seethe is playing on Saturday with I Hate God. I don't know. It's honestly like half the time I don't even listen to the bands before I go. I've just like showed up and I'm like, this is awesome.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, well, because they had Oxbow play one year and I like listened to them on Spotify and I'm like, I don't know. But then I saw them live. And it's a
sometimes
show.
It doesn't translate. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is fucking amazing. Like, I'm so glad. And apparently they're kind of like infamous or famous or something. But it was awesome. Like, it's just such a fun time that I'm always like, why don't more people talk about this? Because sometimes like, we're going to Scorched Tundra. And they're like, what?
What is that?
And I'm like, go to the show. And I was like, I have to plug these things because people
Fair
might
enough.
go.
Yeah.
We'll be there hanging out, so
Nice.
I'll be drinking as per the usual.
Fair enough.
But yeah, both of those things are super fucking awesome, and people should go.
Nice. That's cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. I don't do
it.
shit, so I'm not in a band that I look
enough.
like I should be.
Yeah,
so.
you're one of my civilian friends. I like it.
Oh damn.
You ground me. I like it. Although you're like way more metal than me, though, so it's funny because you're always like, dude, are you going to this show? I was like, I don't know who that is. You got
That's
me
like
beat
our
on
thing,
that.
though. We just go to so many like.
That's awesome.
That same
Fuck yeah.
week, it's Weed Eater and Orange Goblin. Then it's Scorched Tundra. We almost went to another band. We were like, we gotta cut it off. Just gotta cut it off at some point.
Gotta know your limits, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah,
awesome.
that's
Thank
it.
you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And thank you everybody that listens. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye. I'll do the outro in the Meghan teaching
Perfect.
voice.
I like
no
it.
one will know.
I gotta see if I can find a good, fun corporate song to put under it. I will put that in there and see what pops up.
Just put corporate and put it under me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Just corporate.
My teaching voice in the Meghan teaching voice. Nope. I also don't watch it on the YouTube.
So these
On
do
the
on
YouTube.
the
Oh.
Easy, mom.
Okay.
All right. Attempt
All
number
right.
2.
Attempt number 2. Thanks for listening to Nothing's for No One, the podcast. Please like, subscribe, and comment. There's a new episode out every Monday, so hope to see you back. Nope, that was dumb.
No, it worked. You hit all
Like
the
to
points.
see you back.
Like to see you back, y'all. That's the only thing you're
Not
missing.
even on here. I'm just here.
Do you want another attempt? You can't.
Sure. I was like, just leave that in. Like, the fuck
all right.
am I, like a
I like that, though.
50-year-old mom?
See y'all back now.
See y'all
here.
back.
We can keep that one. That's fine.
Let me try one more time.
I'll just
And
put-
then you can also
I'll
just
put both in.
just put it all in, just me being like, fuck, shit, what am I gonna say? Just sound like a fucking mom. And then that's where I just start swearing my ass off.
Fair enough.
Thanks for listening to a surprisingly tame, not as many dick jokes as we were expecting. Nothing's for no one. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And remember, there's new episodes out every Monday.
Perfect.